You a funny guy, bro. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to everybody that's in here so far. Welcome back to another daily Facts and Stats show, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, typically. And we are here today to run through the NBA in this run through the NBA games last night and briefly talk about the NBA potential proposed tanking solutions, put it like that. And that'll pretty much be then the show for the day on this lovely Friday, which I hope everybody enjoys their day. Hope everybody enjoys their weekend. I just hope that everybody continue to stay safe and stay prayed up for the most part. Not for the most part, all the time. Sorry, I come off a little wrong. Talking about something, what's the word? Crip, you's a funny guy, dude. Why my YouTube chat not popping up? Where's it at? Oh my, okay, there we go. Alright, if you are in here, y'all, if there's a couple of things you guys can do to support the platform, especially if you are on Twitch already and you have not done so yet, you can become a sub on Twitch. That message is pinned. I'm going to say subscribe to support the platform and also watch with no ads. So you can think of supporting that aspect and sub right through Twitch. Or if you have Amazon Prime, I would advise you to sub through Amazon Prime as you get one free subscription per month. The only thing about Amazon Prime is you will have to renew that subscription every single month, though. You will have to renew that subscription every single month. Excuse me. So keep that in mind. Also, if you're on YouTube, which I still appreciate the ones that's holding down the YouTube member side of things, if you can extend your support on the YouTube side of things by becoming a subscriber. So you can easily say, hey man, I like watching this show, or hey, I fuck with this dude, or hey, I fuck with the speakers on this platform, and I like how he gives everybody an opportunity to speak their mind in regards to whatever the topic may be on hand. Let me go ahead and give them a subscribe button, or go ahead and hit that subscribe button for them, I meant to say. On top of that, you also can hit the thumbs up button on this video. And then last but certainly not least, a couple of things. You all can become a member with the Fact and Stats YouTube community, and or you can send super chats and or super thanks at any time. So keep that in mind, guys. Again, thank y'all for all the support over the years. Truly. And we are here. Again, it's more than likely be excuse me, don't want to assume, but probably will be a quick Friday show. And next Friday I'll be looking to get into some music and things like that. But we're gonna go ahead and lock in and roll. If you want to join the stage, y'all, you join the stage typically through the Facts and Stats Discord. The Discord is pinned on Twitch, and then also pinned on YouTube. I'm sorry, and then also about the Discord for Twitch, you can literally do exclamation point in Discord, and it'll populate like that, and you will join the stage through the channel that says Live Show Stage, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I think I missed one day this week. That was a Tuesday. I'm gonna try to get back to doing my 5 for 5s, which I've been doing for the most part, outside of the last 2 weeks. So here we go. The topics for the show today is pretty straightforward, guys. I'm just gonna be looking at the bullet points for the potential tanking solutions that Adam Silver and company is trying to discuss, because they're trying to be very, very serious about this. After that, we're then going to look at the NBA slate from yesterday's games. See how many games that I predict right. I typically go through the slate every night and predict my winners for the game. I'm having a positive record at the moment, and hopefully it continues like that. And we will see what happens going forward. I should have been keeping track. I was keeping track of it, but I forgot it, to be honest. I might keep track going forward. I forgot it. Alright, 52 subs on Twitch. Nana is in here early. I feel like I haven't talked to Nana in forever. Hope all is well with you. We got a small crowd in here early. Two Turn, appreciate you, bro. What's the word? By the way, and then BK, obviously, what's the word with you as well? I gotta fix that. Hold on, y'all. It's all right now. All right. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. All right, my bad, y'all. So, yesterday. I said yesterday. Yesterday after the show, I want to say around like 4 p.m., 5 p.m., somewhere in that ballpark. Commissioner Adam Silver. Let me read this out for you all. Anybody that may have missed it. Commissioner Adam Silver informed the league's 30 general manager on Thursday that the NBA plans to make anti-tanking rule changes for next season. Stakeholders have intensified dialogue about combating tanking. So this is that's been the worst it's ever been with the way the teams have been. Hold on, y'all. My bad. They're obviously trying to get more serious about preventing teams, quote unquote, from tanking, which I am curious to see what they end up coming up with, to be honest, because this is obviously not going to be an easy thing to solve / fix, and we'll see what ends up happening. After that, these are some of the proposed things that they have discussed. A lot of similar things that we talked about. Jay Carmer, what's the word, bro? A lot of similar things that we talked about during the show when we were discussing tanking 2 times last week. Multiple sources with knowledge of Thursday GM meeting, as well as a late January competition committee meeting, told ESPN that the following concepts have been discussed to curb tanking. That's appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, bro. Oh, I didn't even know your first message said it's not gonna work, but yeah, it's probably not. And I will show you the next message shortly. Let me change the font before I do that. I see y'all on black. And it's all right now. And I appreciate that, bro. I hope all is well with you too, man. You gotta keep your head up. Shout out to Tupac. Keep your head up. Doo-doo. Things are gonna get easier. All right. First round picks can be protected only top 4 or whatever. Lottery odds free at the trade deadline or a later date. This is a horrible idea. No longer allowing a team to pick top 4 in consecutive years and or after consecutive bottom 3 finishes. I think I threw out something like that. Keeps can't pick top 4 that you have to make in conference finals. I guess that's fair. I guess I know injuries happen, but I guess that's fair. Lottery odds allocated based on the 2-year records. That's the WNBA thing. Lottery extended to include all play-in teams. Horrible idea. Flatten odds for all lottery teams. The worst idea. This is the tween proposal. So I got on Twitter this morning and I saw this message for this guy commenting on him, and he said, it's long, by the way. A team would tank just as hard to keep a top 4 protected pick as it would to keep a top 8 protected pick, maybe harder. If lottery odds freeze at the deadline, that just tells teams to start tanking earlier. Exactly. If teams can't pick top 4 in consecutive drafts, that just intensifies more tanking to the middle because there's suddenly a much cleaner path to a top 4 pick with non-bottom 4 record. So basically, he's saying if a team can't get top 4 back-to-back years, that means it opens the window for other teams to tank even harder because they know that certain team or that X team or teams can't pick top 4 back-to-back years. So that means if we go hard and tank now, we got an easier pathway to get into the top 4. So that's why that's also a bad idea. And if lottery odds are based on 2-year records, then teams will just take across multiple seasons. Whenever there's a Wemby on the horizon, this stuff would get more egregious than ever. Facts. Adding more lottery teams won't convince anyone to stop tanking, but it will give us some inevitability. My bad. Ooh, stupid result like a 47-win team that would have won 47. That would have won 57 if it were healthier, randomly getting a top 4 pick. Any odds flattening just intensifies tanking from a different portion of the league. There are absolutely teams who will be better served in the long run taking a 1-4 swing in a lottery than getting swept in the first round by the number 1 seed. A lot of what myself and Z Farm has said, or Z Farm myself has said about in regards to that. Most of these ideas are bad in pretty predictable ways, and then there are always going to be unpredictable problems that only crop up when it's too late to fix them. I don't know what the solution is, but it's none of this stuff. Either get more creative and do something truly out of the box, or leave it alone and let teams operate as they see fit. I'm damn near have to leave it alone and let teams operate as they see fit. I think that's where I'm at with it, to be honest. I think whatever they decide to come up with in the summer, after the season, it's going to be very, very interesting to see. A lot of people are saying the top 4 things is the distribution of talent. As far as what do you mean by distribution of talent? Appreciate you holding the YouTube chat down as well, brother. I think we just got somebody else just to sub too. Whew. What you referring to, D-Wop, before I move on to the games? Again, happy Friday to everybody that's in here. Pretty straightforward show for the most part. Just wanted to fill y'all in on what's going on here. Run through the NBA slate. Predict my winners for today's game. Any injury updated news that I know off the top of my head, I'll also provide y'all with. And that'll be everything that we'll be getting to today. No music today. I'll look into some new music next week. Like the Cavs, a lot of people saying the top 4 things this year. It sounds like the Cavs can't get like 4 picks in a row. Okay. Yeah. I'll look into some music next week. Yeah, exactly. Another team. Yeah, exactly. Oh. That's tricky though. But I see. I get what you're saying more. That's tricky though. That's tricky. I get what you're saying though. So that's the update on the tanking around the league. Last night we had the Houston Rockets. I'm starting off the day 1-0. I had the Rockets getting the win over the Charlotte Hornets, and they did that thanks to a guy named Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant went off last night and hit the clutch bucket of the night. That made the game get out of reach. Obviously with seconds to go. We put it like that. It was under a minute to go. Best way to put it. Hold on. I need to go get something to drink. My goodness. Kevin Durant finished the game with 35 points, was 14 for 20 from the field. Jabari Smith also had 15 points, with 6 for 8. Sengun and the Thompson twin and Tari all struggled from the field. But like I said, Kevin Durant did enough to be able to have them be able to come back and get this victory. The Hornets came out and jumped on them early, and the Rockets had a big second half and also outscored them in quarters 2, 3, and 4. So shout out to the Rockets for getting that win on the road. They needed this. They're now 34-20 on the year. On the Hornets side of things, Brandon Miller going 5 for 22, 1 for 12 from 3 is tough to win with. LaMelo going 1 for 6 from 3, that's tough to win with, and also going 5 for 14 from the field. It looked like it was just a tough scoring output for the Hornets as they struggled from the field with a lot of the key players. Just typed in the chat, Spurs, DFS finally had played like an NBA player. Yeah, DFS had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal in 23 minutes of play, and also they got 13 points out of Reece Shepard off the bench. So the Hornets are still trending upwards. The Rockets are still trying to maintain their good, I guess, their start to the season. We'll see how they finish off the year for the second half of the season right here. Ooh, I pushed the wrong thing. My goodness. Their second half of the season coming up. All right, so I'm 1-0 so far today when I go through my NBA slate at the end of the show. Am I hearing things? Oh. Game two makes me 2-0. I had the Cavaliers taking care of business against the Brooklyn Nets, as obvious. Not that hard to predict. Evan Mobley did return to action yesterday. And James Harden, at one point, he was like 6 for 6. But James Harden and D Mitch, they blew him out. But they came out hot and they came out looking really damn good. They made a shift to their starting lineup last night. They went with the bigger wing and Dean Wade, a guy who brings defense and also outside shooting, similar to some of the things that Jalen Tyson brings as well. But they went with Tyson off the bench. He had 11 points off the bench, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, so he was still productive. And Dean Wade had 11 and 5 rebounds and did not miss a shot in him starting. And then James Harden just looks good, bro. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals. Baby Splat was good. Nothing really to say. Harden looked fine. Harden looked solid. The Cavs look really good. They won 11 out of their last 12 games. I think they're on a 7-game winning streak. They're looking like probably arguably the best team in the Eastern Conference right now at the moment. So just really hats off to the Cavs at the moment, by the way. And I'm not taking anything away from the way the Pistons been playing basketball and the fact that the Pistons have the best record in the NBA. I'm not taking nothing away from that at all. So shout out to the Cavs for the victory last night. I think I see, Tween up here. You got any words on that? Or you good? Oh, snap. Twin, you got any words on that or you good? My bad. I didn't know I was muted.
Yeah, I also want to talk about the Rockets game, but it's cool. We
Yeah,
went past that.
nah, you can. My
Even
bad.
this, nah, you good, brother. Even this Cavs game, I watched the entire game. I like what they're doing with these Spain pick and rolls. With these, I'm not gonna lie. Kenny Atkinson, I know he was an offensive wizard with the time with Golden State, and even some of the time last year when they won 64 games, some of the Spain, some of the what's it called, the wheel rotations on the backside. But man, this team offensively, you got a lot of guys who could contribute. You don't need 30 from James or like, I mean, Demish is a 30 guy, but like because he's trying to get. I mean, he can get 30, but like James Demish really don't even need to get 30 most nights. Because you got Sam Miro, you got Mobley, you got Allen. Mobley just came back first game since the calf injury. You got Tyson, who was in the starting lineup, and then Dean Wade came, and I think he played great, especially with that front court. You got I like that front court. First, both of those guys just came back, Dean Wade and Mobley. I think they looked great. James, we know James facilitated at this state. I call this shit when niggas was talking about how is he gonna look. I think we gain, 20 and 10 James. Like, he's more facilitating, less scoring, setting up guys. JA, let him do his thing, the lob reads, the downhill drives. It's just, bro, this Cleveland team, their offensive firepower is crazy. You literally have a 10-man rotation. When even in that bench unit, when D Mitch is there, you got Dennis Schroeder, you got what's it called, the young fella Porter. I think his minutes got to get a little bit down. But like you from me, you even got Keon Ellis. It's just like, bro, they really 10-man deep. Some playoff time that's very important. Like, you have a legit 10. I want to see them against a formidable opponent. Denver was probably the last good opponent they had, and they you feel me? Even though that was with a couple starters not playing, I want to see them against the cream of the crop. I want to see what this looks like, but I'm very impressed, especially for mid-season acquisition. You just got three guys: Dennis Schroeder, Keon, and James. You feel me? This team, they could probably, I don't know, they could. Their ceiling is really there. Like they can go. What you want to go to the finals? You want to win it? I don't know, but they can do what they want to do, whatever their goals. They had the players, their defense. I like some of their zone principles, especially with Mobley at the nail. It's just like, bruh, playoffs can't come sooner, bruh. Like, I'm sold, like, bruh. We haven't had James in a real serious situation in a couple years, bruh. Like real team, like nigga, a team that can really compete to win it all. But to the
Your mic went out.
I got a phone call. My bad. I said I just got a phone call. My bad. To the next point, I mean, they're the Nets, bro. They playing 4 or 5 rookies. Michael Porter Jr. was okay. Like this game was a blowout in the first quarter. But yeah,
I appreciate that, brother. Adding the context to as far as the Spain pick and rolls and the way the offensive system or structure, and how at ease Harden and Mitch can be most nights throughout the rest of this regular season. From a scoring perspective, obviously in the playoffs, that need to be an uptick, and I think that's what everybody's waiting for. How will Harden perform in the playoffs with this team? Just turning the ball over, racking up assists, being a floor general, or even knocking down big shots in big moments, which we need to see. We haven't seen him do that in a little, and probably a little, not too often recently. I'll say, you can put it like that. I know we had a couple of big games against Boston when he was in Philly, but outside of that, it's been a couple of a lot of playoff stinkers. So we'll see what Harden do for the Cavaliers as they trend down and have about what uh, 26 more regular season games to go. I think that is. Yeah,
yeah.
26 more regular season
But
games to go. And then you say you had something to say about the Hornets and Rockets game.
but yeah, I like that game. B Mill, think me and Wiz we were actually watching this game in here. Shout out my boy Rain. He was streaming. To be fair, Charlotte had the lead most of the game. That second quarter was pretty big for the Rockets. They that was the Shingun lineup with the bench unit. They tried to keep it close. KD just knocked the fourth. Man, he hit some big shots. But I'm not gonna lie. I want to get back to the Charlotte side of things. I don't know what that was like. I think B Mill took a lot of uncharacteristic shots. Like he didn't have it going early. I feel like he was pressing, especially from beyond the arc. Like his per 75 3-point attempts is ridiculous. Like I feel like he could put more pressure at the rim, especially from mid range area. But speaking of Khan, he hit two big shots late in that game to try to come back. But KD, man, 10 points in clutch. When the money was on the line, it was clutch time. 5 minutes to go, and it's a 5 point differential. Nigga had 10 points. That left wing midi was humongous, bro. Man, but shout out Katie. But they should have never even been in this position. I know Charlotte has been turning things around. Their what's it called? Their calendar year. I think in January it had the best scoring differential. But nigga, they were in a dogfight most of the game. I thought, especially all of this controversy. I thought the Rockets was going to start and throw a punch. But they started off slow. They end up coming back. They won in a clutch time. Shout out the Rockets, I guess.
Appreciate that, brother. The third game last night, I finally take my first L. Started off 2-0 for my slate predictions. I had the Sixers winning. I was tweaking with this one. I could have easily went the Hawks, especially with the Sixers playing without obviously Embiid and then obviously Paul George. Not obviously Embiid, but obviously Paul George and Embiid. I did think Maxey and VJ was going to be able to do enough to be able to lead them to a victory, which they tried. Maxey shot the ball 23 times, knocked down 4 threes, perfect from the free throw line. He had 28 points. VJ also followed up with his own 20 points. So those two guys in the backcourt combined for 48 points. But it looked like they just did not have enough from a scoring perspective, and also they didn't shoot good enough as a team. They shot 38% from the floor as a team, missed 7 free throws, got out rebounded. Uh, a lot of those things contributed to the Hawks getting the win. Then on top of the way Jalen Johnson performed in this game last night, 32 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 stocks, 16 free throw attempts, over 5 from 3. That is okay. He did enough to stuff the stat sheet and enough to cause havoc for the Sixers, and then enough to lead a team to a victory. On top of the 23 points he got from CJ off the bench, on top of dicing 15, 14, we should say 10, and even on Onyeka having 8 and 10 boards down low. So shout out to the Hawks for this victory right here. They're still within the play-in in the Eastern Conference, and the Sixers are still, they might be in the play-in as well. Yeah, they should be in the play-in as well in the Eastern Conference. So I take my first L
Yeah.
with the Hawks getting a win 117 to 107 on the road. Again, if you are up here, guys, feel free to chime in on any game.
Yeah, I
If
can chime in on this
if
game.
not,
Not really to this game, but to like the recap of the how Maxi VJ they're speaking on this. Like There was a Maxi quote. He played three different ways because the reporter asked him about when Embiid's not there and you're the number one guy. I don't want to. I'm paraphrasing right here, but he basically he essentially said this season he's played three different ways. He's not, you know what I mean? It's just, it's I don't know what's going on with Philly. Hopefully, Embiid's knee is not too bad. They're managing him, but nobody's taking this team serious if you're not getting healthy Embiid. Because number one option, Maxi's really not moving teams, especially in this Eastern Conference. You got Boston, who Tatum might come back. You got the Detroit Pistons, who had a dominant win against the Knicks, the third straight time they beat the Knicks. It's just like, bro, I don't. This might be a first round exit if Embiid's not damn near 100%, and that's not even saying anything crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that, brother. We're gonna go ahead and keep it rolling to the next game. I think I'm now 2-2 with my predictions after this game coming up. Yeah, I had. Oh no, 3-1. I had the Wizards again to win, mainly simply because they were at home, bro. It's not really that deep. Both of these teams are trying to lose. Both of these teams have young players playing basketball, and that's that. I mean, I don't really have anything to add. Anthony Gill led the Wizards with 13 points, but they had three other guys scored 13. Bub Carrington, Kadari from St. John's on the Wizards. What?
Yeah, he's the Capital Go Go member. Yeah, he's the Capital Go Go. Other
Wow.
guy that.
Oh, that was like his first
But
real
yeah,
game
if
playing
you
for the
don't mind,
Wizards.
if I got some thoughts on this
Nah, you
game.
good? Feel free.
So yeah, so the first thing first was I don't know if you see the minutes there, but Will Riley only got 4 minutes, and the reason for that is because he was too good. So we were tanking our ass off as well. We tried to play all of our Capital Go Go players. We tried to go light work with it, and the Pacers were worse. And I didn't think we had anybody who really had a really good game. It was just yeah, like you said, it wasn't anything that really stood out, but I wanted to give a shout out to Kobe Brown for Indiana. I thought he was gonna a great player at Mizzou. I thought he was underrated. I thought he would have been an NBA player. I saw some flashes on the Clippers, but I would never trusted him, give him enough minutes. To be fair, he was Kawhi's backup, so that probably played a role in that. But I could see him playing a role in Indiana and their deep roster in the playoffs, and he could be like an eighth man or a ninth man. And I think he's a solid player, man. He played well yesterday. He impressed me, and he showed the player that I saw at Mizzou he can get rebounds, score, he can dribble, he can facilitate, he can do all of those things. So shout out Kobe Brown. And yeah, the Wizards and Pacers both were tanking. They play again today, and I'm worried the Wizards will win both of these, which would be really bad for us keeping that top eight pick. But I mean, it is what it is. I guess we're going to play the Capital Go-Go from the start this time, see if that's enough. But yeah, it's going to be a tough tank off for sure. Shout out Kobe Brown. Shout out Will Riley for hooping, even though we only got 4 minutes. Um, and yeah, that's awesome.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, Wizards winning both of these games would definitely be bad because no matter how you put it, these two teams will be within 5 games of each other in the loss column at the end of the season. Within five, so that can be 1, 2, 3, 4, or five, but they're gonna be close to each other. And the Wizards winning 2 games in a row over them, and also winning the shit. The Wizards are up 2-1 right now in the season series. 3-1 will be crazy, and does not help their case. Jarris Walker, you know um, how much I spoke on opportunity in regards to him about a month ago. I want to say that was 19 points, 14 boards, 7 assists, 2 steals. When he's been playing basketball for them about the last month, he's been solid in his minutes. Even Sharif Cooper been solid in his minutes. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. And I know he didn't shoot the best yesterday, but the fact is that he's been playing basketball and he's been producing against NBA talent. You know, this is a guy that went late second round to the Hawks, arguably was a first round pick to many. Didn't get to start off his college basketball season because of things that he was dealing with. Da 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 da. I don't want to get into all the NCAA and his pops and his agency and all that type of stuff. After that, didn't really find a real role in Atlanta, playing behind Trae Young. Then he went overseas and then got the call from the Wizards. Came right back over, played in like the summer league and the G League, and I actually playing rotational minutes. So shout out to Sharif Cooper. I want to give him a big shout out. Opportunity is everything, man. And hopefully these players coming into the league continue to work hard and never forget that they can be called at any time to be a rotational player for these NBA teams. Whether it's a good team, whether it's a contending team, whether it's a quote unquote tanking team, or whether it's a team that's just not that good enough. You know, the opportunity is going to come along as you continue to put your head down and work. So shout out to Cooper and Jess Walker from that game. Right now I'm saying at 3-1. Next, my gut told me Cade Cunningham and the Pistons. I ain't gonna lie, but then I heard Jordan Woods say in my head like, "Man, the Knicks blew their ass all the last time they played." I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stick with the Knicks. But Cade had other plans. It's always big to go into the Garden and have a big game, and he did just that. I mean, he empty the clip type. He'll dominate the game type. Like whatever you want out of Cade Cunningham from a point guard perspective, he can do it. Any way you want him to play, score first, pass first, whatever, he can do it. 42 points, 50% from the field, 5 for 11 from three, 8 rebounds, 13 assists. Did have 5 turnovers. Did it also have 2 blocks and is still on that end. And we got Josiah up here to talk about this performance where Cade and the Pistons put on a show. Josiah, what you got to say about this game right here, brother?
First of all, good morning to everyone that is in the speakers and listeners. First game back from All-Star break. Losing to the Pistons for the third straight time. Pistons has swept the New York Knicks in the season series. Um, the Knicks started off in the first quarter, in the first couple of minutes of the first quarter, hot, getting confident. Hitting their shots early. But Cade, man, that's just like he just like took control. He took control of the game. Took control of the game. Just really made people wonder like this was this is here. You put on the highlight right there. Cade just took control. Tate just took control of the game. It was his game throughout, and there's no one that we had to stop him. OG OG was coming back from a toenail situation where he had to get his whole toenail removed. But overall, this was a winnable game. Should have been a winnable game, but just ineffectively bad. Just you can't miss 15 straight threes in the first half and expect you to win a game. Like that's like you can't like go into a game and saying, "Oh, if we miss 15 straight threes, we can win a game." But tough loss to begin the second half of the season. We got Houston next, Ev, on primetime ABC on Saturday at the crib again. Hopefully, we can get a bounce back win just to get back to the winning ways and stuff. But Cade
The
should be in
fuck?
MVP talks. Cade should be in MVP talks.
What
There's
the
like this,
fuck?
yeah, that was a crazy dunk.
Yo,
That
split the
that
Nah,
double
that's
dunk with
nasty.
the offhand.
Nah,
Oh,
that's
that left.
nasty.
You talking about that left hand dunk?
Yeah,
Yeah, that hole
what
was
the
nice.
fuck?
Split the
That hole
double,
was tough, boy.
switch hands.
That hole was tough.
Let me see that one more time. Slow it down real quick, like frame by frame. Like that's some skill, bro. He split the double, then switch hands. Oh
Nah,
my god. Nah,
dude.
his bag is deep, bro.
Yeah, Ev, you missed some interesting convo. A little interesting convo spearheaded by the ladies. Shout out
Look at this
Aries.
right here. Split. Okay, then
Yeah,
The
yeah.
same.
That got
I
to
It's,
had
come
it
it's,
up.
on
it's the
deafened
same.
because I
It's the
can't
same
have two.
place,
I
same
can't have
place.
the
Man.
sound coming through.
No, no, I feel that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah. It was an interesting convo. Like shout out Aries. Not. I think they were just in there josting, and it actually turned into a funny slash good little convo. Twin was in there too. About him. We were talking about. I think it was the
best
him
American player.
saying
The
pretty much.
comments.
Yeah, best American player. Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to comment on that in a second,
that's
but
fun.
I'll let y'all.
That was fun.
No, yeah, I will. You
That's
can
fun
take it right
looking
there.
This
at.
after
Decide where you.
this after the GQ article too.
what's up?
Decide where you
What's
done? No,
up?
I'm sorry. I don't want.
Yeah, I was about done. Just a disappointing loss. Just a win. You had the game early. They couldn't hit a shot, and just Cage just say, "Fuck it, I'm going to lead us to this win to hell and high water." That I gotta respect that because he knew there was no one else on his team that could have done anything else that can do what he do. But hopefully, hopefully we can see them again in the playoffs. Hopefully.
All
Better
right.
be you better be careful what you hope for.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know
OG,
if you
we could.
want
I don't know why you asking for that. Like
you
it's
you
something
heard
gonna
what Cat
change.
said. Just like you heard what Cat said about this team. This not the same team as last year. Cat got better. Was Cade got better? Asar, all of these guys got better. That's Cat's words, not mine.
Yeah.
I just
Oh, go ahead.
understand that.
Yeah. Cade made two comments, two of the biggest comments he made within the last week. He's the best American. He feel like he's the best American player in the NBA, and then also, he feels like a big problem in the NBA is how a lot of guys flop and flop and try to initiate contact and things like that. He said 3 of the top 10 players in the NBA do that. He's not a fan of that. He don't fuck with that. And I respect that because that clip that we just saw in that 2 minutes and 25 seconds was him getting pure buckets. I mean, post work, downhill, finishing with either hand, dunking the ball, 3-pointers. Like Cade is a do-it-all guard. Like I said, whatever you want out of a guard on the offensive end, however you want him to play, he can do that. Now, to the best American combo, I do feel like Cade risen to being I have to do a rankings in a second. But I think Jordan Woods even mentioned a rankings last week. But I do have to do updated rankings in a second. But I do think Cade officially, not officially, but he stamped the top 12 player in the NBA. Damn, they can probably argue top 10. And I said it. I made a comment a couple of months ago in the show where I do feel like he can be as good as Ant and play at that certain level. Both of these guys are number 1 draft picks. Both of those guys are special coming out. And obviously, Cade is the better playmaker, but Ant is the better scorer. In a sense, or not even just in a sense, in a way. But Cade also is a really damn good scorer too. So I mean, Ant to me still is the best American. Cade said what he's supposed to say. He's supposed to have the confidence in himself. He's leading the best team in the league right now. Leading the best team in the Eastern Conference right now. And he's
Damn, he leapfrog Tatum too.
Well, Ant? I just think Ant's the best American, but I didn't think about.
No. Cade.
Well,
I'm good on Ant being better than Tatum. I ain't worried about that.
Ant better than Tatum. Nah, Cade. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Okay.
Cade leapfrog Tatum, but there's a world where Cade can.
Oh, okay, all right.
Cade can.
You talking about current Tatum or like
Well,
before he got hurt?
We don't know what current
Man,
Tatum
we
is
don't
like.
know. Yeah, we don't know,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. That's the unknown. That goes to the point. The unknown Tatum.
Twin. Damn, like, yeah. Until we know otherwise, we gonna assume he gonna come back as Tatum, bro.
Yeah. Give me Tatum over Cade. The last time we see Tatum, give me that.
I don't know. I think Cade can be better than Tatum. But that's. I think next season will determine that. If Cade replicates this again for a third year in a row, like he putting up 26, 27, 6 and 9, 7 and 9, something.
But
like
he can get. But this is the thing with Cade this season has been that.
I just want more topics to create more content. Hold on, real quick. This type shit we need.
Cade hasn't had a flawless season when it comes to he can still get better. There's room for him to still improve as a rim scorer because his non-restricted area and getting to the rim, like he can definitely get better at that when it comes about finishing, especially layups. I think he's like below league average. Last time I checked it, he was like 59% at the rim. I think league average is like 65, 66. Especially for a guard, 6'5" guard, he got to get better at that. But he had a phenomenal game, like you feel me, against the Knicks.
So this is a perfect time for me to ask this question. Why does all that nitpick shit? Why does all that nitpicky ass shit matter if a dude makes buckets at the right point, in the right time of the game, and lead his team to be a winning team? Why does all that nitpicky shit matter?
Because we're comparing him to a guy that's already stamped. Hey, the combo essentially came from the Tatum and Ed brought up the 26, Aiden, whatever he's averaging. I'm saying
my point is
he has room to grow. This is not a polished player,
and that's why I don't know. That's why I never said he is better than him. I said he could be better than him. That's literally what I said. He's 24 years old, bro. Tatum was like 27. All I said was he could be.
I guess my point is, I would look at all that nitpicky stuff if it was getting in the way of him helping his team win and him putting up gaudy numbers and him just doing all that shit. Then I'm gonna say, well, yeah, you got to get better at that because it's stopping you from getting to X, Y, and Z. What the shit that you just talked about, Tween, it ain't stopping him from doing nothing. He's leading his team, putting up numbers, and his team is winning. Best team in the league, best record in the league.
I think if Cade,
he carrying the same team that a whole lot of people said can't do shit because they don't have another guy on the side of him. So in spite of all that, he's still doing all this shit, and we still talking about he got to get better. He's 59% at the rim. Come on, man.
I didn't say he has room to grow. I'm saying that goes to his benefit. I'm saying Cade still is not a complete player. Like he's
Okay,
him
I'm
as
with
a
you.
Isn't
Where I
it?
scorer,
agree.
But
especially.
you're not saying
No,
nothing.
him as a he's leaving room. He's leaving room on the. He's leaving stuff on the table, respectfully, as a scorer. Like, yeah, the play. Yeah, he's probably whatever you want to say. He's a top five playmaker. Yeah, the scoring element. We know he's a great defender. We know he's a great playmaker. The scoring is still some like he's leaving stuff on the table when it comes to putting him in certain combos as the best American top player, top 10-ish, top 5-ish. Because I think he has the skill set to be a top 5 player if he just got more buckets efficiently.
All right. Um, yeah, all I was saying was I don't think he's better than Tatum with the Tatum that I know. I don't think he's better than Tatum, but I do think he's a world where he can be neck and neck with Tatum and or probably better than him. Especially if he continues what he's been doing the last 2 years. That's last season and this season, and replicating those numbers for a third straight year while also leading his team to being one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference again. And like OG said, he's doing this without another key guy on the side of him. I would say that can take the ball out of his hands from a star or superstar level or a true number two level. You put it like that. 26, 6 and 9 is not nothing to just like like let me bring up how he's below league average of finishing at the rim. 26, 6 and 9 while leading the team to the best record in the East. I mean, the best record in the league. And you talking about that's what OG's saying. You talking about let's bring up his finishing at the rim. The guy's good with either hand, regardless. The guy's good in all 3 levels. He's a 3-level scorer, regardless. Whatever you want, like talk about that. Highlight that. Talk about him being a 3-level
The
scorer.
three ball, I wouldn't say he's a 3 level scorer. He's like 31% from three, and I think
He's
his
33.
shot
He's
definitely needs some
33% from
improvement.
3. He was 35 last year.
33, my bad.
35 the year prior. Is it a knockdown
On
shooter?
what's the
Is he
volume on what's the volume of threes on that
five or
thirty
more every
3%?
season?
Okay.
What
Uh,
about that motherfucker? What about that motherfucker he had last night when they needed and he stepped back and dotted Sohan's eye? What about that?
Yeah,
What about
that
the
was a
ones
tough
you hit at
shot.
the? What about the ones you hit at the crucial time? Does that matter more than the overall number? Because to me, I want to know what you do when the shit on the line. Like when it matters and we need a three, can you make a three? We just got a clear example of that shit last night. Last
But
night, right in your face.
that all goes hand in hand. Shooting indicators will tell you a better 3-point shooter is gonna make more tough shots late in games. Like that all goes hand in hand. What you're saying is not wrong. Yeah, he got to hit the big shots when it counts. But I'm saying they're the whole game counts. What if they
but I,
you know what I mean? He
but,
doesn't hit those
but
threes to start the game, and it doesn't matter.
I don't want to take away. I don't want to take away just because you're not as efficient as you may like or whatever, or may want to be. Does not mean you're not a 3-level scorer. Like he's still a 3-level scorer. He can knock down a three. He can score inside the 3-point line, and he can finish at the rim. That's all 3 levels. He had the inside, the mid range, and the 3 ball. Like that's all 3 levels. He's a 3-level scorer. At the end of the day, is he as efficient as a ant from the 3-point line with 39, 38%? No, but can he knock down the open three or off more often than not, or even big time shots or big time threes like OG stated? Yes. And Cade Cunningham is that player. He's the one that wants the moment. He don't run away from the moment. He wants the moment. He wants to make the play. And more often than not, he wants to shoot the ball in that moment. So, yeah.
Every single time. I just don't like. I don't know. I mean, to each his own. You can't. I can't tell y'all how to evaluate basketball. But for me and these two things in my skull, I'm trusting my eyes. I'm not looking at. I'm not gonna go look at some numbers. Okay, let me see if the numbers equate to what. No, I'm looking at. I'm looking at time. I'm looking at when you do it. I'm looking at what you do out the whole year. I'm not gonna go pull out a whole bunch of numbers. And I'm not trying to downplay whoever does this. Like you can look at stats to go evaluate a player if that's what you choose to do. I just feel like for me, I'm looking like what I mean. I There's not one thing that I can take it to look at this kid and say, yeah, but man, yeah, but my ass. I mean, that's a winner. We had a long conversation about DP yesterday, and we don't have to rehash that. But again, some of the qualities that he's exhibiting, and I've seen since he was in freaking 5th grade, some of the qualities he's exhibiting, that's what I look for in a superstar. That's what I look for in a number one. That's what I look for when I'm talking about somebody that can be the head of my snake. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not finna go pull up the stat. Well, let me check it out right quick. Hold on. 32%. What shit he only got? Man, what? Nigga, do you make big shots at the right time and can you carry? Can you consistently put up hot gaudy numbers? He's doing all of that. And we talking about what he do at the rim at 32%, and he's not a three level. Man, come on, man. Like, leave. What are we looking for? A perfect player?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. To each his
I
own,
agree.
though.
I agree with OG 100%. I ain't gonna lie. But at the end of the day, to circle it back, yeah, I mean there's going to be well, not even a three-way race, but right now, because I think Flag went into those conversations sooner rather than later. But yeah, Cade, I mean Ant Tatum and Cade, because I have Cade over Brunson, so Ant Tatum and Cade is easily my three best American players at the moment. And that's all with all due respect to KD and LeBron James. But those are the three guys, and I think Tatum will still be above Cade for me. But I think Ant is just a better basketball player than Tatum at the moment. And hopefully Tatum comes back from injury, man, looking really damn good, man. Because listen, I even said it yesterday, bro. Like when I went with the AJ and Tatum thing. Now I think AJ out of BYU is just a way better scorer than what Tatum was out of Duke. Way better. I only made that comparison with when it comes to how Tatum is throwing the ball for the Boston Celtics and to be their best playmaker and or initiator when you're not playing with that top tier floor general, which he has not done throughout his career. It was Marcus Smart. It's been the later end of his career, Drew Holiday, and just throwing Peyton Pritchard or even Kemba Walker and that little stint of Kyrie Irving. So he's not playing with floor generals and guys that get him easier shots. He's the one that's getting shots on his by himself and getting other guys easier shots. So I said if AJ was thrown in a situation like that, if he becomes a better playmaker, I would like to see him blossom from that perspective because he's a wing with the ball and he's just that good with it. But damn, bro, I'm saying anything. I lost my not anything, but I lost where I was going with that point. I was about to tie it to something. Tatum. Oh, and I spoke on how like even we're going to get there in a second, but like Tatum got better as a playmaker, and even to this season, Jaylen Brown got better as a playmaker. This man had a triple double last night, bro. Like we're gonna get there in a second, but like this man Jaylen Brown is like, bro. I hope him and Tatum never break up. Like I did hope them two never break up because if they are on each other's team for the next 5 to 10 years of their career, they're knocking on Eastern Conference Finals and or NBA Finals damn near every single season. Because them two are just that good. And you got to just put the right players around them. And they still have today the right players around them without Tatum even playing this year yet. Because I think he returns. So, yeah, man, just credit to Tatum, credit to Brown, and how good they got at basketball. So I still think Tatum is a better player than Cade Cunningham. But I do think Ant solidifies himself as a better player than Tatum at the moment.
Hey, Ed, real quick, and we don't have to dive too deep into it because I know you got to get past the whole slate. But where would you put Luca in those three that you just mentioned?
Luka's still over Cade. Luka's still over Tatum. I think Ant is the one where you can sit down. Like for me, it was a hard time, but it was easy to accept the reality of SGA being better than Luka. Like I think a couple of fellas were too early on it. I think some niggas were saying that like, was it? I can't remember what it was. Probably 3 years ago, two and a half, 2 years ago. And I'm like, nah, not yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's better than Luka yet. Like, nah. But now I can confidently say SGA is a better basketball player than Luka. Ant is the one that give Ant one more good postseason run, which is coming right now. If it happens, where he's showing the playmaking, the defense, the offense, the offensive skill, output, the skill for both sides of the ball, and also the knack for big time moments and big time plays, like you just spoke on Cade, because Ant got that too. They damn near cut from the same cloth, to be honest. Cade and Ant. So then I think Ant can enter combos where he can leapfrog, not even leapfrog, but just go one spot above Luka and Luka's one spot behind. But if Luka coming to this postseason right here, though, more healthy, the chemistry is more with LeBron and Reeves, and Luka's playing Luka-like basketball, which he's been doing this season, and controlling the games from an offensive perspective, even probably getting out of the first round, which more often than not, people probably not even expecting at this moment. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have a lot of different teams in the top 3, 4 that can beat the Lakers right now in the series. That's the Thunder, the Wolves, the Nuggets, and damn near at this point, probably the Spurs. I'll have to talk around and ask y'all some questions in regards to that. So if Luka continues his 33, 34, 8 and 9, really damn good offensively, the 3-point shot is back, controlling the game, dictating the pace, dominating games, especially because he rises in the playoffs, in my opinion. And even the defense, which Jordan Wood's been preaching or praising, where it's been better more often than not, or it's been better this year than any other previous year. Like, yeah, I know you're gonna laugh at that. I mean, I can't say
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I can't say Ant better than him I can't say Ant better than him at that point. If Luka's still being Luka, I can't say Ant better than him. Let's really put it like that.
But Ant rises to a level where he can outplay a Luka Doncic in a series, especially in the off. So let's say Ant play with the Ant-Man level you think, and Luka play at that level you saw last year. You said he was
No,
a
just
little
say the Luka. Just
banged
say the
up.
Luka. You know he is right now. If he playing at this Luka right now, don't try to go back to last. That's not fair, bro. Don't try to say Ant
Okay,
right now.
okay, my bad.
Like you try to say Ant. You know he Ant can be, but not say Luka what Luka can be. How that makes sense? Say what you know Ant can be and what
So
Luka can be, and what I know both of those players can be. Luka's the better
okay,
player. That's all I'm saying. But if Ant goes on a
play.
tear, if Ant goes on a tear, what you are you trying to say Ant better than Luka? That's what you trying to say?
I'm not there yet, but
All right, that's all
that's
I'm
a
saying.
conversation.
Yeah, OG
That's a
question.
like that's a conversation right there. To be honest.
And where did I say I would entertain a convo? If Ant continues his level of play offensively and defensively, hitting the big time shots, carries Minnesota to not carry, but takes Minnesota to the Western Conference Finals again, and or NBA Finals. A lot of people in here pick Minnie to go to the finals. If he does that and probably even win it, whoever comes out of the West has a strong chance, or probably the strongest chance, to win the NBA Finals this year. If he does that, how can I not look at it and say, "Oh, Ant's probably better than Luka now"? Because he's right near, he's right there near him anyway.
So
They both top 7 players.
so
I
he
guess
gotta basically essentially his team gotta do well. That's all. Let's say he plays at his level.
The
Luca
problem
doesn't
is,
end up playing at his.
okay, well, then,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
that's a different conversation then. But it's hard for me to say Ant play at his level, but Luka don't play at his level because nothing's shown me that Luka does not play at his
Because you
level.
expecting Luca like what like 34 in a he's already averaging 34 in a year. You expecting that in offs?
Are you expecting him to drop to 29, 28? It's Luka Doncic we're
No,
talking
no,
about.
I'm expecting like 30, but not nigga 34 is that's
All right,
different,
and
bro.
if you get a
I
30,
don't think
if you get a 30, 31, I think he's probably at 33. If you get a 30, 31 out of Luka in the playoffs, 8
and it
rebounds,
ain't
8.
30.
Yeah, so okay, what are you trying to say?
They walked as
If
a
Luka
scorer.
drops by
I'm
two
saying this.
points, what are you trying to say though? Like I'm good. Like,
No, no, no. I'm saying this. If Ant-Man and Luca becomes a wash as a scorer, who are you taking?
oh, okay,
Like
yeah, I'd rather you.
that's
Okay,
basically what I'm
that's fair.
saying.
And that was really the basis of my question. Like if those guys you talked about, every last one of them two-way, and they get buckets and they score. So I didn't know if you were still on the well, Luca's offensive output is just that much heavier
I,
than
but
these other guys that I just got to still put him over them
the
because
thing
those
about
guys get buckets at a very high level, very on a when they need them type level as well. So I'm just like, well, damn, is this offense just that much better than those three guys you just talked about? And along with the defense that those other guys play.
I do think
So
Luca.
that's kind of where my angle was.
I do think Luca is still a better offensive player than all 3 of those guys. And y'all limited to scoring. And you and Twin question is fair. Y'all limited to scoring, but I limited to the way he dictates tempo, the way he plays basketball, the way he moves the ball, the way he can make any pass in the world. And arguably probably one of the best passers in the NBA. Not probably, but one of the best passers in the NBA. He's easily a better floor general and playmaker than Ant. And I think that will continue to make the leap. I will continue to put him above if both of those, if the scoring will cancel out. Now, obviously, Ant is a guy that you can throw on your opposing team's best offensive player. SGA, even LeBron, even Luka and him damn self, Jamal Murray. I'm naming guys that he'll probably play in the playoffs. Kevin Durant, De'Aaron Fox. You can throw Ant on them guys. But if Luka is playing like Luka, nothing is telling me that I can put Ant
But
over Luka unless a championship is coming with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a championship is coming with that, or
the,
another crazy run is coming with that, or him just getting better as a player is coming with that, which he's been doing, but also Luka is still playing like Luka, and also Luka got better as a player. I can't just say Ant is better than Luka at that point just because of
I
defense.
guess
yeah,
hold on real quick. But for me, if Ant averages 28 and Luca averages 30, and Ant is being put on the best player on the other side of the ball, and Luca is being hit, I don't know. I just don't get how that 2 points makes him that. And I get you the whole rest of the game, the playmaking and all that. But my man doing something, and I call him my man. I'm just talking about it from this argument standpoint. He's doing some of that playmaking as well. To that degree, probably not, but the fall off ain't that great. So all of the stuff that I hear you say Luca's doing, and then my flip on that is this guy's going to be able to be put on the. He's going to do a whole bunch of that, and he's still going to be able to be put on the best player on the other side. How can we say them 2 points and that little bit of extra playmaking or whatever and good pass is makes him that much better than that guy? Like I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just something and we don't
and
have to stall
Nah,
here. But for me, I don't
now
know.
I got to follow up to OG's point. If you watch every playoff game he's played,
mm-hmm.
his he's more helio in the off, so his creation goes up a notch. So if you want to say he's a top 3, top 4, top 5 tier playmaker, that shit jumps at least 2 tiers. He's at least a top 10 playmaker when it comes to advantages created in the offs. That's a real thing. Ant-Man and the all playmaking definitely rises.
Yeah, listen. I hear y'all. Where I can end it here. I am not opposed, and I forgot to ask you a question, Byron. I am not opposed to Ant becoming better than Luca. The same way I was open to acknowledging SGA past Luca, I am the same with Ant because if Luca is 5, Ant is 6. If Luca is 4, Ant is 5. Well, let me do it real quick. Jokic, SGA, Luca to me, or Giannis, I don't really care. It ain't Wemby, it ain't Ant, or Ant Wemby, however people want to do it. Those are the 6 best players in NBA, point blank period, to me. And then when healthy, you insert Jason Tatum there. That's all the 7 best players in NBA. And then me personally, that's when I'm damn that early. I'm entertaining Cade Cunningham talks. Cade Cunningham at 8 or 9 for me. And I think I even said he was over Curry and Brunson when we did our list in the offseason. So Cade is easily a top 10 player in the NBA actually. And then you'll go with Cade, Curry, KD at this level. What is that, 9? And then D. Mitchell Brunson to close out the 10, I think. Let me see. Am I missing somebody?
No Booker.
No, he's
Single.
not. He's
We're
not.
having
He's
a
not a
serious
top 10
conversation,
player.
gang. Why you saying no Booker, gang?
Like what?
Like,
Yeah, that nigga.
come on,
Lil
gang.
Brady trolling shit.
Yeah, but those are the top.
I
Yeah,
say never Booker. Niggas call me a troll. That shit crazy.
those are the top
He
10.
not
But
entertaining.
those
He's
are
not
the
in that top 10.
those are the top 10 players in NBA. Well, however you want to do the order, you can do it. But it's Jokic,
Did you say
SGA.
Kawhi Leonard? I don't think you said
I did not say
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, he didn't say Kawhi. He's for sure top 6, bro.
What?
I think he's Kawhi Leonard is a top 6 player. What is like? What are you confused about?
Were you
I
saying
would
that?
give him top 10. I
Were
don't
you
know about
saying that
top
coming
6.
into the? Were you saying that coming into the year? Like you feel like Kawhi is still a top
Healthy
6 player?
Kawhi, yes, healthy Kawhi, yes.
So healthy Kawhi
What
is
I
better than.
seen,
So what about KD then? Is KD a top 6 player?
no, no, KD hasn't. No, last year he was fully healthy. I didn't pencil him as a top 5, top 6 player. No,
So what
he
Kawhi is
played
doing
what
right now,
79.
he's just better than KD.
Yes,
Do you always feel like Kawhi is better than KD throughout their career?
no,
So how long has
So,
no.
Kawhi been better than
but
KD to you then?
KD's having a stellar year this year, so I'm not
You
That's
even
said
why.
getting that
how
That's
long
argument.
have I?
I'm trying to see how it can make sense. So how long has Kawhi been better
The,
than KD to you then?
the last time we seen him healthy, that was the 23-24 season. Where he where he played what 60 something. He was second team
So
All NBA
okay.
over LeBron
So throughout their
because he
career,
missed all last year,
so throughout their career when Kawhi is
and then he
healthy,
came back in
okay, I
December.
got you, I
Can
got
I?
you, I got
I
you,
got
no, I got you.
go.
So throughout their career when Kawhi was healthy, you pretty much had him over KD, like when they were in their prime, pretty much when they were healthy. You were saying
No, no. The
okay.
last
So
time I seen Kawhi Leonard, he was better than the last time nigga KD. Like
okay.
was it like
So this
we
season,
seen
okay,
him?
hold on. I'm walking with you. So this season better than KD. 23-24, I think you said better than
No,
KD.
he was hurt. He was hurt last year.
I, I said this season, and then
I'm
I
talking
said
about the
20.
year before that.
Bro, did you hear what I said, bro? I said 23,
Oh, my bad,
24.
my
That's
bad.
what you said.
Is
23,
that the is that
20. I'm going off what
is it
you
or is it?
said. You said it, bro. The last time he was healthy before
Let
this
me.
season, you say he's better than KD. Okay, let's just say the last time. Okay,
Yeah, the full season, yes.
and then what about the time before that? Was he better than KD too as well? Or was that 19, 20,
When he
2021?
came back, you said 1920?
All right, I gotta pull it up because I'm trying to talk to you and I haven't pulled it up, but I'll just pull it up. My bad, twin.
So
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 this
so
year
I
you
got
have
it
KD,
right.
you have Kawhi better. And sorry for the dragging this, y'all. This year you have Kawhi better than KD. Fair, right?
Yeah.
And then you said 23-24 better than KD. We averaged
Yes.
68 games played. Fair. Any
Yes.
other year before that, do you think he's better than KD?
No.
Okay, just those 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, what is he doing this year that makes him better than KD to you?
I just said I'm going off of the last time we seen 23-24. He was better than KD.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm going back to this year. He started the year off healthy. I penciled in wherever you have Kawhi, he's above KD.
Yeah, but you didn't say you
Oh,
didn't
you
just
going
say
off
this. You
2
didn't say
years
no
ago?
reason why. You just
You
said
going
Yeah,
off 2 years ago and a 40
yeah,
game
level
sample
level
size?
of play. Yes. As
you
a
You
as
going
a
off
off
so you going no? Did you going off 2 years ago and a 40 game sample size this season?
What do you mean? What do you mean 40 games? I didn't need a sample to know he was just a better basketball player.
You did need a sample because you ain't seen him be better. Like you ain't seen him play in 2 years almost.
The results is the results. I'm looking at how they're playing when it comes to
Can you please
impact.
stop telling? Can you please stop just throwing out buzz
No,
phrases
no.
and think that shit about to suffice when you talking to
KD,
me?
hold on.
Because it's not, bro.
Can I respond? All right, go ahead,
No,
Byron.
respond with something that's actually like that I just brought to you. Like respond
Okay,
with something.
what'd you say?
I said the last time you seen Kawhi play for real was 23-24.
Yes.
That was 2 years ago.
Yes.
And so you basing it off of 2 years ago, him being better than KD. Because even after the before 23-24, how many other years was he better than KD? You only said 1 year?
I only said 2 years.
He said none.
It's total.
Yeah.
Oh, you said before this year?
Byron. No. He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
And then you said 1 other year.
Byron, he said
let me pull it up.
Byron, he said before 23-24, 0. That's why it makes no sense to me. He said 0.
So nigga, you don't make no sense.
Hold on.
It makes no sense to me.
KD wasn't healthy.
It makes absolutely no sense, bro.
1920. KD didn't play 1920.
Year. Like what? Like that's so goofy,
bro.
No.
Because niggas, hold on. 1920, he was better. KD didn't play no games that year. That's after the Achilles. That's the year I gave you. You want another year?
How much
years do
you bro, they are close enough in prime years and age-wise for you to compare them to current day up until now. Yeah. You only got 1 year or 2 at the most.
I can break it down like this.
All right,
bro. Don't make
when
sense,
when Kawhi made the emergence to hold on. Let me respond. When Kawhi made the emergence to be a quote unquote superstar, that was the 16-17 season, right? So after that year, he got hurt 17-18. Then the 18-19, that's the Raptors year. I think that was a wash. You feel me? Like KD, Kawhi, that's really a wash. They both top 5, top 4, top 3 players. I don't really, you feel me? That year. 2021.
Bro, you have more years where KD was clearly better than Kawhi, though.
That means it's not a wash.
No. I'm going based
it's not
on
a wash.
No, hold on. I'm going every year when he became a superstar. I hate when you get
argumentative and you just get down a rabbit hole, bro. Just because you want to be argumentative.
What are you saying?
Do that, bro. Just say, yeah, you know what? My bad. And then we
Why would I say my bad?
And I appreciate your voice, bro.
Kawhi Leonard is a better player, right? But Kawhi Leonard is a better player than KD, respectfully. Like, what are we doing?
I don't, but see, like that's not what I'm saying. Like, so for this year,
who's gonna be all NBA first team and who's not?
The arguments be so bad, I just be losing energy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
When the season ends, who's gonna be all NBA, whatever, and who's not?
If you left it at Kawhi been better than KD this year, point blank period, and just left it alone, cool. But when you brought
and he was better last time we seen him.
Yeah, maybe cool. Like that's still kind of argument.
Hold on. He was better in 23-24. That's the 2 points I made.
Because he wasn't. That was one of KD's better years in Phoenix. Why?
Based on what? Impact,
you tell me.
Metrics, all of that. Test. What are you talking about?
But between what I'm telling you is what makes it
who was more impactful?
Between what I'm telling you is what makes it better to you if you always had him as the better player in the previous seasons, Tween. That means Kawhi had to do some crazy shit to be in a whole separate tier than him, Tween. Because then therefore that means it would be a quote unquote wash, like you said, in 23-24, brother. It doesn't make no sense, Tween. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
So you're saying in 23-24, the year I thought Kawhi was better than KD, why I'm thinking it's not a wash? I can easily respond to that. That's your question.
Bro,
you're not understanding what I'm saying.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. You listening to, bro, 23-24, you can have Kawhi slightly better. Cool, whatever. It's closer to a wash more than anything. But anything prior to that, you have KD being better.
Yes.
Bro, KD, listen.
Like Tween. Let me hold on.
No, after that, yes or no, bro? You can argue that. Like, that ends right there.
I had Kawhi better all the years before that. Say that one more time.
23-24, KD was clearly better than Kawhi than you, right?
Clearly? I wouldn't say clearly. I just brought up them being both top 5 players in 18-19. What are you talking about?
That's 1 year, bro. That's one more year. I said that.
So how about the year 1920?
23-24 and
1920. 1920?
That was KD.
KD didn't play 1920. Yeah,
so that's what that goes to the point. So why are you bringing up that year?
But you're saying no. You said hold up. You said clearly better. That nigga, it
Bro,
wasn't
the
clearly
years
Now we
that
can
better.
both of
argue
them,
semantics.
the
Okay.
years that
Give
both
me
of them
the
have
end
played,
now.
you've had KD a better player way more often times than not. Yes
Yes.
or no?
Yes.
What's the starting year? If you're
You
going
It
ain't talking
doesn't
seven,
about fucking. Stop
matter.
asking me
hold on, hold
dumb
on.
questions, bro.
Hey,
You
Okay,
pissing me
okay.
off,
If you're,
twin.
can I respond? Can I respond? If you're going San Antonio when he
Bro,
was a
say
role
yes
player,
or
yes,
no.
yes. If you go in San Antonio when he was a role player, yes, KD was better.
KD's been
What do you
clearly
add to that?
better. So
Yes, when he was a role
Kawhi
player,
has never
yes.
just super lapped him throughout any times throughout their career. So how the hell you
This I
saying
think
present
no.
day
Right now
off
he's
of
lapped
40
him.
games, Kawhi is better?
Right now he's lapped him. I never brought up a lap. I'm just saying he's a better player. Where are you
Right now,
getting
you
a
say
lap?
he lapped him.
I
What you
never.
say?
You
What?
keep bringing up. You keep bringing up me saying clearly better lapped him, nigga. If a nigga thinks they might be the same tier,
Bro,
that
if
doesn't
a
matter.
play, no, listen to what
Somebody's better than the
Tween,
other.
listen to me. Tween, listen to me. If a player has clearly been better, if player A has been clearly better than player B throughout their primes and their careers, it's gonna take something miraculous or something gap worthy from a tier standpoint in order for player B to jump player A. That's just
Player B
logical. That's just common sense.
Player B, hold up. Player B is having a career year. Player A is having a career year, and player B has plateaued, if not declined. Are you including that in the
Who
evaluation?
plateaued and declined?
who you
Kevin
talking about?
Durant.
Plateaued
Kevin
and
Durant
decline.
has
No, the fuck he is not.
is KD peaking right now? Yes or no?
Man, KD
Nigga,
playing
no,
at
but
a
that don't mean he
high level right
plateaued.
now,
So
bro.
Do you know the
Is
meaning of words?
no. Plateau is
Plateaued and
level.
declined is not they not synonymous, my nigga.
No, that I'm saying one or
Plateau
the
mean you didn't hit
other.
rock bottom.
KD, hold up. KD is
No,
one is hold
stop,
up.
no, stop just throwing
What
words
do you?
in the
All
air.
right, go ahead.
Listen to what you said. Correct yourself.
For what?
You said you put
For what?
plateau and decline in the same sentence, like they synonymous,
Yes,
and they
one
not.
of them. KD has declined, if not
KD has
stayed the
declined.
same,
Kawhi has
relatively
declined as well. So
plateaued.
what you talking
No, he
about?
hasn't. Based on
Yes,
what?
he have.
Based on what he's peaking right now. What are you talking about? This is the best we ever seen Kawhi hoop. What are you
Nigga,
talking
he's
about?
not peaking. No, bro. He's not peaking as a player
He's
overall. No,
peaking.
he is not.
Yes, this is the best we've ever seen in the regular
Nigga,
season.
no,
Kawhi Leonard, yes,
nigga.
this is the
Bro,
best we've
Kawhi,
ever seen
nigga, do
him.
you know understand that Kawhi was in DPOY talks as well as being a
This is
bucket?
well, yeah. I obviously. What are you
Well,
talking about?
stop saying stupid shit and stop just looking at
This is the
numbers.
what does that? What does that have to do with him
That has to do
being
with him as an
all?
overall player,
Hold
Tween.
up. He's a all defensive guy still, and
No, he's
No,
not.
what the fuck?
No, the fuck he is
Niggas
not.
just love lying,
Kawhi,
man.
Kawhi Leonard.
But
He's
Twin,
not all defensive
Hold
you
player.
on.
can't
No, he
talk. You
is
can't talk.
not.
Nobody cutting you off.
I
You've been
never said
talking.
he's. I never said he's making all defensive team. You know what a level of
He's
it? A
not even
You
level
just
He's not all
did.
defensive level. No, he is
based
not.
on what? He's nigga. Are you seeing how much stop, bro?
Hey, bro, Twin, I'll slap you if I was
He's
in person
still one of
right
them.
now, bro.
He's
I'm not
still
gonna
one of
lie.
the most
Hey,
disruptive
go ahead, bro.
defenders in the.
Go ahead, bro.
Hold on, Byron. He's still one of the most disruptive defenders in the association. When it comes to his passing lane, off ball defense, it's still a
Twin,
A
can I
plus.
stop
What
you
the
real
fuck
quick?
are
Twin,
you
can I stop?
watching?
No,
He's
Twin.
how much steals he have? Hold on.
Can I stop you real
Steals a
quick?
game.
Twin,
Look up his steals a game.
Twin. The problem is you said
What
the
is he
word
talking?
peak. Twin, the problem is you said the word peak. And that's
Yes.
where that's the mess up, Twin, because we're in
How is
year.
that a mess up?
Twin, prior to this season, there is years where he was really damn good offensively and was probably the best top 3 on the defensive side. So then you can point that as the year where he peaked overall as a player. This season is not the same. He's having his best statistical season on the offensive side of the ball. Yes, but he did not. It's not the same. He doesn't have the same impact that he had in his prime as a defensive player. So therefore, he's not peaking as a player.
Basketball differently. Because offense and defense, you cannot say, okay, this guy is a defensive player of the year, right? And the offense is, nigga, what level offensive player did you think he was prior? He was a very, you might have overrated his offensive ability based on the defensive ability. We know he was an elite defender. The offense was a little murky. Right now, he's giving you elite A+ offense, and he's giving you elite defense. This guy is one of the most disruptive defenders in the association. Look up how much steals he's averaging right now. Like, what are you talking about? Without fouling.
He's tween. Because the crazy thing is, you trying to make it seem like he got like in 18, 19, and 19,
Offense and
20.
defense is not the same.
Listen to me. You trying to make it seem like it's just some crazy difference from a scoring output between him this year so far and him in 18, 19, and 19, 20. It's not. It's not some crazy.
You gotta watch the game,
difference from a scoring output. In 18, 19, and 19, 20, he was still all defensive player.
And he's still all defensive. Like,
no, he's not. No, he is not.
So him making the team based on
his scoring is not a crazy gap from him in them other years.
Can I respond, or are you just gonna keep yelling, bro?
Go ahead, bro.
Him making the offensive team based on what voters and reputation and team defense, nigga, that doesn't go with what I'm saying. He's still a all defensive caliber player, and he's peaking as an offensive player. Offense and defense is not equated equally. You're not. Yeah, this guy might have peaked defensively, but the offense is nowhere near what he was giving you.
Yes, it is.
No,
I'm literally telling you, you are lying.
No, he's not. Are you watching the game?
Don't look it up, nigga.
Hey, I'm
looking at it right now, twin.
In 18, points per game?
18,
what are you looking up?
In this year, twin, he's averaging 27.9 points.
I'm not looking at points per game, bro. It's more to that.
What the fuck are you going off of?
It's ball handling. Bro, offense is not more than just PBG, bro. It's facilitating, it's ball handling, it's ball security.
If you think Kawhi is facilitating more,
it's ice. Hold up, can I respond, bro? Why you keep trying to cut me off, bro?
You bringing up shit from an overly deep, overly nuanced, analytical standpoint because you don't want to get your ass stumped out right now. Stop doing that, bro.
Bro, you cannot respond me, bro.
Let's move on. Let's move on,
What are you talking about? You're looking at points per game and trying to say his offensive ability.
Bro, his offensive output is similar to 18, 19, 19, 20, bro.
I just said points per game is not what you look at when it comes to offensive ability.
Okay, bro.
Is he not peaking offensively? Are you disagreeing with that? Are you really disagreeing with him peaking offensively?
Overall as a player.
No, answer the question, bro. You just said
I never pushed back to him being better right now offensively than he was in the year.
Question.
From a front standpoint.
Is he peaking offensively right now? Yes or no?
Nigga.
Can I get a
right now he is peaking from a scoring standpoint.
It's not just scoring. Why you keep going scoring?
Offensive, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Offensively, yes. Defensively, it's not a conversation.
So you think he's tailored off defensively? Like I said, you what would you say?
Yes, nigga, yes.
No, I'm not talking about San Antonio Kawhi. You brought up the Raptors Kawhi. Defensively right now when Raptors Kawhi defensively, you think that's a huge defensive decline?
Yes, nigga, that is a completely different defensive player. Yes.
I never said it was a different defensive player. I said it's a huge defensive decline.
Yes, he was clearly better in Toronto, yes.
How big of a decline?
Bro, Twin, get out of my face, bro.
Bro, I'm asking you a follow-up question.
Because now I'm feeling less intelligent, going further and further along in this combo.
We're trying to break down.
No, bro, you gonna do it.
All right,
drag
y'all good, bro. Y'all good. Byron, you had a question in the chat. Do you still think the Knicks are going to beat the Pistons in 5-6 games this year?
Oh nah, it's crazy. When y'all was talking about the game, I was listening. I was trying to get some stuff done at work so I can go on break. But yeah, nah, it's crazy. I don't think so. I don't. I ain't gonna lie. Cause who asked that, Jordan? Somebody probably heard me tell Jordan that yesterday.
Ari asked that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think they got how much? What did Brunson end up with last night?
Brunson finished with 33.
Okay. How many shots he got up?
Let me see. 20.
20. Okay. Yeah, man. I think they got enough. They got enough bodies to throw at Brunson in the series. I mean, it's something I knew yesterday too, but I don't know, man. Cade showing me something from a rising standpoint, which the All ain't here yet, obviously, but from overall standpoint, I think Cade can consistently impact the game. You know, even if his bucket is not falling. And they got people like Holland and Assorta just consistently throw at Brunson in the series. Everything about me picking Knicks over Detroit was me not believing in Detroit offense.
Okay.
So that series could probably go to 7.
Yeah, it'd be
Actually,
another
yeah.
fun competitive series between these two teams. It was a great series last year. I know a lot of us wanted the Pistons to make a move at the deadline, but they also do think that they have one of the deeper teams in the league. To win a game like this without Duran and Isaiah Stewart, and you have um, 5 different guys come off the bench playing 12 more minutes, and they all produce. You got to get happy. You got to be happy for that. Jenkins, Levert, Javante, Holland, even Mr. Smith. So shout out to the Pistons, man. They got the depth. They just got to put it all together, and they still got a guy like Paul Reed that can step in and be consistent or give them quality minutes and replace for Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duran not playing last night. So 18 points for him, 7 boards. Tobias had 11 and 10 boards, struggled from the field. And then Duncan Robinson's job was just to knock down shots and Azor Thomas just to play defense and score around the rim. And he did that last night. 10, 5, and 4 with 3 steals. So shout out to the Pistons. They dominated the Knicks all year. They won every single game by double digits, 2 of them by 30 or more. That's insane. And they are currently the
That's
best.
wild.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's big time. 3 straight dominate. You said 3 of them?
Yeah, three of them.
And being able,
Damn.
being able to do it without Stu and Duran in this game.
But
That's
to be
fine.
fair though, let me counter to that. We've seen series, especially in the regular season.
Are
Like
you
I was telling
countering
what.
to this or just adding your own thoughts on the potential?
No, I'm
series
adding my
change?
own thoughts to this because
So how are you
potential. Like we've
countering it
seen
then?
Portland.
Like how are you countering
We've
it then?
seen no, because I'm saying in a playoff situation, I don't look at regular season
But
series.
I didn't even
You
mention
might have 4-0.
the playoffs though. So like how are you even countering?
No, I'm just okay. You right. My bad.
Okay, go ahead, bro. That was just the wrong word to use because then I feel like it was similar to the convo that I
Yeah,
was
no,
having.
you're right. You're right. That was definitely a wrong word. I'm just saying, like, looking at the playoff big picture, in my own opinion, like, regular season series really don't matter. I've seen teams go 4-0. Like, Portland against OKC. We seen OKC go 4-0 against Portland in that regular season matchup, and we seen them losing 5. They got 4-1. So it's really, take everything with a grain of salt, you feel me? Especially Knicks, Detroit. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks beat them. You feel me? Like, that's just my opinion.
I don't think anybody would be surprised if the Knicks beat them.
Nobody will be
Yeah, we're
surprised, Twin.
just highlighting
That's
that
the
the
crazy part.
Pistons dominated them this year. That's it. That's it. But like Byron said, bro, I do appreciate your voice and you being on the stage and talking sports with us as well. When you do have the time to come
Always,
on the
bro.
stage.
Always. Well, I ain't gonna say always, but most of the time.
Facts, Z Blaze. B guy, Tween is over 2 on takes this morning. Go back to bed, Crody. Damn. He just had 40 in the garden. What we're talking about. Tween is nitpicking at this point. His team number 1 in the NBA because of him, respectfully. Okay. The Pistons are gonna have to get Cade number 2 guard. I went got some point like though. There's a lot on his plate. Yeah, especially for the playoffs. The game's changing the playoffs. I ain't gonna lie. We'll see what happens this year.
Nah, shout out Cade, man. I don't want to take nothing away from him. Us all NBA first team.
I was trying to get done when y'all was having that when Luca got through into that combo. However it got there. But
OG
that was
right?
it. That was some interesting shit. Yeah, OG did bring it.
He's not even up here.
That was interesting shit.
Yeah, I think I proposed that
Yeah,
favorite.
that nigga team chasing the bros away, bro. Damn.
It's a Friday, man. People probably got plans and things like that. It is what it is. I still want to make sure I fired up the show today and have to talk about the proposed solutions that the Adam Silver and even the general managers around the league are trying to discuss in regards to that. Very interesting. Can't wait to see what happens. And obviously, just going down the slate right here. I did at the top of the show. What did I want to say? Oh, so now what am I? 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. I come back into the winning column the next game. The Raptors got the win in Chicago, 110-101. I just felt like they were just a better team than the Bulls. There's really nothing deep for me. Brandon Ingram coming off his All-Star appearance at 31 points, 11 for 26 from the field in this game, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. RJ, Scotty, Quickly, CMB. I mean, they're healthy, bro. They're healthy. They got Walter off the bench for 14 points, Jamal Shedd, Jakob and Sandro, and then Grady. So, I mean, they are a good 10-man deep. And they're just a good team, bro. 33-23. Or they're going to be continue to get better throughout the season. We put it like that. 33-23. And I just think they're a better team than the Bulls. That's why they got the victory. I don't really have nothing to say. The Bulls are the Bulls. You know, it is what it is at this point. I did figure Rob Dillingham minutes were going to go down because Josh Giddey obviously returning. Josh Giddey played 21 minutes in his return. Anthony had 31. Colin played 15. Trey Jones played 22. So he got a lot of guards that he's dealing with for him to even crack consistent minutes where he can produce or have solid outputs. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Shout out to the Raptors for getting the win over the Bulls, 110-101 yesterday.
Jaden Ivey getting DMP'd is very weird, but
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, he basically spoke on it in the post game. I mean, it was a very encrypted message, but he spoke on it.
I thought he did. I thought that was Centel when I saw that quote saying, "I'm
Nah,
not
that
a
was
player."
real. That was real. He basically, like, let me summarize it. He said, "Nigga, basketball really like." He said, "Get right with Jesus. Like, all this shit really don't matter. The DMP niggas not gonna know I got benched February 19th. You know what I mean? When Judgment Day came, that's exactly what he said. I don't think he cares about basketball. I mean, that's me assuming, but I don't know."
All right, wait, what did you say he said?
He basically said, like, I'm summarizing it. I'm gonna butcher it, but he basically said basketball don't really matter. Judgment Day, get right with the Lord. You feel me? Repent for your sins. They asked him, "How you feel about not getting? You feel me? Getting DMP? You can pull it up on Twitter. Like, it's like a 3 minute quote.
I
Like,
believe you. I believe you. Go ahead.
yeah." Like, he basically said, "Niggas not gonna care about this, me getting benched February 19th. Get right with the Lord. You know, repent for your sins." Basically.
Okay. All right, thanks, brother. I definitely appreciate that. And good luck to Jaden Ivey in Chicago, and even throughout the rest of his NBA career. Next game on the slate, guys. This might be the Boston game. I don't know. I don't think it's the Boston game. It was gonna go to State. Didn't start that early. It is the San Antonio Spurs and the Suns game. Devin Booker left this game with a hip injury. Doesn't matter. The Spurs are about to smack him anyway. The Spurs got to win 121-94. Man, Stephon Castle's he one of my man. I don't care what happens, bro. I will never trade Castle. Like I'm at the point where I would even trade Harper before Castle. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like I think Castle was just gonna be that good of a basketball player. I will never entertain trading Stephon Castle ever because he's going to be a star, two-way stud, can play, make, continue to get better as a shooter, gets downhill, plays with passion, plays with aggressiveness, plays with fight, plays with intensity. Anything that you can want out of a young guard coming up in this league, sitting at 20, 21 years old, 22 years old, 21 probably. Stephon Castle is that. And Dylan Harper is just like a cherry on top, though. He even had 17 points off the bench with 7 for 11 from the field. And we know how good he is as a basketball player. Fox had a solid 15. Wemby had 17 and 11, 5 blocks. Just a really good basketball team that the Spurs have, man. It's going to be tough for anybody, even with them not even having the full playoff experience, but anybody to go into San Antonio, whether they start the series off at home or even they start the series off on the road. It's going to be tough to beat that team in a 7-game series, especially if they're healthy. They made a small change to their starting lineup. They bring Harrison Barnes off the bench over like the last 3-4 games, I want to say, for better floor spacing purposes. Obviously, Champagne is a better shooter than Harrison Barnes, and Harrison Barnes is one of the weaker spots in the Spurs offensive lineup, or even starting lineup, with his inability to be consistent from the 3-point range. So they made that change like 3-4 games ago, and I see they're carrying on with that for the rest of the season. But they're deep. They got the depth. They got Luke. They got Kelly. They got Keldon. They got Dylan. They got Harrison. They even been playing Carter Bryant more minutes as of late as well. So shout out to the whole entire San Antonio Spurs team. Dylan Brooks did not play because his hot-headed self was suspended by the league. So Jalen Green got to start, and he scored in bunches. 26 points, 11-23 from the field, 4 for 9 from 3. Outside of that, nothing else to talk about. Booker played 9 minutes. Hopefully he's healthy to go tomorrow when they play again. If not, it's tough, man. He just came back from injury, and now you're hurt again, this time with a hip injury. So it's a little unfortunate. Shout out to the Spurs, 20-6 at home, 39-16 on the year. Well on the way to win 50 or more games this season. And I cannot wait to see who they play in the playoffs and when we get his first taste of the playoffs, and if he dominates in the playoffs, or if Fox rises in the playoffs, or what Castle and even Harper as young guards in the league do in their first go round in the playoffs. Next, I got another one.
Oh yeah, Wemby got us. That's for damn sure.
You said show up?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You said who got to show up?
Wemby.
Oh yeah. What year? Is what year 3 for him? Year 2?
I think 3. But even if he's viewed as a top 3-7 player, as most people would put him now, you got to produce like that in the playoffs. You got to anchor a defense in the playoffs. You got to, or even score in the playoffs. You got to rebound well in the playoffs. You got to dominate on either side of the ball in the playoffs. And I'm not saying Wemby's a dominant offensive player from a post perspective, but I mean, if you want to be the best, which he believes he will be, or the face, which he believes he will be, your time is now. Like your team is
No
just good.
facts.
Your team is just good for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Your team traded for De'Aaron Fox for this very reason right here. They didn't trade for Fox because they traded Fox with expectations to make the playoffs. Let me put it like that. Simple put. They traded for him and extended him because one, he wanted to come here. Two, because they felt he's a guy that's been a clutch player in the NBA, have the playoff experience, one of the better guards in the league, top 15 from a point guard perspective. Let me put him with Wemby. They did not know they want to get Harper, obviously. But let me put him with Wemby and see what we can do. Fast forward to now. Castle getting better. Vassell getting better. Harper there. Wemby obviously getting better. Fox being De'Aaron Fox throughout this season. Not the same level of scorer because he doesn't need to be with this team. But this is what their vision was. And I don't know if they expected 50 wins, but they expected to be a good basketball club at the end of the day. And now they're that sooner rather than later. You know, they didn't have to wait till next season to be that. They're here right now. Nobody get that experience right now. So when next season come around, like them smacking on OKC, them smacking on the Lakers, them bro, why I don't recall the Spurs and Nuggets game this year? Did they play? I don't recall none of their games. They beat Denver November 28th. Okay, they didn't play their second time yet. Okay. All right. That Denver game, somebody hit a big shot. I can't remember. But yeah, the time could be not. It's not now, but the time is now for Wemby. Overall, as the Spurs, the time for me would be them next season. Like next season, we should talk about them as the NBA Finals contenders. Like next season, I think somebody even here at them as going to the finals this year. If they right, they right. But next season, there's a real world where the San Antonio Spurs can represent the West in NBA Finals, and I'm confident and I'm firm with saying that, and I'm okay with saying that as well. Especially if they make another move to get better in the offseason, which they have all the assets and ability to do so.
Shout out Adam Silver for catapulting that franchise back to relevancy again.
Shout out to who for doing that. John Doe, what's up, bro?
Adam Silver.
You said who?
Adam Silver.
Oh, Adam Silver.
You I go with the tanking argument.
This nigga gifted them 3 top 4 picks in back to back
I mean,
years.
to be fair, it's
Well,
San Antonio, bro.
okay,
That's a big market.
The Rockets got that too. What are you saying? Jalen Green, Jabari, and Reed Shepard, or even the Thompson twin. The Rockets got that too.
They had a couple lottery. They had like 6 lottery. Josh Christopher. They got Shingun lottery.
It was within 4 years for sure.
I got to check that, but
Jalen Green, Jabari. That might have been back to back. Jalen and Jabari might have been back to back. Yeah, that had to be back to back. Let me.
Shout out to him. Jalen Green was in the Cade draft, so that was 21. Yeah. And then Jabari was 23 or 22. I don't remember.
22, I think. Yeah, man. I mean, shit. Did you say Adam Silver blessed the Rockets? Jalen Green. They got 3. They got 4 top 4 picks in a row, 4 straight years. Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, the Thompson twin, and Reed Shepard. Literally. Yeah, flag is out tonight. Flag is out tonight.
I didn't say they didn't bless the Rockets either.
4 of them, and you get one good player.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We gonna look back on this draft by the Rockets and be like, damn, like you got 4 picks in a row for 4 straight years, top 4, and this what you left with, like.
Yo, Ev, you trying to pay up the debt right now? Me and Shaggy will take the shit a little early.
That nigga must really love Texas, bro. Shout out to him.
Nigga think Amen Thompson getting rookie max money. Okay.
Gobo, don't expect to see a lot of Cooper Flag, bro. For a good port for the rest of the season. Like, don't expect to see a lot of him. He gonna play here and there, but if he got the injury, I'm not saying he's fully hurt or anything like that. It may be a little longer for them because they want to pick to be as high as possible this year. And all teams know what they're trying to do at this point. As long as these young players in college keep balling out, you're going to see teams keep guys out to try to hire their chances to get in the top 4, top 5, top 3. From a balls perspective, like the lottery balls perspective. Shit, Booth. Hey, it is what it is, man. Like Byron said one of the better things yesterday. Nigga, y'all can't have it both ways. You can't say this is a generational draft class, but then speak on how this is the worst tanking ever been. You damn right. Like, it should be. Like, so, I understand, bro. I ain't mad at it.
Looking on it, it's really just.
Oh, go ahead.
My fault, bro.
No, you good. Go ahead.
I was saying, looking back, like on like the tanking shit, it's egregious, but like it's really on like a couple teams really doing like just most teams are just ass, bro. Like the Kings are just ass, the Nets are just ass. Like the only ones that's like egregiously doing it is Utah and then the Pacers, bro, and the Wizards as well. That's pretty much it, bro. Like everyone's just ass. But I guess.
But that goes to your point. The Wizards is a protection pick. Same with Utah. OKC has Utah's pick. It has to lean in a certain way for them to keep their pick. Same with the Wizards. The Knicks have their pick. So you seen both of these teams do what they gotta do. Nigga, you just brought it up, Kenny. You gotta do what you gotta do to get that pick. We just seen Dallas do that with Lively. I spoke on this a couple days ago. Dallas sat Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, all of their guys, and they got a crazy fine. I think it was like 100. It was, I don't remember the exact number, but they got a fine for doing that. Niggas is gonna do what they gotta do to keep their pick respectfully.
Yeah. Just like to punish, like, the teams are actually like ass for the choices of a few. But shout out to him though. Shout out to the commissioner.
But why you keep pointing that to the commissioner, gang? Like you acting like he purposely said, "Hey, give the Spurs all these picks in a row." And you can't say he said that to the Spurs, but I did it to the Rockets. Did he say the same thing for the Rockets?
I said the same thing for a while. I said they got blessed too, nigga.
So Adam Silver said, "Hey, let's give the Rockets these picks in a row."
I don't know, bro. I have my own things on it, but
No, I want help me so I can meet you in the middle. Adam Silver said, "Hey, let's get the Spurs and the Rockets all these picks that's within the top 4 in a row." Right to you?
I think it's more of like a revenue slash, what's it called? Well, or just a revenue perspective as far as these are kind of the big mark. No, these are big market in the sense, not like money wise, big market in the sense of like watchability and revenue and shit like that. But that gets to a whole rabbit hole, and it's not the time for that.
Okay. I'm starting to dislike and again, I'm just, I can be on the wrong side of this, but I'm starting to dislike the whole, oh, Adam Silver or David Stern give this team this certain pick. Like, I don't think that's a thing. Like, I don't think they, and I could be wrong. I don't think they just be giving niggas picks. Like, I don't think that happens, bro.
I could peep that shit with Aggie.
Yeah, I just don't think it's.
I ain't with that conspiracy theory either.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't with conspiracy theories in general. But
period. Yeah, I'm not. Like, I need facts behind it, but I need to read. Let me read.
But this is the thing, though.
Oh shit!
I was with you until like.
Oh, there you go. Third
Derrick Rose playing for Chicago, Bron playing for the Cavs. Well, D Rose had like a 0.9% chance of going to the Bulls. Luka Doncic had Cooper Flag had like sometimes, like, I'm not saying believe like the shit is fixed, but just make shit make sense sometimes.
I'm just saying, like, since the whole rule change 2019, the number one pick hasn't gone to one of the worst teams.
You want me to make a draft lottery make 100% sense? That's what you want me to do, Twin? Something that have like odds, like a percentage, like odds. You want me to make that 100%? It got to make 100% sense to you. It got to be 100% logical.
If it did, I'd have questions about it.
It's just the law of averages.
Exactly. Go to like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
it's literally just a law. It's literally just
why it always end up like this.
It's literally just the law of averages. Like, it literally makes zero sense that since 2019, the worst team has not gotten the first pick at least once.
It's a lottery. It's a lottery, though.
I'm understanding you. I'm understanding you, right? The law averages, right? If you have a higher odds of getting the number one, number two, whatever, like number one, number two pick, right? And you are one of the worst teams in the league, you obviously have a higher chance, right? It should make sense that I'm not saying it should never happen, but I'm saying it should never be out of those. I mean, it's going to be 7 years.
Now watch how I silence your argument. and I don't know the facts behind this, but I'm willing to. I just know top of my head, you're probably wrong. If I go back to 2010 right now and go up to 2019, which you just referenced, between those 9 years, are you telling me more often than not, let's say over 50%, the team that was the worst team in the league got the number one pick then?
I wouldn't say let me
Because
let me change what I said.
you
I
just
said
said from
one of
19 on down.
I should say
Oh, now you saying
one of the
saying
worst
one
teams.
of. Okay. So how far does that range
Yeah,
to be?
one of if not the worst team should be getting the number one pick.
I
But
think. Okay, what is one of to you? Like how many teams is that?
the bottom three teams in the league.
The bottom three teams in the league should be ending up with a top pick. Do the bottom three teams stay in the top three from 19 to now? Has that happened? Now you gotta meet me in the middle at some point. You can't have
I
it
have
both
to check.
ways. You can't say the
I
bottom
have
three
to
teams
check.
end up with the first pick. But are they getting picked 2 or 3?
I'd have to check.
Okay, don't worry about it. We can check together.
I know.
Don't worry
I
about
know
it.
top man.
I got time. Don't worry about it. Trust. It's a Friday. I got time. Let's do this
And
together.
even on top of that, even like what I mean, the number one pick don't always hit. Sometimes the number three better than number. You know what I mean? So I get it, but I don't know.
No,
I
no, no,
just
that is facts.
like
Like
No, I'm saying
there's
that
no.
we've
doesn't.
seen.
I'm not saying that
If
doesn't
it's
happen. I'm
always
just
the number
saying.
one pick is always the best player in the draft. I know that the chances are, probably higher that they probably are, but that's not always the case. So I just don't get the when people start talking, trying to make like conspiracy theories, and I'm like, okay, like I don't know.
But
Let's
OG,
just I tap
sometimes
out
you
real quick when
draft
you start
a
trying
lot
to tell
of
me.
drafts is best player available. A lot of drafts is best fit. So you got to also remember when the Rockets got the number 2 pick or number 3 pick, they picked Reed Shepard maybe because he's the best shooter and they need shooting. Like, I'm using that for example. Don't get off mute and yell at me. I'm just saying a lot of teams pick certain players that don't got nothing to do with this number 1 pick. Got to be because he the best player. You know
Bro,
what I
what
mean?
do you be
I think.
talking about? Like,
Bro,
I'm
let
my
confused, brother.
bro. Now you don't know. Okay,
no,
my
I'm
bad.
trying.
I just
My
think.
bad. Go ahead. Apparently, OG understands it. So go ahead, OG. My bad. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it's only a few times where, like, it's like, well, damn, nigga, that was LeBron. Well, damn, that was Wemby. The majority of the time, I mean, shit, it's been Anthony Bennett. It's been a bunch of niggas that don't hit. So for me, I
Bro,
don't
I'm
know.
here. I'm OG. I'm hearing you, right? But it's just the fact of
Okay.
even getting the pick in the
Okay.
first place. It just like
Okay, Kenny. I mean, let me circle back to Kenny. Let me circle back to you real quick. 1920. That's what year you referenced 19 to now. You said one of the
started
worst.
around
Yes, one of
2019.
the. You said 1920, right? That's what you told me. You said 19.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
19.
agreeing with you.
Okay, one of the worst teams in the league. You said top 3 worst. Got the first pick. The Wolves. That's one. We're gonna go to the next year. 2021. Magic, Pistons, Rockets. This might be Cade right here. That's 2. We're gonna go to the next year. Pistons, Magic, Rockets. They were within the top 3. I think this might be Paulo. So that's 3 years in a row. Actually, let me fact check if that's Paulo. Hold on, I'm sorry, I don't want to. That should be Paulo,
Yeah, it
correct?
was.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Paulo
it
right
was.
there. Yeah, I don't gotta go there.
Follow Cade and Jabari.
That's 3 years in a row. This literally going against everything you just said. 3 years in a row. 22,
I
23.
didn't say it never happened. That's
You
not what
just
I
said from
said.
19, one of the worst teams in the league have not been getting the number 1 pick. That's what you just said.
That's not what I
You
said.
switched it from the worst team to one of the worst. That's literally what you just did.
I said if one of the. I said one of the worst.
And you said
You're right.
one of the worst is the bottom 3. And under 3 straight years, the bottom 3 team got the first pick.
Yeah, I didn't say that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
yo,
yeah, Kenny, you losing me,
I
Kenny.
know I'm
But
not
I
going
could have
crazy,
sworn you
bro.
was
I
pretty
know
stern in your argument.
your argument was that it's not been happening since 19. That's literally what you said, Kenny.
I said it's not. We
But
can.
what did
Those
you
were the
say?
years
Go
the
ahead,
odds were good.
clarify. What did
Those are the
you
years the odds were, a number one team would actually, or one of those teams in the back end wouldn't just fall into number one.
I might have messed
Last,
up.
I think, 3
I might have
years.
messed up the years.
Okay,
But
yeah,
I'm
You
not
know,
sure.
maybe Z Farm is helping. You might have messed up the years, but you definitely just said
yeah,
that. And I'm like, well, hold on, let me just look at this then. But you probably messed up the
Cause
years.
I thought the what's it called? The odds was at the 2019 was when it started in 2019. I might have missed
no,
that the year. Next time.
it's this the year Detroit fell back to 5, or this year.
That's on me for messing up the year. That's on me.
But even if you messed up the years,
Wemby's year was
even if you messed up the years, you messed up this where you fucked up at. You switched it from worst team to one of the worst teams. More often than not, one of the worst teams were getting pick 1 though. Like One of the worst teams in this situation right here is who got pick 1 in this draft? This is the Rockets, Spurs, and Pistons. This is 22-23. Is that Wemby?
That's Wemby's draft.
So the Spurs got the top pick. Kenny, that's where you messed up your argument. You go to 23-24. Blazers, Wizards, Pistons. Okay, this is fair because who got to pick 1 here in this draft?
This is Atlanta. We stated too.
That's the Hawks bullshit, right? That's the Hawks bullshit. Okay, so but one of the worst teams stayed within the top 2 and 3. The Wizards got picked 2. That was my argument to help my argument out. 24-25. Let's see. Hornets, Wizards, Jazz. Who the fuck got this pick? This is the
Dallas.
Oh, this is the flag thing.
Yeah,
this is the flag thing. Okay, so, but then one of the worst teams stay within the top 2 and 3.
No, because 76ers were top 3 and Spurs were as well.
Yes. Okay, so this is just a bad one. I mean, either way, you're nah. You only got 2 years. Like you literally only got 2 years. The flag year, and then this one right here, and then I think what was it, last season or whatever, for one of the worst teams, and I get picked 1. So I mean, I hear you. I mean, but if one of the worst teams get picked 1 again this year, then what? You can't really say Adam Silver. The main point of this is you can't say Adam Silver is purposely giving the Spurs these picks in a row and purposely giving the Rockets these picks in a row. You can't say, well, I can't tell you what you can or can't say, but I don't think what you're saying is valid then at that point then. Or your theory or your thought is valid in my opinion. After we just did that exercise where we went through these teams, or these recent years, which you gave me the year 19 on down. So I don't know. Anything to say back to that, or are you cool?
No, I just missed up the years.
All right. Well,
I thought the odds that was instituted in 2019.
Well, if that's so, who do you think Adam Silver is going to help this year when it comes to the draft? Now, since you got a theory where he helped the Spurs and the Rockets, like who do you think he's going to help this year? Then, so I can bet on this team to get the first pick. According to you, like who do you think he's going to help this year? Like what big market do you think he's going to help? Wouldn't it be Brooklyn?
I think it'd probably be like, I don't know. Like I said, I can never.
So you did feel like Adam be like, you did feel like Adam be giving like teams like, is it only the first pick or is it like he just be dictating the whole lottery? Like how do you like? What's your thought process on that?
I think the lottery gets skewed in a sense.
If it was rigged, Giannis would get. They would give the Bucks the number 1 pick, and they would give Giannis Peterson. Like that. That would be rigged. I'm sorry. Like he's been talking about leaving and then he gets fucking Darren Peter. Come on, nah, that would be rigged to me. But that's the.
You think they drive Darren? I think they might go AJ.
It's not what we're talking about, to me.
Nah, I think they would go Darren.
Jeez, man.
Rob, what's good, gang? Well, let me hear yours. I'm sorry for dragging this. I'm sorry for dragging this, but let me hear. I need to hear this so I can like leave it alone. Do you think you said you think the lottery is skewed in a way? Can you explain, please? Like, is it just pick 1 to you? Like, do you think he just dictates? Because if he dictates pick 1, what happens with the other balls, like the other spots? 2,
well, 3, 4, 5? Like if I'm like continue on with like what I was trying to say, I was gonna say like it seems like in most cases the worst teams in, let me not say 2019 because we just proved that wasn't the case and I messed up my ears, but from wherever the Detroit pick got moved to 5 or whenever time it was, right? I just think that some of the worst teams, I'm not saying they don't get the pick. I'm not saying, but I'm saying that they kind of get screwed in the sense where they shouldn't have, like, more cases than not, they shouldn't have the time where their pick goes from 1 through 3. I forget the actual like percentage odds, but it shouldn't be going all the way down to 5 or going all the way down to 6, or in our case going all the way down to fucking 8. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like,
but Kenny,
Kenny's right. Kenny's right about that.
That's nothing to be right about. Like that's not a fact behind that. That's how he feel. What do you mean he right? That's how he feels.
I thought he was talking about like the top four.
I'm saying the
worst team in the league gets like a top 3 pick stamp. Is that not what he was saying?
That's been happening though. That's my point. So no, that's not what he's saying. Because I literally just did an exercise where one of the worst teams literally was in the top 3 every year for the most part. Literally every year besides this past Cooper Flag one. Every year, worst team in the league was in the top 3. Might not have been
But I
pick
thought
one,
all
but they
of
were
them was
winning.
in the top 3.
That's never going to
The
happen.
number one
Guys,
pick.
this is a lottery. We are never going to see the 3 worst teams in the league be in the top 3 picks. That's never going to happen. I'm pretty sure that never happened in NBA, point blank period. That never happened. Like, what? Do you hear what you just said to me? The worst team is getting the top 3 in a row?
So
That's
hold up,
never going to
that's never
happen.
happened. Now I gotta fact check that because you want
Please
to
look that
fact check
up. I know
everybody.
for a fact that never happened.
So you're saying the top 3 picks has never. So the worst pick wasn't 2 or. I'm gonna fact check that.
Tween,
There's been a time that, bro. There's been a time
slow
of that, bro.
down. What I am saying is, I highly doubt, and I'm more. I think it probably did not happen. Where the 3 worst.
No, don't
the
say
3,
highly doubt. No.
Okay, I don't think it ever happened. Where the 3 worst records in the league were to pick 1, 2, and 3. I don't think that ever happened.
Did they do a lottery
Never
in
said
2015?
1, 2, and 3. I said top 3. Now you want to switch it to 1, 2, and 3.
What the fuck?
I'm looking at 2016.
What if the worst team gets to 2?
Tween is right. There is a year. It's 1 year though.
Thank you.
And it was the year nothing changed. Like literally, the entire lottery stayed the same. Like what was
Watch your
predicted.
dumbass,
If that's
nigga.
1 year, cool. But
So it's an anomaly year.
No,
Yeah,
you
like,
said never. I said we want to fact check everybody. We just fact check
shout
you.
out. It happened. Shout out to Z Farm for looking that up. It happened in
Yeah.
2016. I did not think it happened before, because the point is, at the end of the day, it is a lottery. To circle back to Kenny and even you, bro. If you put Kenny name in a hat 15 times and you put Byron name in a hat 3 times, my bad. Let me circle that back. Kenny name in a hat 10 times, OG 7, Byron 5, Z Farm 2. Ev 1, I lost the count for the equal up to 20. Doesn't matter. The point is, even if Kenny is 10 and Byron and Z Farm is 2, Z Farm can still get selected before Kenny does, y'all. That's what happens.
No, we're not saying that. Like
you're basically not saying that though.
We can move.
All right.
No, you was wrong. That's all I know. It was wrong.
For making a guess? Okay, cool. I was wrong. What the freak? Yeah, I made a guess, but
I
it was an anomaly. If you cannot give me another year, if you can't give me another year or another year or another year, then I will chalk up being wrong on an anomaly year out of 20 plus years. Like, I'm okay with that. 30 plus years, I'm okay with that. 1 for 30, yeah, I would take that. Like, come on, bro. I'm good. I highly doubt
That's why I think there's a lottery, because.
But where do you think you should, like? Where do you stand with the odds of the picks? Like, you think it has something like tanking? Like, I get that's a big talking point. How do you fix the draft?
Well, I started the show with this, and I looked at some of the proposed things that they're trying to do around the league. I don't really agree with pretty much any of them. It's some of the things that we talk about in here. I sent it to myself to talk about it at the start of the show, and I did that to start the show versus talking about the games to jump in. But I mean, just looking at some of the proposed things, some of the things that we said in here, I know I one of the ones that said something about like you can't pick within the top 3 or 4 consecutive years. That's something that's thrown out. But then someone countered something like that. Shout out to what's his name, Sam. I think his name is Sam. Someone countered something like that and said, "Well, if that's the case, yeah, Sam. Well, if that's the case, you're going to see them teams that know they have a higher chance of getting the top 4, because the teams that was top 4 can't get a top 4 pick again. They're going to even tank even more to get in the top 4. So, Brett, like he said, Brett, I don't know what the solution is to answer your question, Tween, but it's not any of this stuff, which I agree with. Either get more creative and do something truly out of the box, or leave it alone and let team operate as they see fit. And that's where I'm at with at the moment. Like, just leave it alone.
My fault.
Damn, so it's really no solution. You ain't got no thought process. Damn.
We had
the only rule that I don't necessarily like per se, and me and Heverson and Jordan were talking about this last night. Like, the only thing I don't like is if you get the top 4 pick, then you can't get it again the following year. That's the only rule I don't really like. And Heverson made the point of it forces you to like be better for that particular. Like, if you want a top pick in the following draft, then I guess it incentivizes you to play better so that you won't get that top 4 pick in the draft that's currently happening. But I don't know, I just feel like that's just not consistent to me. Like, if you're gonna you're gonna play well for a year, then you're gonna be as for another year. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But
This is just very stupid. I don't know why they're all of a sudden now trying to combat this, especially when they're going to have two new teams coming into the league that are going to suck from day one. Uh, to me, this is I don't even know if they're trying to save face with the basketball in February. I mean, we're seeing guys that really shouldn't be on the court. That's really the only thing I think they're trying to combat. But this is going to be in sports. This is a part of the major four that are in America. This is not going to change anything unless they bring in a minor league esque league where it's relegation, where that team goes down. It's that simple. That's the really, if you want to fix, that's the way you fix it. But it's not going to happen
What was the
because
way
the
you said?
NBA
My
is
bad. What
not
was the
going
way you
to.
said? My bad.
I was saying that if they want to fix the tanking issue, I don't think you can fix it. But if you truly want to fix it, you go to the relegation system. You find those you get those teams in the G League. You get some expansion. But it's not going to happen because you're not going to get 60 teams, and you're not going to or 45 teams, however they would do it. You're not going to get that many teams. You're not going to get that many good players. It wouldn't make sense. You're not going to
Homegrown
get
talent.
I just feel like the rules make. I just feel like the rules make the.
like that like lottery odds freeze after the deadline. Cool. I'll just play bums after nothing what fixed none of that fixes anything.
Yeah.
Like
No,
there's going to
no,
be
for that.
tanking is in sports like that in American sports I should say. Tanking is going to be around for as long as there is one league, one true league in every sport. So I don't know why they're trying to combat this. It's something that is a part of sports. It's going to be in sports, and the fact that they're trying to change this now, and they're going to get two new teams going in next year that are probably going to be guaranteed bottom 10. Um, yeah, I just don't get it. It's weird that Silver's trying to combat this now instead of when could have actually been fixed 5 years ago. But yeah, we'll see. I'm glad my team's not going to do this anymore. But it sucks that teams like Sacramento, and this is why I didn't like the Memphis trade for them, because teams like Memphis, Sacramento, those low market teams that aren't going to attract free agents, and now if they won't get top quality draft picks and get screwed out of the lottery every year, it's gonna kill their franchise. So
I just feel like the.
it's
I
gonna do
agree.
worse
That's
for the game.
100%.
It's gonna do worse for the game than it will better. So
I just feel
we'll
like it's
see.
punish.
Facts.
But
I just feel like it's punishing all like the actually bad teams
yeah,
the sins
that, that's all it's gonna
Yeah,
do.
that's what he just
of the
said.
ones that are actually egregiously tanking, and it kind of sucks. But
And that is a great statement, Z Farm. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all get a chance, make sure y'all
No, facts.
check out the fact and stats TikTok, man. Um, editor / Clippers doing an amazing job of posting daily clips. Got things that Byron done said, OG, Z Farm, D Mac, Zach, shit. Even he posted something about Ari. Like he doing a great job. Make sure y'all check out the Facts and Stats TikTok page. Literally Facts and Stats _ on TikTok. And if you got a TikTok, follow that page as well, and you can see the daily clips that get posted from the show. He might even clip that because that was actually good. I agree with you and Kenny. That's what's going to happen if something like this falls through. Like nigga, we really asked. We can't pick top 4 back-to-back years, but we really need it though. Like we really just that bad. How are we going to catch up?
and like I think Jordan Wood said it I think Jordan Wood said it's he said like the league is kind of like agreeing to like his point of view where it was like the draft is there to help you, not save you. And like I feel like and I agree, but at the same point, like it should help. I feel like it should help the bad teams more than it should help the bad teams, like not necessarily save, but it should help the bad teams. Like they have to have some type of starting point. Like you can't just make time out of thin air unless you just trade for a star. Like if you want to create organic and consistent growth on a team, like you do that through the draft, and that's why the Spurs are where they are. That's where the Rockets are where they are. Like that's where other teams that have gone like multiple picks in back to back or so years. Like that's where they are. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
And also, if you approach what you were saying to me with this argument that D-Mac put in Discord chat, number one team, I would have heard you even better. The number one team, the team with the worst record, and not only I countered it because I knew I could counter it and sort of kind of get you to sort of kind of move off of what your point was. But the team with the worst record has not picked number 1 for 6 years straight. The team with the worst record has fallen to 5 years in a row. And the play-in tournament teams have won the last 2 number 1 picks, Mavs and the Hawks. Bad teams when you don't have a chance. This is the crazy part about this. I'm not gonna lie. Play-in tournament teams have won the last 2 number 1 picks. So I mean, but again, it's a lottery, bruh. At the end of the day, this convo started off with me just not believing your theory or your conspiracy around Adam Silver purposely giving these teams.
The conspiracy factor was kind of is like not saying that, I'm not gonna say it's not a troll, but it's not like as serious as like the fact of it just shouldn't make sense to me that the number 1 team shouldn't get the worst team shouldn't get the top 6. The worst team shouldn't get the top pick in 6 years. Like it just makes absolutely no sense to me. I get it. It's a lottery. I get it. It's a lottery. Like, but I'm just saying more times than not, the worst team should get the pick, and it just has not happened.
Yeah, so, but I mean, at some point, I need to try to help you get up off your ass. I ain't gonna let you just live down here in the worst spot for all these consecutive years. Come on, man, get your pick, start figuring this shit out. I think he's just trying to stop people, like even the bad teams. Like I'm gonna do very little because I want to be bad for 2 or 3 years, and I'll give me 2 or 3 good players, and then I'll start building right. Well, I don't want you to wait that long. Come on, man. Whatever you got to do, let me go ahead and push you to start trying to get better a lot sooner. I don't want to see nigga being bad for 4 or 5 years, 6 years in a row, when all your whole angle is, all right, if I'm bad for these 3 years, my potential is I'll probably get at least 2 good players out of these 3 years. So you do very little to try to get better quickly, which makes the quality of the league go down.
But OG,
but you build your team around those like high. You build your team around those like quote unquote high picks. Like
but
you don't.
Not even that. It's like, and I think we're a perfect example of this. We've sucked for 10 years, but we tried at one point. We tried with Kristaps Porzingis, Bradley Beal, Kyle Kuzma, Monty Moore. Like we tried with a team. We tried to assemble a team via trades and free agents. It just didn't work because we couldn't get the top guys.
It's the same.
But hold on, that's what I'm saying. That was the top guys at the time that were available via free agency and trade. We couldn't change that. That's not something that we could be like, hey, we got to get a young Ant or a young Cade at the time. We couldn't do that because we either had to try and contend or we had to lose, and we couldn't try and get a free agent.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but I mean, you just had some
incentivizing
luck.
the extensions now. There's no reason to hit free agency. There's never a point to hit unless you're a role player that's going to come off the bench and be helpful that way. There's no reason if you're a good player in this league to be like, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to hit a free agency because
you got to get traded, yeah.
So
I don't know.
I think that's another thing that needed to change is incentivizing players to go elsewhere and try free agency. But maybe that screws up.
I also think those new rules are like they're gonna affect trade. They're gonna affect like trading picks so much, bro. Like protections on picks are gonna make absolutely no sense. Like
if you don't with the Zubac trade.
Like if you don't,
it's gonna be more lucrative like that.
Like if you don't have a quote unquote, I think if you don't have the top 4 pick, like niggas are just probably gonna trade it. Like it is just like I don't know.
It might make a nigga be better. It might start making motherfuckers be better at the top. Right? If you better at the top and you understand how to wiggle your way through and make certain moves and get certain players and use certain angles, maybe that starts from the top. I don't know what the answer is, but I also understand their angle of I'm tired of y'all sitting around there trying to be bad for 4 years so you can get at least the 2 of your picks out of these 4 years are gonna hit, and I'm tired of that shit.
It's not, but OG,
the quality of the whole league goes down while we wait on you to try to get better by going through the draft, which takes 4 years. Come on, man.
And now you hurting my chance of getting a better team, building a better team.
All right, so now we got 5 teams. So now we got 5 teams waiting on draft picks, just sitting around tanking, throwing games, and all that shit.
How you fundamentally build a team, OG? Like you can't dismiss that. You fundamentally build the draft. You draft players.
I'm the next one. I don't have anything. So I get the number 1. Magically win 20 more.
Yo, BJ, you in a blender.
Like that. And you know that.
You in a blender.
I don't know what you just said.
You in a blender, but OG.
You in a blender. You in a blender. You in a blender. You in a blender. You in a blender.
But
You in a
OG,
blender.
bro, you build through the draft. How are teams gonna get better from a scouting department, from outside first rounds, from like?
All that shit.
But you
Trying to
making their
figure out what you
jobs
want your
harder
team to
for
look
no
like.
reason.
Yeah, I don't know,
But
but all I know is so everybody ain't gonna hit on those players every year, right? So what if it's 5 teams and it's 2 really good players in there? So that means these other 4 teams gonna have to wait, and then that first team that just picked one, they still want 2 or 3 of them. So the
But OG,
quality of
I
my
feel like
league is gonna suck the whole time while I wait on these 4 or 5 teams to try to get their ass off the ground, which means they're probably doing very little in other areas because they're trying to be bad. So because I'm trying to be bad, I'm not gonna go look at the best
But
free agents. I'm
OG,
not gonna
I
go
feel
try.
like
I'm not gonna contribute to you and your method of making my whole league sucking for the next period of time while you try to just draft through the what you call. And then on top of that, there's no guarantee that these niggas gonna hit.
But
So all
OG,
of that, I'm
what
not. I
made
ain't
him?
with all that.
OG, what made him change the rules? Because of 2 teams, Utah and Wizards? Bro, this been going on for damn near a decade. This is not new information we've just learned. Like, this is not no random thing they just stumbled across. Like, I feel like my personal opinion, it has something to do with FanDuel and the gambling, legalizing that, and player props. If you're sitting guys in the fourth quarter of a closed game, yeah, that might mess up the gambling market. That's where I really think this is coming from. I don't think this, bro.
I
This
feel
been
like
going on for years, bro.
and if I'm being like completely honest, bro, I think he saw that Utah shit. It was like gang. Like we're sitting in fourth quarters, the entire fourth quarter when they had the lead. I think it was that Magic game, bro. Nigga,
That
they
was
had the
Miami. It was the Miami game. It was
whatever
Utah
game,
versus Miami.
whatever game it was. Like, bro, you're sitting Jerry, you're sitting Lori, you're sitting like, bro, like I think it, and that and until like Adam like that was crazy. Like that is crazy. Like I'm not even gonna deny that it is crazy, but at the same time, like I feel like it's just unfair to punish like all the bad teams because more times than not, those teams are just ass
yeah, but at the same
For what
time,
Utah and what the Wizards or Indies
but,
doing. Like,
but here's my thing though. You got to put yourself in Silver shoes too. So like I gotta protect my league, and I gotta look forward. Like if I see something that other teams can start taking advantage of and start doing in a similar way, and it's going to increasingly get worse, I can't react to it once it gets really bad, and now I start reacting to it. If you're a good leader, you're gonna start making those decisions, and you're gonna start saying, okay, you know what? Let me nip this shit in the bud right now. I see what's about to start happening. I'm not gonna let it get that far. So I think y'all real sensitive to it right now because you're saying, well, yeah, it's not that bad. It was just one team that was starting to do that, but yeah, that was going to gradually get worse. And so,
but
good
also,
leaders they start looking ahead, not when they get in the middle of some shit. They start looking ahead before they get in some shit, and they start preparing for it. And that's what he's doing. I don't have a problem with that. Let me go ahead and stop you niggas from doing this crazy ass shit. They start doing it. Next thing you know, the next team goes. You gonna have 2 or 3 teams doing it. Then you're gonna have 3 or 4 teams. Now we're in the middle of some dog shit. So
but also,
now the quality of the product is tumbled.
but also in the same breath, OG, right? And like this draft, like I feel like it's just in totality, like tank has always been a thing. We know this, right? But like I feel like obviously it's more egregious with obviously because this draft, nigga, like a top 10 pick, a top 10 pick this year can probably change your entire franchise. So I think like it's is different this year than other years. I feel like this year is a very big outlier to like the quote unquote like from like a talent perspective coming out the draft. Like
Nah,
it-
that's not this.
it's
Most of these
not like
teams,
I feel like it's been the most egregious this year, obviously because of the talent. But I feel like in other years, like bro, like tanking's always been a thing, bro. Like it's not like new. It's not like new shit. Like I feel like like I said, it's more egregious this year because of the talent. But in totality, bro, like the tanking shit, like it hasn't, in my opinion, it hasn't really been that big of a deal to me. Like,
OG, you can't, right? You can say you can take tanking away, but it's like, bro, you can't control what the Jazz do with their lineup. If marketing go
I
out
mean,
there, he goes drop 35 through 3 quarters, and they go sit him in the fourth. How can you stop that? How can you stop it?
Now it's anti competitive. There's litigation within the official NBA. Like you gotta be competitive. That goes against the competitive policy, bro.
Well, yeah.
They have laws and litigations. They got fucking $100 million lawyers breaking down this shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't know all the rules to all that, but I'm just saying, and I don't think they'll ever be able to like stop it altogether. I think there's always people always gonna figure some type of way out. I get all that, but at the same time, I'm not gonna fault Adam for trying to curb as much of it as he can. I don't have a problem because I want the quality of my product to be as good as it can be for the duration of a season. I don't have a problem if his angle is good to me. I don't have a problem with his angle. His angle is ultimately let me curb this as much as possible before it gets worse. And y'all on the flips, no, don't curb it. Let niggas do what they want to do. If the
Okay,
quality
so
goes down, fuck it. It's just it is what it
like I
is.
said, OG,
It's almost. I think it's all. I think y'all at a point where it's like, well, it's always been like this. So this way it's always been. So let's keep it like. And that is the worst line of thinking in business ever. This is just the way. Well, this way we always done it. It's just it's just kind of been like this. And so it just got you can't man. Yeah, yes you can.
okay,
If your angle is to make it better, like why are we upset with him trying to make the product better?
It's not the rules. Like the rules, in my opinion, in totality, aren't making it better. To my like these like this shit doesn't really like. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna do nothing.
But we don't know yet, though. We don't know yet.
But I'm just saying in terms of I don't have the rules pulled up in front of me, or the new thing pulled up in front of me. But nigga, like the whole shit with like the teams can't get back to back top 4 picks, bro. It's just stupid to me because okay, for 1 year the team will play well to not since they don't have their top 4 picks, the team will play well to for the following draft where they can get their top 4 pick, right? That's just for 1 year. They're gonna play well for 1 year, then be ass the following year. Like that makes no fucking sense. Like it's not consistent. Like it's literally just not
prime
consistent.
example with my team, OG. Bro, do you know how bad we were to earn those 3 picks that we hit on? You know how bad we was? That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen overnight. A franchise changer is not going to happen overnight. A win jump is not going to happen overnight. It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
Wizards? How long y'all been getting good picks, man? How long y'all been in the lottery for real? Like seriously, like how long should we let a nigga live in the lottery? Y'all tell me.
You have
to
at the end of the day, you have to hit or you have to hit on your picks. If you don't,
so we should wait on the nigga to hit.
That is your fault.
We should wait on the nigga to hit.
No, OG, they should have the opportunity to get the pick, bro. Like
I'm not gonna keep giving you opportunities, bro. You got to do better. Your business model sounds like it's bad in a motherfucker. You gonna have to start hitting. I don't know
my team is naturally terrible. How can you get mad at me for my team and my players naturally being bad because I don't know how to draft? How can you be?
Because you don't know how to draft, you gonna make me just because. So you just admitted your own problem. You don't know how to draft. Get better. That's why I say get better at the top. So get a better scouting team.
Okay, but my front office don't fire me for the next 4 years. What do you want me to do? My front office don't fire me for the next 4 years. Out of all 4 of those picks, I pick I don't know. I pick a borderline all-star. Give me J-Dub. J-Dub is my best pick in 4 years. A borderline all-star. And that's all I got. And
I know y'all hate to hear this, but I'm at this. It's 2 words. Be better, man. Go get somebody else that understands talent better.
OG?
You right. You want me to sit here? You want me to sit here and try to change this overnight? It's not going to change overnight.
Okay, so hold on. What about what's the difference between OKC and everybody else?
You want to know what?
The draft? They drafted young players?
They hit on their pick and they waited. They waited.
Chet Holmgren is a top 2 pick.
Hold on with my question. Why do they consistently keep hitting?
Because they take risky gambles.
No, that's not. That's false.
Yes,
They do a good job of understanding.
You niggas, No, bro,
nah.
please. That's a
Nah, you
terrible
niggas
pick, bro.
wrong. You
It's not
niggas
even.
just,
They don't even take
Bro,
risks. They just
they don't
draft
bro,
take
for
you
taking
have
risks.
risks.
They
look
draft
who's drafting.
well.
What are you
They
talking
draft
about?
well. That's
Also,
what that's the
also,
whole
also on the
point.
same, also on the same standpoint, OKC isn't like they're drafting players to fit around their core three, which is Shea, Chet, and Jada. I feel like it's easier to draft for fit than to draft for like
And
Did
they
they
got a
draft?
and they
Did
got
they
and
draft?
they got
Did
a
they
haul for
draft?
Paul
Did
George.
they draft J Dub? And didn't they draft J Dub like 17? So how many of you
no, they
niggas
didn't.
franchise?
Bro, J Dub was
Dog.
the
He was
12th
a
pick. What are you
he was a
talking
12 pick.
about?
He
Okay,
was
so
a
the
lottery
12th
pick.
pick. Okay, so the 12th pick. How many of you niggas picked before him and you missed on J Dub?
Bro,
Okay,
that was a
because
risk though. That wasn't a tank.
our scout saw somebody that's way better.
Man, come on, man. So who did y'all? Okay, let me ask you this
No,
question.
no, no. You can't
Let
say
me
that.
ask you a
You
question though.
can't
Let
say
me ask
that.
you a question. Who did your team pick that year that J Dub came out? Who did y'all pick?
What year? Matter of fact, hold on.
That was
whole
2022,
point
I
is,
think.
my whole point is they are better at the top. They good at the top. So they have a model. They understand what they're trying to do. They go get certain players based on what they're trying to build and the team they're trying to build. Your team might need to do some of the same shit.
That was
My team
2000.
might need to do some of that shit instead of just waiting on a nigga to just come around like Wemby and LeBron.
Oh
Start
my
doing
God.
But
your
Hey,
own.
first of all, no, no.
OG.
Hey, no, OG, come on. First of all, you watch college basketball. That year, that's the Jeremy Sohan year. We got Jeremy Sohan that year. We got
Y'all
Jeremy Sohan
missed.
that year.
You missed.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree with the pick. But at the time, no, Jeremy Sohan, that wasn't a terrible pick at the time. At the time, it wasn't a terrible pick. But now
The
you look
bottom
back at it,
line is
yeah,
you
that's
missed.
terrible.
I feel like
What is
OG.
that? Jabari,
You're looking at it,
Jaden,
and
Jaden
hold
Ivey.
on. OG, I
Jaden
think you're
Ivey
I'm
for
looking
not
the
at.
looking.
Pistons.
I know what you about to say. I'm not looking at it in hindsight.
I think
I'm
that's what
saying,
you're
okay,
doing, though. That's what you're doing, OG.
no,
That's what you're doing, bro.
OKC has been consistently good. You niggas can't argue that. They built their team through the draft and they hit. They could have very well
Like,
picked the wrong. Hold on, they could have very well picked the wrong nigga and they would have missed. That's what your team does. They pick well. These players didn't fall in their
I feel
lap.
like
They
I
pick
feel like
well.
Bro,
OKC.
they
Okay,
did it, bro.
okay, but let me say this,
Your
right?
best player
How
didn't
many of
get
you
a
niggas?
draft.
How many
Shea
of you
is not a
niggas?
player they
How many of you
drafted.
niggas? How many of you niggas missed on AJ Mitchell?
First of all,
But
I
he's
mean the
a
AJ
fit
Mitchell.
pick, bro. Oh
No,
my
OG.
god.
First of all, the AJ Mitchell is just like okay, like it is what it is. But
Didn't they trade for him on
their
draft
best
night?
player came in from a trade though. You know that, right?
I understand he came from the
You
That's
drafted
what
Clippers. I
Derrick
and that's
get
what
Rose
I,
that.
and
with
that's what
Willie
I'm
I
Roby.
saying.
get that's all part of what I'm saying. You got to get better in every angle and building your team and stop waiting 4 or 5 years and laying in the draft and saying I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna keep waiting, I'm gonna keep waiting. I keep missing, but I'm gonna
But
keep being
OG,
sorry.
But
I'm not
no,
doing
no, no,
that.
no, no.
Detroit.
Hold on, hold on. You
Look how
gotta
long it took
Be
Detroit
OG.
to
better.
build
They
Be
this.
better,
traded for
nigga.
Shea, and they were
Look how
tanking
long it
for
took
those first
Detroit to
3
build
years
this.
to
They
get
lucked
J
out.
Dub.
They
Man,
lucked out with pick
them
one
What are
niggas,
you
because they got
talking about?
Cade.
And why are we
hey,
and OG
say we can hold
Bro,
on real quick.
nobody
We
can
can go
hear
all the way
y'all
back.
clear, bro. And we
We
got to
can
get back to the
we can we
topic.
can go we can go all the way back to the Harden, Russ, KD year, all that shit. They've been drafting and pick. Them niggas got rid of all that shit, got rid of all that, accumulated a whole bunch of picks. Then when it hit on them picks, them niggas have a good model. If they can do it,
OG,
other teams can do it too. Get better at the top. That's all
You
I gotta
can't
say
say,
about it.
but
but
Why are we
it,
you're
acting like
it doesn't
basically
OKC
matter
hasn't
to
had
building
just
that
get
through the
pick
better.
draft. That
before?
has to do with getting
Y'all
who.
so
All right,
Hold on,
bro.
hold
All
on.
right, bro.
You're missing the
All
point.
right, bro. All right, bro. All right, bro. All right, bro. All right,
You
bro.
niggas make
Y'all
excuses. I
not,
put pressure on
it's
people.
like I hear y'all
It's
three
not
Yeah.
trying.
an
I hear y'all
Y'all
three
make
trying.
excuses. I put pressure.
I hear y'all three
it's
trying to
not an
talk to OG, but
excuse.
y'all just talking, bro. Y'all just gonna not saying like what y'all saying is not valid, but y'all saying y'all talking over each other. So I can't even hear y'all at that point, bro. There's no point to circle down and hear y'all go one by one by one. Y'all gonna say the same things to OG. OG's not gonna change his stance. Y'all not gonna change your stance. OG saying get better at the top. Y'all are saying teams sometimes just have to tank regardless, no matter what, and being the top 3, top 4 for numerous years in a row. OG saying there's no reason to sit in the top 3, top 4. If we force some teams to have to say, okay, hey, we know we're not going to get a top 4 pick back to back years. Let's get better at the top. Let's do different things, or let's create different avenues where we can get better versus trying to rely on the draft or rely on that top pick year in and year out. That's all it is, y'all. Y'all not going to be in the middle. I'm sorry, I was listening, but I heard both sides. And we moved away from the
That's a
initial.
very good summary.
Yeah,
Appreciate that. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
yeah. So I was hearing both sides, but I'm pretty sure the crowd could not hear, or the audience could not hear it as clear as I was able to hear it. With that being said, yeah, I mean, I agree with OG what he was saying as well. Like I think somebody just typed in the Discord chat saying I agree with OG. We'll see what happens at the end of the day, y'all. Something's going to change this off season, and it's going to be happening within the next 3 months. And it's either these teams are going to agree with it, or the teams are not going to agree with it at the end of the day. But these are some of the proposed things that the league is thinking about doing, or the GMs threw out there, and obviously Adam informed all 30 GMs as well that change is to come. So yeah, I hear both sides, by the way, at the end of the day, and we're going to see what ends up happening. Next game is another one that was correct. The Celtics got the win over the Warriors, 121-110. Jaylen Brown, like I said, top of the show, had a triple-double. He had an efficient triple-double, 23, 15, and 13 assists with only 2 turnovers. 10 for 18 from the field, 3 for 3 from the line, 0 for 3 from the three-point line. But they have a pool of guys that can chip in and contribute more often than not. Vooch, 9 and 5 off the bench. Payne Pritchard, 26 off the bench. Derek White, 8 assists, 4 blocks. Sam Hauser, 16 points. Cade, 9.6 boards, 2 steals. Hugo Gonzalez, 7 in his 12 minutes. Ron Harper, 6 in his 12 minutes. This is really a solid basketball team. And even Baylor, 7 points and 5 rebounds in his start. Really solid basketball team that the Celtics have. And they're gearing up and anticipating a return for Jason Tatum, who's probably rumored to return as of right now on March 1st. So we're going to see what ends up happening around Tatum hitting the basketball court for the Celtics team. And, I mean, they got a fair chance or a good shot to do some real serious things if Tatum returns and looks, and even damn near probably a shell of himself to start. But if he does return on March 1st, we'll have a whole entire month to get his legs under him, to get his feel for the game going again against other NBA players or other opposing teams that's actually game planning for him in comparison to what he may be experiencing in 5-on-5 practice that he's going through right now. So, shout out to the Celtics. I said earlier, bro, without Curry, the Warriors just have a lot of different guys that are going to score between 10 to 17 points. And that's really what it is. They had 7 different guys score between 10 to 17 points last night. Santos, Melton, Moody, Porzingis in his debut, Gary Payton, Pods, and Will Richard. They don't really have no go-to scorer. They just have a collection of players that try to score, and their opportunity. They're all getting more opportunity to shoot the ball more with Curry gone, with Jimmy gone, obviously. So, just really shout out to the Celtics for continuing to having their amazing start to the season, 36-19, 18-10 on the road, and the Warriors fell to 29-27. Draymond put up a whopping 0 points, over 7 from the field, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Yeah, that's that.
That's another team that should be. I don't know why they're even trying to compete with that roster right now. That is not a good team in Golden State, man.
Yeah,
it's too late. It's too late for them to bottom out because I think they're still above 500 right now, right?
Yeah,
lose every game.
Yeah, they're still above 500. And they're saying that 15.
Yes, I mean,
no, they're fine. They can get, if they want to, like if they really want to, they can get within the top 10 or 11, 12, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
What y'all talking about?
All y'all gotta do is get to 13, get a 1% chance.
I'm about to say, now you understand?
Yeah, they're right there. So, I mean, bro, Curry's out for 1 more week. They're probably going to drag that longer, to be honest. Not obviously Curry don't want to do that. He's going to obviously want a chance with his Warriors team. So, if it was up to the organization, though, they would want that. But obviously, when you have a guy like Stephen Curry, at this point in his career, nah. Yeah, facts, Tony. So, nah. But I agree with you.
I think it was the All-Star game or it was I forgot what game it was, but they had a close-up on his knee. Bruh, that shit look cooked, bro. Like, shit was discolored and shit. I mean, he probably dived on the loose ball, probably just, but shit, hopefully that knee not too serious, bro. We need him in the offs.
The offs?
Yeah, the playoffs.
Why do we need him in the offs?
Good for ratings.
Okay. Fair. The Magic got another one right. The Magic blew out those Kings yesterday. 131-94. Paulo had 30 points, knocked down 5 threes actually, 5% from the 3-point line. Anthony Black continues to have a good season. He's up to 16 points on the season now, 4 for 6 from 3. Suggs, Bain, and other guys contributed like De Silva, Javon Carter, and Jet Howard. So shout out to the Magic for taking care of business over the Kings. Levine out for the year, Sabonis out for the rest of the season. So you're going to see a lot of opportunity for Maxime Reynaud and also Keegan Murray. Maxime has 17 points and 14 boards. He's probably going to be their starting center of the future after they try to get off Sabonis this season, if not whenever they are able to. Also, Keegan Murray is going to be his front court running mate at the time. And, man, this is a team that's desperate for a top pick in this draft, man. They're desperate for a top 3 pick in this draft. and I'm actually hoping that they get that because I like when players go to franchises that are just not good and they help change the franchise around or organization around, and hopefully up top the Kings can be better when they land a potential guy, not even a potential, when they land a guy that can help alter or change the franchise sooner rather than later, because all these guys are coming in with NBA ready today talent. Anybody in the top 5, 6 can play in NBA right now today. And as the season go on in their rookie season, they'll be getting better and better. Year 2, year 3, they'll be getting better and better. And they'll help change that Kings franchise, hopefully, as long as they get another pick or whatever the case may be alongside of them to become a better basketball team in Sacramento, back to where they were like 3-4 years ago when they were winning 40 or more games. Last but not least, I got this one wrong. I had the Nuggets winning at home. Jamal Murray, bro, I don't know what's up with Jamal, bro. He missed another clutch free throw that had a chance to force overtime. That's why the Clippers ended up getting a win. Mathurin also not even just stole the show, but in his debut in the Dome, put on a hell of a performance. 38 points off the bench. 12 for 13 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. And he's on a team now where he can just step in and score. Step in and shoot the ball. And that's what Mathurin likes to do. That's the type of player that Mathurin is, even going back to college. He did not have the opportunity a lot in Indiana, although he was putting up about 15 to 17 points regularly per game. In LA, though, alongside Kawhi and without Garland being there, he is the second best scorer. He's the guy that's going to be shooting the ball a lot. He's the guy that's going to have a lot of opportunity to put up games like this. I'm not saying 38, but more often than not, 25 or more points for the rest of this season. Not saying on a consistent basis, but more often than not, probably. Kawhi Leonard had 23 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Derrick Jones Jr. had 22 points. John Collins had 11 and 12. And just really, man, just hats off to the Clippers, bro. They fight, they win, and they fight. Really just hats off to the Clippers. The Nuggets continuing to struggle with their 2 best players at the time. Right now. Jokic 9 for 22, 0 for 6 from 3, 6 turnovers, 6 assists, so that's a cancel out. That's bad. A bad game for him. And then Jamal Murray 5 for 15, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 turnovers, and again missed the free throw to make the game go into overtime. Julian Strawther, Bruce Brown gave them 18, 19 points apiece, and even Cameron Johnson. So that's some bright spots. There obviously will probably be a better team when they get Aaron Gordon and Peyton Watson back the rest of the season, but still no excuse. Jokic and Murray, and even Cameron Johnson. You got 4 starters right here. You got 4 starters and 3 of your key role players off the bench, or even 4, because Spencer Jones is going to play regardless. So this is really no excuse for Denver. They're in a bad funk right now. I'm gonna do you're a clown. They're in a bad funk right now. Just really just cuts off the Clippers. Shout out to the Clippers for continue again 6-21, and then turn their season around. You're now 27-28, and I think I made a statement like 2 months ago. The Clippers will never get over 500 this year, and I'm glad I'm wrong. And I'm going to continue to say that because I thought the OKC was about to get a top 5 pick. So I'm glad I was wrong about that because they're probably going to get over 500 coming up soon. And I just really, man, just hats off for them just staying with it, sticking with it, and turning their season around. Harden was the big reason for that, but now Harden is blossoming in Cleveland while they're still awaiting Darius Garland return. So that's pretty much that. Anybody got any words on this Clippers and Nuggets game right here? Tween probably.
Yeah, it was a very interesting game late in that stretch. It was literally a jab for jab, like boxing reference. Like, man, in that fourth quarter, we were up like 8 at one point, but Maul just kept dicing us late in that game. I think he kept getting to that line. I didn't like the foul. Why would you foul from 3? But he did end up missing one free throw. But, man, I want to give a big shout out to Derrick Jones Jr. Fantastic. Brook Lopez defense on Jokic to end the game. But it was 107, 109, and he was mid post with a floater, which Jokic always makes. Like Jokic, I'm not gonna say I never seen Jokic miss a floater, but like, bro, he's damn near like nigga, he's not missing a floater. Brook Lopez blocked it. We went out, they fouled us, but we almost choked at the end. But this is a great win. Shout out Benedict Mathurin, bro. His whistle. I knew he was good at getting to the line, but this nigga puts pressure at the rim, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. You feel me? I looked at his impact. I looked at his impact metrics, but to be fair, he was on that Pacers bench unit without Tyrese Halliburton, the engine. So that's why his offensive impact metrics were not very good. But with us, I think Ty Lue's gonna unlock him as a player maybe become like a sub all-star level guy. Defensively, I'm not seeing like him be a blow-by guy because with Pacers fans kept telling me this nigga really don't play no defense. He's a gunner. Sometimes you might need a gunner, but his offensive chops very impressive. Shout out Derrick Jones Jr., Collins, solid. We already know what Kawhi, you feel me, top 3 player so far. Top top 3 player so far this last couple months. That's not really a hot take. But yeah, great win. Jet Van Gundy, what a defensive scheme. Because last time Jokic put up 55 against us. We let Jokic be a scorer. That didn't work. We let Jokic be a passer. That shit didn't work. Now they find out maybe, I don't know what's going on with Jokic turnovers. Like, I feel like he been turning the ball over like 6 times, 7 times. It's like simple shit. He was, but that's about it. I don't want to yap too long.
Hey, I wanted to say something about Benedict Matthew. I've been waiting on him to come out and share since he came out of college. I knew what he was. And as much as I respect Rick Carlisle, I think Rick is good when he has all his guys. I think he struggles sometimes with allowing certain guys that don't fit his scheme or system to blossom. He don't like meeting people halfway. I think Jarris Walker fit that category too. So I think Benedict Mathurin could have been helping a long time ago. But I think certain players, you just got to let them go. You got to give them a certain leash, and you got to understand that they're going to make mistakes. Yeah, this ain't the norm for what I really want a player to do, but he tried to box him up. And I think it was to the team's detriment, and it was also to Benedict Mathurin's detriment. So, like I said, I respect Rick, but I'm just glad to see the kid being let out of his shell now. Because I know what he got. And I think this is just the beginning. I don't know. You talked about Tyloo unlocking him. I think unlocking him is just letting him go. It ain't about really putting him in, because he don't really need to be put in those certain positions. He one of them niggas that can go get one. So I'm just glad. I'm happy for the kid. I'm glad he in a spot now where they gonna let him go. Like I say, I respect Rick, but damn Rick, sometimes everybody can't beat T.J. McConnell, and you shouldn't try to make everybody T.J. McConnell. But that's all I got on.
I'm telling you, OG, that all he needed was a chance, bro. And I kept telling T that, bro. Like, all he needed was a chance, bro. He really a bucket getter. And for a team like them, who like to score and run, bro, Ben Mac could have really did good right there. But he just ain't give him a chance. And like when he did give him a chance, and like the 12, 14 minutes he tried to play him, he did good. A lot of games he did good. He did exactly what his job is. His job is to go in there and score. All the extra stuff, no. His job is to go in there and score. Now where he at right now, he about to get all the shots. Because it's just him and Kawhi. He about to get all the shots, and he about to get the opportunity. You're going to see more of this. You're going to see more of this.
Yeah, I love to see it. I'm happy for that kid, man.
I'm happy for him, too.
Every time I used to watch him play over there at Indiana, I'd be like, man, let that nigga go, man. You trying to make him
I felt bad for him, bro, because it's like, for real, you a guy, you an elite, you a good role player in this league, man. You come in, you can score the ball really, really well. It just Indiana just ain't use him. Same thing for Jarris Walker. I still got faith in Jarris Walker, but I just don't think he's a Pacers type of guy. And I think Jarris Walker cooked up yesterday.
Yep, I think that he like I say, I'm worried about when they get fully healthy again. Yeah. What type of role he gonna be relegated back to? He gonna probably go back to that box I had you in earlier. Sometimes you just have to let guys go. Sometimes coaches are afraid of their bad tendencies that they don't want to let them go. You gotta live with some of the negatives sometimes. You gotta just live with it. That's because the positives. All right, man. The positives gonna outweigh the negatives a whole lot of time. So if that's the case, just understand that, coach. And yeah, that's I don't know. That's my take on it. I hope this is what it's gonna look like moving forward. I really do. What's up, Twin?
I said you're not wrong, but you got to remember the Pacers' offensive scheme. You got Burton, Nembhard, Neesmith, Pascal. These guys, you're playing an attack the dribble, swing. Really, nobody's really ball. I wouldn't say ball hog, but like it's next play, next shot mentality. Like Benedict Mathurin is a ball stopper, respectfully. Like he's a good scorer, but he don't score like off catch and shoots and attack closeouts. His game is isolation. You feel me? He's you just said it. He's gonna get you a bucket. They don't run that type of offense. Like you got to
And
see what Rick
that's my whole
Carlisle.
that's my whole point though. Sometimes the good coaches, you know what they do? I'm not afraid to critique my own system if it's going for the greater good. So if that means I'm finna get an extra 15 points from over here, this ain't the way I normally do it. But let me switch it up a little bit. I understand that this is the way I've done it. This is the way I've won. This is what I'm used to. I get it. But the good ones adjust on the fly. The ones that get stuck, that's Rick Carlisle. And I'm not knocking him. He's a good coach. But I'm just saying, that's like throwing away money. You throwing away money because you don't like to use cash and you got cash. It didn't come through electronically, so I can't really use it. So yeah, I'm not.
I hear you, OG, but I hear you in a general sense, but specifically to the Indiana situation, that team was one game away from winning the championship. His system with that result, his system is higher on the totem pole than catering to Benedict Mathurin.
If you don't fit,
He already said that though, Byron. He said it works when everybody's there. He stated that.
Wait, what you mean?
I'm not saying that you necessarily have to cater to Benedict Mathurin. I'm saying in general, if there's a player that fits that's outside of what you typically do, then I think sometimes you can tweak. Like this year, there's no reason why he shouldn't have been. Like, I mean, you ain't got a whole lot of shit going on. Now, if you just tell me we trying to lose, okay, whatever, so be it.
Yeah, I think
But
that was mainly what it was about this year. They trying to lose.
Yeah, but I don't know. For me, I'm gonna have to find a way because I know that's 15 points, and I get it that he's stubborn and he plays one way, and I totally get that. I understand that, but at the same time, I just think there's opportunities sometimes with certain players that it's worth it. It's
but
worth a little bit of a switch.
But I don't think Benedict is worth it. That's what I'm getting at. 15 points.
Yeah, 15 to 20 points a night ain't worth it.
Nah, 15 points that can possibly mess up my system that had me one game away from a championship. No, you're not worth it. Not a Benedict Mathurin, absolutely not.
And that's not, but so I'm not saying like what they did 2 years ago when they made their run and they was all, I'd be a fool to say disrupt that, right? I'm just saying if there's a way you can disrupt what you do minimally and you're going to end up on the backside of that, I'm going to be a plus 10, but I just run, even with the second unit, even when Tyrese ain't on the court. And I'm just saying like, how many years that kid been out of Arizona? 4, 3, 4? Something like that. Something like that. And not even just Benedict Mathurin. I think Jarris Walker can do a whole lot. I think he has a whole lot in his tank. And for me, just to always go somewhere where, this is what I do. And why you draft me if you knew I didn't fit the model? Like, why you draft me if you knew I didn't fit what y'all do? Like, you wasting my time and your time.
I think Carlisle. I think he done some adjusting to and tweaking to his offensive system. Because it's a lot. I don't think they was always. I could be wrong, but I don't think they was always like as swing, pass. I think they eventually adjusted because Pascal. Think about Pascal. Pascal naturally is a ball stopper. He but like Pascal is somebody. Okay, stop the ball, dribble, get my bucket. Mm-hmm. That and Pascal been there for how many years now?
Not early Pascal. Not
2 years. I think he got there midway throughout
what you say, Tony?
Not
I think he got their trade deadline of 24.
Hold on, y'all both was talking. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said not early Pascal, like playoff Pascal. Like he's not really involved.
In Toronto?
You're saying like you're saying like
no, yeah.
Yeah,
when he grew into his own as a player, he became that. Yeah, in Toronto, no, he wasn't that. I'm with you on that. So yeah, I think even with that being said, like he even got Pascal to get out of that. Be more of a swing attack on the dribble. Like he got Pascal to buy into the system, and I think why I know Pascal is obviously more valuable of a player than Benedict Mathurin. Respect to Benedict, but it's not even a conversation. So I get what you're saying in a general sense, OG. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. One game away from a championship, and we lost in the game 7 when our best player got hurt. Yeah, Benedict Mathurin. If you ain't willing to buy into this, you can go, partner.
So, OG, based on your point, Steve Kerr is not that either because Jonathan Kuminga, similar situation.
It's actually a good comparison.
Uh, mm, and before I even answer that, I never say I think I prefaced it with Rick Carlisle's a good coach. So I'm not saying they're not good coaches. The gist of my point is I think there's opportunities to maximize everything around you without like totally overhauling your system, right? And still trying to extract the most out of that particular piece, right? That's all I'm saying. I think sometimes it's okay as a coach to deviate a little bit, not to the point where we overhauling and we doing something totally different to suit just this one player. But I'm just for me, like if I love Steve Kerr, what I love the basketball, I love the brand of basketball they play. I absolutely love it. I don't know. For me, unless it's if you tell me the one thing that's always been hard for me to coach is bad IQ. So if you telling me as much as I try to get this through this guy's head, he just won't buy into the way we play. I think that's different than having a guy that can go get a bucket, and I may have to just put him in position with that second unit when my main engine is off the court. I'm gonna utilize a lot of what he does. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying these guys aren't good coaches. I'm not saying they need to overhaul their system for second tier, third tier players. I'm not saying they need to do that. But a lot of times you see a guy that come off the bench get 38 points. You mean to tell me, but we just couldn't use that. We just couldn't use that. Just wasn't, I see it, but we just can't. That wasn't good. Yeah, we can't use that. I don't know. I just think there's a middle ground that sometimes they can be met. There's a lot of coaches just are so stuck in their ways that they just like, nah, this is what we do. This is what we do. We ain't doing it. If you don't want to do it this way, get on. Now, I'm not whatever. Now, I get it, but for me, from the way I'm not. These niggas get paid to coach, and I know I do. I did what I did on a very smaller scale, much smaller. But I was always willing to say, well, what is it? What is it? What it look like? And if it wasn't too far away from if the good outweighed the bad, you know, I heavily, yeah, come on with it, man. Yeah, I got it. Come on, we gonna figure it out. But again, we talking about getting paid to do it, and I know it's totally different. I don't know. I feel like a lot of coaches just X guys out just because on the surface they don't look like what they used to. So.
What? Sorry, OG.
I would answer that question.
Are you saying that
Twin
they
asked.
should have kept? Are you saying they should have kept Matherin?
I'm saying that basically my whole point around it was I felt like when he was, and I've always respected Indiana and Rick Carlisle and what he is as a coach. But for me, I always felt like Benedict Mathurin was just under the wraps. Like they wouldn't let him go. They wouldn't turn him loose. They wouldn't. So I didn't feel like they got the most juice out of his fruit. I just didn't feel like they got the most juice out of him. And I felt like it was just more because of, well, he don't do it the way we do it. Well, now, and my counter to that was sometimes coaches get so locked into what they do that they're too hesitant or they don't want to deviate at all away from what they normally do to get the most out of a player that might be beneficial to them. So that was kind of the gist of what my whole point was.
Oh, and Byron was basically saying that Benedict Mathurin isn't good enough to adjust.
It just supersedes the system. And I'm not saying overhaul. I'm just saying I don't know. Shit, I don't. I just felt like that was guys that can get buckets at a I don't know.
That Houston Rocket connection.
Yeah, my bad. I got it. Yeah, but I don't know. But yeah, that was the gist of it, having said.
Yeah.
No, I like the Kaminga comparison though. That's good comparison. It's a little bit off, but it's a good comparison.
I wanted to attack that before Ev switch. I won't necessarily say Kerr not a good coach, but I think Kaminga does fall in that ballpark because I think Kaminga biggest thing was IQ and the mindset of things. Kaminga play style, if you even watched him before the NBA, his play style fits the Warriors 1,000%. But I think once you get to a place where you're not playing, it started becoming a mind thing, and now you're in a I don't give a fuck mindset. I don't care what the hell going on. I just want to play. I'm gonna go get mine. And I think that was a turn in Kaminga's game, but I don't think that had nothing to do with Kaminga's game. I think that was just I think his mind got shifted away from that shit. Once you start seeing DNPs and shit 10, 15 games in a row, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's I think that was more affected Kaminga. I think the Warriors play style with the dribble, pass, cut, and screen and cut, all that shit that they do off ball shit. That to me, that fit Kaminga even coming into the league. But I mean, I
Damn,
don't.
I was not expecting you to say that. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, I mean
The fit.
I mean, you just go watch the tape, brother. It fits the Warriors, but it's
His IQ.
Not.
yeah,
He
I
right though.
think his
By
IQ is
Kaminga
the
Hooper.
biggest thing. But I think to OG point where if you want to compare, it's still attacking 20.2. So I don't want to get off of that. But if you attacking, I mean, if you're talking about the coaches, Rick Carlisle, Steve Kerr, I think Steve Kerr has the right to not pull away from what he does for a Kaminga. If you're not going to buy into this, I won 4 championships, so I seen it. I know what it looked like, and this is what I do. This
Steve Kerr has though, because when they had Jordan Poole, like he let Jordan Poole cut loose beyond Baltimore and stuff. Like he has,
They played
but
2
you
different
have
positions though. Like you don't think he
I'm
had a
about to
choice
say
to
no.
first?
That's two different positions.
he's still deviated from the overarching like play style of the Warriors for Jordan Poole. That's the
No,
point that you guys are making, right? Like
They
their
was
ability
shoot. They
to
were shooters
adjust.
at the
yeah,
time,
no,
and
I
Poole was a
get.
fake shooter.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's to me
Yeah.
that's 2 different. That's 2 different positions. So like the wings, we. I'm not saying nothing that you don't know. The wings on the Warriors and the guards on the Warriors do 2 different things. You a wing, you have to. You gotta go screen. You gotta go cut. You gotta go do a lot of different shit than a guard like a Jordan Poole or Steph Curry. We're setting you up. The Warriors wings, you have to go set other niggas up and get your buckets on cuts and mid range, and
Yeah,
I mean, it just to
but
me
yeah,
that's
that's what
just
I'm saying. What was it Kaminga
That's
more of like
how
a get a
Klay
bucket though,
Thompson
like a
and
ball stopper
yeah.
bucket? Oh my fault. Sorry.
no,
And I was
I
gonna
don't
say
think so.
I think when Klay Thompson and Steph was there with before Jordan Poole, like they were setting screens, they were getting shit off of cutting, they were moving, they were creating
For
off ball
them
Oh yeah,
though,
no,
stuff.
I completely disagree with
Yeah,
that. Like the guards come, everybody
that's
set
for
screens
them
in the
though.
Warriors system.
yeah. So no, but
But
what I'm saying is that like
everybody set screens though, Tez. That's the
yeah,
Warrior system.
yeah,
Everybody screens.
that's what I'm
Like
saying.
Steph
So like
set screens all game long.
yeah, all of them
I'm
set
not
screens. So
saying he doesn't.
that's why I
Y'all
said
are
that's
missing.
what the I was just saying because to me the overarching point is if a coach should shift their philosophy to fit said player so they can cut loose. What I'm saying for I think the Steve Kerr isn't necessarily the best example because I've seen him do that because he moved from Clay and Steph, who was setting screens, doing cutting, doing stuff off ball, creating off ball. And then he was like, okay, Jordan Poole came in. Jordan Poole's giving me this level of productivity. I think it's worth it. Okay, let's kind of shift away from the Clay Thompson Steph model and let's give him some on ball reps and shit like that, which I've seen him do. So that's what I was saying. Like, I don't think Steve Kerr necessarily, because I've seen him do it. He's not gonna do it for Kaminga because like what you said, Tez, whereas like I think Kaminga's really like he's supposed to be better off ball. His IQ is just not there.
Yeah,
And I'm like, yeah, and I don't think it's the best thing to let him do some ISO shit. So
yeah,
like
yeah. But that's what I'm saying though. I never. This is going back to Byron quick because I did hear you, Byron. I never looked at Kaminga like that. I don't think Steve Kerr might could have been a bad point to what Heavenson is saying, but I don't think what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I don't think Kerr had to shift for Kaminga. So now that could be a bad comparison, like what OG was saying. Rick Carlisle could have made a shift for Bennett and Mather. What I'm saying is, I don't think Kerr had to make a shift for Kaminga. I think Kaminga was already that. That's what I'm saying. I never looked at Kaminga as the get the ball, go get a bucket. I never looked at him like that. I think because he was, you know what I'm saying, he was 6'8", 6'9", bro. Like he can go do what all them other niggas was doing. Like it's just the IQ isn't there, and it's like if you have to have a type of IQ and smartness for the game. To which I were saying, so it's still on that point. So which our IQ for the game to play that type of style of basketball. I think Kaminga play style does fit that, but I think his smartness for the game is what made him fade out of that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Steve Kerr had to make a switch for Kaminga because I agree with y'all. He's not that good. He's not good enough to make a switch for him. But I think his play style was already that type of.
You think his You think his play style? You think his play style was there, or his talent? Like I don't like. Do you think he?
Yeah, I don't
You
think
feel
the
like
play
his
style was
talent
there.
and his
Talent.
yeah? I
His
don't think.
talent.
I'm not with. I'm not
I
with you
think
on the play
it's
style.
mostly on Kerr though.
I think you think he
That's
talented enough to eventually be able to work in that system. But I think, and even Kaminga on record saying pretty much he wanted the ball and he wanted everything to go through him. Like he said that
But
in his
but
camp, at least him.
and that's why I think over time, I think over time it got to that point, bro, because of how they were treating him. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know if Kaminga was playing. That's what I'm saying about it. If Kaminga was playing, I don't think he would go into the interviews and say that. I think that was a switch from him not playing and just saying like, yeah, like this is what's going on. I want the ball now. Like this, you know what I'm saying? And trying to force his way to getting the ball or maybe force his way out. Whatever the fuck was the gist to it. What I'm saying, I think that happened over time though. I think if Kaminga was playing, I don't think he would be coming out saying that. Me personally.
And I'll just say
I
this:
think he
I had a
wasn't. I
phone.
think he wasn't. I get you what you're saying. Right, that's my fault, OG.
No,
My
you good?
I get that point in general, Tez. But I think he wasn't playing because he wasn't willing to do that on a consistent basis. And that's why Steve Kerr was like, "No, you don't. You know, you're not coming here and changing shit. If you don't want to do what I'm asking you to do in regards to my system that then got me 4 championships, then you about to sit on this bench. You're not about to come in here and change nothing." And I think that's why he didn't play because he wasn't willing to buy into what Steve Kerr wanted him to do.
On top of not being
Yeah,
able
and
to.
and
Oh my bad.
no, I was just gonna say, and I think that I don't have a problem with that because I think before I got a phone call, I think I was saying that one thing that's hard for me to coach is a bad IQ. So like, if you got a bad IQ or you just I just refuse to buy into the system. Yeah, I'm not. I'll never say, well, coach, you still got to find a way to use a guy like that. No, if you don't want to buy into the system to a certain degree, like you got to give, just like I'm asking the coach to give a little bit. You got to give a little bit too. And if you got a bad IQ, meaning you're not going to make the basketball play regardless of whatever position I put you in, you always going to be thinking one way. Yeah, then I can't. Then it's just a no go, right? But if you have a high basketball IQ, you willing to buy into the system, but I'm not the thing that you usually work with, coach. Then I think that's a perfect opportunity for a coach to not deviate, not overhaul, tweak his system just a little bit, like I think like what Evan said was talking about with Jordan Poole, just to hey man, I can get something out of this. You know what I mean? I think Jordan. You can say what we want about Jordan Poole, but I never said his basketball IQ was bad. Right? So I think he's a perfect candidate for a guy. Like, okay, yeah, he's a basketball player. If he gets certain,
How would
we
you
give him a
say?
little leeway, and if he get caught up,
Oh,
he's
you
gonna
know,
make the
oh, you good
basketball
now?
play.
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah,
So
my bad.
how would you say he deviated from Jordan Poole though? Like, was that not already their play style?
No.
I think he did. I think he did put the ball in his hands a little bit more and gave him a little freedom to go find. You know what I mean? Go see if you can hunt a shot a little bit. You know what I mean? I think he did give him a little bit of leeway to do that.
Yeah,
Whereas everybody
it
else,
was
you
give
either
and take.
catch. Yeah, with everybody else is either catch. If you don't have it, move it. You catch, you don't have it, screen away. Yeah, and that's what it was. That was the difference. Jordan Poole probably got 3 dribbles. Everybody else ain't get 3 dribbles.
Also, it was easier
But
to.
who else? Go ahead.
No, well, it was easier to cater to Poole like that because how gifted he was as a scorer, and also how he was able to be the second best or third best playmaker for that team behind Curry and Draymond, and then also one of the best shooters on that team. Kaminga struggled outside on the 3-point line, on top of on top of the IQ, and then on top of him just not being a good jump shooter. Kaminga was most effective attacking the basket, getting downhill, and finishing around the rim with his athleticism. So if you're not doing the things that Kerr was asking him to do, like Byron just said, it's way more easier to cater or like put the ball in Poole's hands more often than not than put the ball in a guy like Kaminga hands. Granted, they are different positions like you said, but it's easier to put the ball in Poole's hands than it was to put the ball in Kaminga hands because Kaminga's limits that he had or limitations that he had on the offensive end out on the 3-point line as a jump shooter period in that system.
But he always. That's what I'm saying. He always had that though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he
The
was
jump
never.
shooting?
He was never a jump shooter. He was never that.
Yeah,
Like that's what I'm saying.
That's why it was just the wrong pick. Like, bro, half of the Warriors up top they didn't want Kaminga. They wanted Franz. I can't remember who it was
But he did
that wanted Kaminga.
to Tez's point though, like he does have the skill sets or talent.
Yeah, the talent. Yeah, for sure.
That warrior system. It's just his IQ is just what threw him off.
That's all I'm saying. Like I never. That's why, and that's why I said with Heaven Sent when she mentioned Jordan Poole, I didn't even disagree with her. That's why I say it's two different positions, but that was kind of like, yes, Jordan Poole had a different skill set than Klay Thompson. I'm not, what I mean, that's obvious, but Klay Thompson was the more catch and shoots, but they were the formula was still the same. We want 3-pointers. We want screen. We want We want screens. We want all ball screens. We want pin downs to come out off this line. And we want to fire because that's what we had. We had Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Jordan Poole, and down the line Kevin Durant. Like that was so. It's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to think that they deviated for Jordan Poole when he still met what they was always doing. Now more dribbles to Byron point. Yeah. He had a little bit more wiggle room with the putting the ball on the ground and creating his own shot, but it was still shit. That's what Steph Curry was doing. Like, so that's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to say that I think he just deviated from Jordan Poole.
Were you from him or to him? My bad, so I can understand what you're saying.
To him, I'm sorry.
Bro,
to him.
They 100% did though, bro. Whenever somebody comes off the bench as the clear cut go to guy versus the system of move. You're catering / deviating to him. Whenever you are comfortable starting a guy in the playoffs for a whole entire series and he put up 20 plus points in the series, you are deviating to him. So they 100. Yeah, it was the system, but they 100% believed in him and trusted him with the ball in his hands to make plays when Curry was not on the court, and even when Curry missed games. And more often than not, he did that. Now, if it was like if they treated him like Paz or Moody, I would hear you 100%. When these guys just come off the bench and they playing within the system, that Warriors team and Curry and company let the system cater to Poole in a sense for a certain duration on a basketball court when he was.
But he already fit it though. Like that's what I'm like. That's what
I'm saying is it was a twist to it though, like a small little curve to it.
Okay,
like,
I'm listening.
They basically expanded his role. They expanded his role, right? So normally the person who's not Steph or whatever, you're not getting on ball reps. You're running around catching the ball, you shooting, you catching, shooting, right? You cutting. What they did is they expanded his role to include ball handling, and that's kind of tweaking it for Jordan Poole to kind of do what he's good at, right? Which is more on ball reps.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's exactly what it is. I'm sorry. Thank you for helping me with the correct wording, but yes, that's what I was trying to get to. Yeah, that's all it was. Okay. Game. But I mean,
Benedict Mathurin though, they did let him go loose the beginning of the season when like nobody was there because they didn't really have a system because Tyrese Halliburton wasn't there, and they were able to do that. Then they were able to flip him, so they didn't have to pay him an extra contract. Got themselves a center, and it worked out. So good for them.
And I also want to say what OG line of thinking is fair, but it's not like Mathurin was Walker. Like Walker didn't get opportunity at all. Mathurin got opportunity. Mathurin started a year or two. Mathurin was playing 25 plus minutes a night. Mathurin was still putting up 15 to 18, 19 points throughout his duration in Indiana. But what Byron said is key.
Man, I thought it was something I was missing. I thought he got plenty of opportunity.
Mathurin was still playing 100%. So OG, I mean, the loose shit when it comes to the 38 points or 30 points more often than not, I mean, that's just not going to happen when you got to play behind 2-star players in Halliburton and Siakam. You know, when the Halliburton trade happened, that might have been the same year that he got drafted, and then Siakam came, bro. You getting slotted differently now, brother. So that top 6 pick that we took you at, come out of Arizona, we wanted you to be one of the guards of our future. But when Hallie and Siakam come, brother, plans change, shit change, and unfortunately for Mathurin, that role that he once was in or could have been in, it altered to number 3 scoring option and or number 4, and or then even that bench piece or that microwave off the bench. And then on top of that, when we have this current structure / system, why are we then want to pay you $150+ million when we can just trade you and get a center in Zubac? So it's not like Carlisle and them gave up on him. They made a smart business decision to do that while also having a chance to maintain a top 4 pick in the draft. And now Mathurin can go blossom in LA. Mathurin can go get that contract that he may be seeking this offseason. When Indiana, it did not make sense to pay him that when you have 2 wings that complement your system and also make life easier for what you're trying to do more often than not on a game-to-game basis than Nemhard and Neesmith, and insert whoever may come off the bench for them. So now, and then what Byron said, Why would I alter my not whole entire, but maybe even take a mini tweak to it or a big tweak to it to cater to you getting your 15 to 20 shots a night? Which you want. We all know Mathurin want that. That's the player that Mathurin is. He want that. I'm not doing that. Like, nah, you got to slide in line. You got to play in line. And typically he was in line. But, Mathurin is better with the ball in his hands. And he's the guy that want to get to it, like you said. And I know what he can do, too. But, unfortunately, when that trade happened with Siakam and Halliburton, the idea of what Mather will be for the franchise is altered a little bit, especially with Nemhard leaping and Neesmith getting better as well. So that's all that was with Mather.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I guess, yeah. I mean, I think I'm not arguing on that. I think,
Now, Jarris, I'm with
role
you.
player niggas.
I'm with you with Jarris. Like, Jarris should be playing basketball, bro. Like, that's crazy as hell. Jarris Walker should be playing basketball. Too good offensively, too good defensively.
Yeah.
Couldn't get better offensively, but too good defensively. Like, come on now. Like, nah. But to the Jarris thing, Siakam, it ain't trade for Obi Toppin. And Obi Toppin was playing so damn good too, though. We can't just ignore Obi Toppin to where like, oh, Jarris Walker should come in right away and be playing minutes over Obi Toppin. Like I couldn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Because he still got to develop at the end of the day too as well. Man, they just had a log jam in the front court, so I understand it. But now, like you said, going forward, now you go ahead. Well, now going forward. Like, bro, Jarris Walker should not be playing next season. Like, he should be playing. Like, he should be getting minutes. I don't care if it's 15. He should be playing.
That's all I'm saying. But it just seemed like guys like Ben Shepherd and T.J. McConnell, you got to be like that in order to play over there. You can't be too. You can't be too dynamic. You got to be one like T.J. McConnell, Ben Shepherd, Aaron Neesmith. You got to fit that mold. You fit that mold. Come on over here.
But it's
but
at
the same time, let me see, because I think we're about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that, right? Because the system is already in place. Like, this is what the system is. So at this point, I got my engine, which is Halliburton. I got Siakam, which is going to be my one ball stopper. Now, everything else, y'all just got to slide in. And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that because, again, the system is proven that they didn't necessarily win, but who's to say they wouldn't have won if, my man didn't get hurt? So the system is proven. So I'm not saying overhaul it. I'm not saying it's a bad system. I'm just saying sometimes, is there any room to tweak it a little bit to maximize something that you could possibly use? And I think,
and I'm with you. Honestly, I'm actually with you. Like, if I have a player like that who I know can be a microwave or I can score, or who's not going to like I see if he coming with bad vibes or bad energy where he's just gonna fuck up the system.
Yeah.
I want to keep that player. I ain't gonna lie. I would want to keep him, but I mean, bruh, they moved him for Zubac, and then I also understand I'm not paying.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, I also understand I'm not paying with him what he want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just probably not gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
Especially if they get a top 3, top 4 pick in the draft coming up. So, which they need to get.
I don't think they made. I don't think they made a bad move.
Yeah.
I don't think they made a bad move. I think it benefits both. It benefits everybody.
Yeah, he can go blossom in LA now because LA is going to need a future 2 guard. Bradley Beal is obviously. I hope they don't put anything into Beal next year. Didn't they give Beal a 2-year? Didn't they give him a 2-year deal?
Bro, he's making little money. Like,
I understand that, brother. The point is that if he's there, they're going to cater to even playing him minutes and or starting like he came into the season expected to be the starter, bro. That's all I'm trying to say, Tween. But if Bill is not there, then he has a player option. He has a player option, which you'll probably pick up. But either way, Mathurin and Bill will be the 2 guards next year, assuming they give Mathurin. Hopefully they give him a contract. Hopefully he doesn't get that pick up the qualifying offer like Cam Thomas had to do, and now we'll see what Milwaukee does with Cam Thomas and things like that. But I think Mathurin's a guy that can play in the league, man, and he's been scoring pretty well in the league since he's been in the league. He came in the league after like 7
Bro, if you go watch the zone of tape, like, are you surprised? Like 38 off the bench is an outlier, but are you surprised? Like, it's not, this is who he was.
That's what I was saying.
I love that kid, man. I love that kid when he was in Arizona for real.
He was a dog in Arizona.
We picked Malachi Branham.
I don't
want to go there. I don't want to go there.
So yeah, great conversation overall. Looking ahead to the NBA games today, we had a great talks around the tanking thing, the slate, and Cade and American players, and circling back to the tanking again, and then that last conversation that we just had. Excuse me, or y'all was having Poole, Kuminga, and things like that was really good. That's why I was just listening for the most part. Last night I went. Let me see. Rockets 1-0, Cavs 2-0, Sixers 2-1, Wizards 3-1. Knicks 3-2, Raptors 4-2, Spurs 5-2, Celtics 6-2, Magic 7-2, Nuggets 7-3. So 7-3 in last night's game. I messed up on the Hawks pick. Other than that, I stayed firm with everything else I picked. We're gonna see what I do today. 7-3 yesterday. This is just me selecting the winners for each game down the slate. We got an ESPN doubleheader. I care about the second game a lot. I care too much about the first game because Cooper Flag is not playing. But I do want to see 8. They healthy. Reeves is not on the minutes restriction no more. Reported yesterday. Luka is back. Well, he played quote unquote an All-Star game, but yeah, he's back from regular season perspective. LeBron and Ayton, who missed the last game or two, heading to All-Star break, is back. So the Lakers are good to go. The Clippers coming off of a big win yesterday. Jordan Woods pointed out the back-to-back thing yesterday as well. So we're going to see how much they play today and how that go. I do know on a back-to-back tip today, we are not going to see Evan Mobley and most likely Neesmith. And
I think they on like a 6 game too.
They on like a 7, I think. The Cavs. They won 11 out of the last 12.
6.
Oh, 6?
7. I think Shooter posted 6. It might be 6 since he got there. I'm not sure.
It's 6. It's 6, and they won 11 out of the last 12.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. But
we'll win the streak. The Spurs.
Make it 7 tonight. We got Melo. Okay.
The Spurs are on a 7-game winning streak. So the Cavs or the Spurs are the two hottest teams.
Make sure you tune in. We got Detroit coming up.
Oh, that's a great game.
Man, that's gonna be a good game. That's a weekend game too, right?
Monday.
Oh, Monday. Okay. Yeah, only 3 games.
Is Dermot back for that?
Say that again.
I said, is Jalen Dermot gonna be back for that?
I thought he got 5 games.
I thought he got 2.
I don't know.
I think Isaiah got more than Duren. I don't think Duren got 5. I think Isaiah got like 4 or 5.
Duren got 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He gonna be back for that, right?
He should be.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, he 100% is going to be back for that game.
I bet. Perfect. Duren versus Wemby.
7-3 yesterday. The slate is kicked off today with the Cavs versus the Hornets. The Hornets are coming off of a loss yesterday. The Cavs are coming off of a win yesterday. No Evan Mobley today. I want to see how if they continue to rock out with that Dean Wade at the starting small forward spot. Obviously, the much bigger forward/wing than Jalen Tyson. But Jalen Tyson was playing so good for the last 2 months. But Dean Wade is a guy that can defend for them and also knock down outside shots. And just have that. I guess they can have that extra. Actually, Dennis, Keon, and Jalen is a good 3 guards coming off the bench together. So I mean, I understand it. It's cool. We'll see if they continue it. Cavs.
How did they look yesterday? I watched their games. I watched their game. I watched his. Was that Harden first game when they played the Nuggets? That was the last full game I watched.
That was the second game. Sacramento was the first.
Oh, second game. Yeah. Well, I didn't. Yeah, that's the only game I watched. How did yesterday? Did they look like?
Everybody looked.
Did it look better?
They played the Nets though.
Man, they gave them belt. Like they was up 30 midway through the second.
I'm talking about the team, bro, not the result of the game.
Yeah. Demons, James. Yeah, everybody looked good, especially at Jared Allen. Shit, I'm not gonna lie, I might be taking Jared Allen over a lot of centers, bro. The weight, bro.
That's because of same thing you said about Zubac. And I'm not saying Zubac sucks, but Harden. I'm just saying Harden. You like him with Harden gonna bring an extra level out of niggas. If you the center setting that screen for him and you a live threat, yeah, you're gonna look a whole lot better. So I mean, I ain't saying Jared Allen shit, but pump your brakes as far as like
I might be taking him over your guy. I'm not. I'm taking him over your guy.
All right, man.
Okay. Centers, bro. Okay.
All
right. Yeah, he's making life easier for Jared Allen. Jared Allen caught like 3 lobs last night. Threw an amazing lob to Donovan Mitchell. The whole entire team looked good, Birdie. Dennis off the bench, Keon, Dean Wade started, didn't miss a shot. James Harden was like 6 for 6 at a point. Playmaking was there. The scoring was there. They blew them out 132-84. So, but in a minute, though, their main point is the way they're playing basketball is looking good. And James Harden, I don't know what it is, bro. I know y'all call it the honeymoon shit and shit like that, bro. That nigga looking like fast. He like he got extra pep in his step or something. I don't know.
I saw a clip yesterday. OG rolled his eyes so hard.
Bro, I saw a clip yesterday. This nigga looked like, bro, he looked like he was like 10
you
years ago.
You already know, Byron.
No exaggeration.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not even lying. I watched this nigga for 4 years. I don't know what it is, bro. I watch every single game. This nigga, what I don't know. Did he get HGC like the growth hormone shit? Like this nigga moving quick as
Yeah,
fuck.
he moving right now. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like no exaggeration. Like I
They
saw like
told
a
this
bing,
nigga,
bing, bing,
yo,
bop,
you
bop. I'm like,
cannot
damn.
slow us down.
They're hard at moving, bro. That team, that's my finals pick, bro. I don't care. They going to the finals. I'm staying right there. They going to the finals. Now if they gonna win it, I don't know, but they going. And we're gonna see what happens.
I'm telling you, brother, they
I'm
going,
out my
bro.
Yeah, they going.
They going. Philly, Cleveland, Eastern Conference Finals.
No, hell no.
Harden get them up out of there in 6.
But listen, if Tatum come back and Tatum give me a cool 20 to 25, bruh, 7 boards, 4 assists,
If Tatum
That's gonna
come
be.
back
See,
and he's back to being Tatum, everything is off the wall. Because that's like a
it
top
depends
5
on how he
player.
come back though. Because if he can come back, he can come back on some trying to get back in rhythm tight, or he can just come back on straight timing. If he come back on straight timing with the way JB playing right now on
Bro,
straight timing,
you're wishing, bro.
yeah,
Your
the
first
timing
statement
part is
was
wishing. You could have left it at the first one. I ain't gonna lie. Like
like,
the feel, the
I don't
vibe.
even he
That's
gotta
why I said 20 to
he
25
don't
though,
even
because like,
gotta come back on.
my bad,
yeah, he don't gotta come back on no
And y'all
30,
you talking about
29.
JT?
Yeah,
Yeah, he don't
JT.
that's what I was just about to say. They
Like
This
don't
gonna
nah,
need
be
timing,
they
man,
don't
timing
this
need
don't
30.
even fit that nigga like that.
nigga,
Respectfully, I ain't
nigga,
gonna
They
nigga,
lie.
don't
nigga,
even
Bruh.
nigga
need
come
30.
off,
They need
Timing,
nigga
I'm
come
not
20.
off,
trying to
Really
hear
don't. Yeah,
nigga
it
come
really
off
don't.
Achilles first
Jason
game. He
Tatum
on
on
time it.
timing. That
Yeah,
shit don't even sound right.
that this
I
whole
ain't gonna
year. I
lie.
don't care what
Bro,
he when
stop
he
hate bro. Tatum, chill out, bro. Stop the hate, bro.
man when he come back. This gonna be getting back to
They
shape
had the
and
best
getting back to.
offense in the NBA. Like they
It
don't
Jesus,
don't
need
matter.
Tatum to average
I was
30.
just
bro. We're
Mike
talking
so
about coming off the
wild, bro.
injury, bro.
Okay.
Like you always
I
want
know.
to take the shit
I'm
to
saying
another
that, but
level.
BJ
He
said
said come back
BJ
on
said he
time.
got to
I
come back
said, bro,
on
it's gonna be more
time. You
so
don't got
what he
to.
first said, bro. Get back in rhythm. He
Yeah,
coming off a
he
fucking
never said
Achilles,
he
bro.
had
Like
to, gang. He
I
just
gotta be
responded
for
to what
real,
BJ
bro.
said, twin.
Yeah,
Bro,
like
talking
the
about what you
nigga.
said,
That's what
bro.
that's what I'm replying
All right,
to.
I apologize. I apologize.
Yeah, like the nigga coming back
Now you good. I just
from a
said BJ. Now
broke
you
finger
good,
or
Ed.
something.
My
And
bad.
Tez, I was replying to BJ.
But BJ didn't say he had to come back on. Never mind. I
He
got the.
said
Nah, that's on me, twin. That's on me. That's on me. That's on
bro.
me.
He said
Twin, that's on me. It's
But
on
I'll
me.
never do what I did earlier again, bro.
That
now you
nigga
got it.
get
You
you
got
in
it.
the
You got it.
rabbit
That's on
hole,
me,
boy.
bro.
And
That's
he
my
was
Nah,
a
bad.
it's,
My
it's
rabbit
bad.
on me.
hole queen.
It's on me, bro. It's on me.
My bad, bro. That's my fault.
Rabbit hole tween, nigga. Shit.
Dog,
Bro,
the Cavs got the win over the Hornets.
I saw my kids looking at me like, Daddy, what the hell you doing?
I got
Like, bro, what the
I
fuck?
got the Cavs winning today on the road against the Hornets. Continue to get their win streak. Pacers and Wizards. I'm actually going to go with the Wizards doubling down and beating the Pacers again today. Utah and Memphis. Lauri Markkanen is questionable to illness. John Moran is not playing. So you're going to see. Oh, also Cedric Howard is not playing either, or Zach Edey and company. So I'm actually going to go. Oh, Keontae George is still out with that ankle injury. I'm going to go with the Jazz. I think it's going to be just have too much talent for them to lose this game on purpose right here. So the Jazz are going to get the win on the road. The Heat versus the Hawks. We're finally more healthy. You know, Hero's back. He's probable. Norman Powell is expected to play today as well. So we have everybody. The band is together. I'm going to go with the Heat getting the win today on the road. They're actually favorites, surprisingly, at
Man, the
-3.5.
band.
Yeah, bro, for whatever that's worth.
Y'all man, bro.
Yeah. Dallas Mavericks
Bruh,
are traveling to Minnesota. I got the Wolves winning that game easily. And then we got the Pelicans versus the Bucks. Trey Murphy is out today. I'm going to go with, bro. I'm going to actually go with the Bucks on this game. I think Miles Turner's out in this game too. Hold on, wait. Let me make sure. Fact check that. I think Miles Turner's out. No. I got the Pels win. I'm sorry. I got the Pels win. I'm gonna go with the Pels. Nigga, OG's about to say something unnecessary.
no, I would not about that. I would mess with Byron. Byron nigga talking about the band back together. Nigga, that band nigga,
That's what
shit.
I was
The
about to say.
drummer, we don't
That's what I
know.
was talking about.
We don't know where the drummer at. The nigga got sick, all that nigga.
We
The
for
band is
damn
not
sure
back
don't know who the
together.
lead singer is. That's for damn sure. Nigga ain't got no David Ruffin. That's for damn sure.
I wonder what you're gonna be laughing at when Cade getting trapped in the offs and he can't give you 30 to help you win. When Sengun going 6 for 16 and the
I
Thompson
just,
going
They
3 for
don't
I
8.
guard him in
just,
Thompson. Go give him
But
that rookie
yeah,
I
max.
knew he was about to do
no,
this.
but
I
Trent,
ain't nah, you know what
like
I'm saying?
it's going to
I'm
be
just saying
funny.
something
Like
on he said. Now
it's
you
going
want
to
to
be
get
funny.
personal
OG
with me.
when Katie
Now
getting
you
trapped and
want
hard headed and doubled, and Sengun can't score efficiently down low, and the Thompson can't shoot the ball, and your offense is stagnant and stale, and Ime you gonna be blaming Ime, and then Jabari doing this and that. It's gonna be real funny. I'm telling you. Like that shit is sad.
my
Yo,
bad.
Ed.
I pray we run into y'all, bro.
my bad.
I do too.
I was just
Hey,
responding to your band
my
comment. I ain't
bad.
But
mean no
no
harm.
funny.
OG, my
I ain't
bad.
mean no
My
Bro,
harm,
oh
bad.
my
nephew. My
OG,
god.
I
bad.
got a
bro.
question though. If y'all play the Spurs, you bad?
Who, nigga? No. Fuck
What?
no, nigga. I know.
Yeah, you scary ass nigga.
Yeah, but yeah, you call me what you want, nigga. I ain't no fool. Nigga, I ain't no fool
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
I
Yo,
ain't no fool. Say,
bro,
Yo,
your
Ev.
tone
Pray,
changed
bruh.
so much
I
on the
pray we
Rockets
get
this year.
we get y'all of Minnesota, bruh.
But my
Please,
bad, your
bruh.
new thing is new
Please.
information. New information. That's your new thing. New information. New information.
no, hold on. So hold on. And I know I ain't get a chance to go over the Rockets. I ain't finna stick on it too long, but I
Bro,
watched that
BJ,
game last night, bro. I'm gonna say
be
this.
careful what you ask for, gang. Like that's all I'm gonna tell you, bro. Be careful what you ask for, bro.
I watched that game last night, bro, and I never sat there looking at that TV like, man, like even though we won, that offense, bro. Ever since that San Antonio game, particularly, I mean, Amin is just golly, it hurts me to my heart because I like the kid a
Yeah,
whole
yeah, we
lot.
been said that, OG. I've been said that. That's why I went J Mac over him.
Yeah, okay, but anyway, my coach, man, I just what we everything we even the buckets we made last night, everything is tough, bro. KD, I mean, y'all say what you want about KD. The quality of shots that this nigga is getting, bro, and the fact that he's making those at a high clip. I mean, because they tough shots, they tough as all that those, and he's still putting up 35 or whatever it is. Kudos to that nigga, because the way what we got going on offensively. Bro, it's got to be some of the most atrocious shit I ever seen in my life, bro. And so now the identity we had on the defensive side of the ball ain't driving the offense. So it's like I don't even know what kind of team we are right now, to be honest with you. I really don't. I don't even know how we won that game last night. I'm
OG.
sitting there watching. It's bad to
Oh,
watch, man. It's a hard watch right now for me.
God damn, I ain't never heard you that
OG.
low.
You know,
God
you know
damn,
what
cuz.
happened? I'm not even trolling. This is from a basketball mind right here. Steven Adams went down. Y'all went from the 41st percentile. Y'all had the best offensive what's it called, rebounding rate. You guys got 41% of your misses, right? And you guys had a top two offensive rating because of you guys getting second, third, fourth opportunities at scoring. So you remove the key component, Steven Adams, on the glass, and your offensive rating plummets. I was saying it's
I didn't
all
need no offensive rate. I didn't need to know nothing about no percentages, ratings. I didn't need
no.
to
I'm
know
just
none of
saying that
that.
goes
I
hand
ain't
in
looked
hand
at
with
none
it,
of
man.
that, and I've said that point numerous times now.
I said it
Let me
too. I
sum
said
it
it's
up for
not
you.
sustainable.
Let
I
me just sum it up real quick for you.
OG,
He gives us a whole bunch of second chance opportunities, and we don't have those now, and we're a bad
yeah,
offensive team. So yeah,
yeah. I
All right.
said that to start the year.
Okay.
Me and Goods were saying is you
You
guys
said what?
were
The nigga was playing this year.
no. I'm saying Steven, bro. It wasn't gonna like the sample size was so small. It
What?
wasn't
No,
gonna
if
last the
you didn't
82
know he
games.
was gonna get hurt, that don't
No, no,
tell
no,
me
no.
Bro,
that
I
you
he's gonna
didn't
get
know
cannot,
that.
hurt.
bro.
I did. OG.
You
I
cannot
didn't know that.
victory. You
OG.
cannot
OG. OG.
victory lap that point
I
because he
didn't
got
know
hurt,
the
bro. You would
Steven
not be
Adams.
saying that if he
No,
didn't
no,
get
no, no.
hurt, bro.
Yeah,
I
if he
didn't.
didn't get hurt, then I mean I don't
Like,
understand your
bro,
point.
move on, bro. Like you
I
trying to get
didn't
a
know he was gonna
gotcha,
get
bro.
hurt.
Like that
Facts.
should be
Like when did
weird,
I,
bro.
bro?
Like
No, bro. Y'all not listening. It's cool, bro. We can move
All
on.
right, cool.
he
I
got
got the I
hurt,
got
bro. We
the
all know that.
I
Thank
got
you.
the Wolves getting a win today. I got the Pelicans getting a win today. I got OKC getting a win today. I got the Lakers getting a win today over the Clippers. And then to close it out, I'm gonna try it one more time to pick the Nuggets to get the win over the Blazers on the road. Shaden Sharp is still not playing. Still a tough team to beat, and also to even play in Portland regardless. But I'm gonna go with the Nuggets probably on his back to back, getting the win. So I got the Cavs, the Wizards, Utah, Miami, Minnesota, the Pelicans, OKC, Lakers, and Nuggets. 3,
I'm
6,
scared of
8.
that. I'm scared of that Clippers Lakers shit, bro. And this ain't even me being pessimistic. I ain't gonna hold you. I think, bro. I think they extra hungry to get to that 500. I ain't gonna hold you. I think
Yeah,
them niggas itching to get to 500.
that'll be amazing for
And I
them,
don't
though.
think the back to back really matters right now because they at home again.
Right, right.
So
No
yeah, I
travel.
don't. Yeah, yeah. And if I got to disagree with you on that Nuggets, I think Portland gonna get them tonight. I really do. I think Portland. Yeah, because that Nuggets team ain't playing really good basketball right now. Still trying to find themselves a little bit, so to speak. And that Portland team is tough. They've been tough all year long, man. I know Shaden ain't playing, but they tough to deal with. What's Byron dude? What's the point guard? Holidays. He playing?
Drew should be playing. Yeah, Drew been playing.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I don't know. I shit. What is the line anyway? Do you know offhand? What's the line on that
Nuggets
game?
-1.5.
Even.
I knew it was okay. I
Yeah.
knew it was tight. I knew it was tight. All right.
Yeah. So that'll be that. I mean, for Friday, solid, good. Yeah, Drew been playing and giving them good minutes too. Man.
Yeah.
Drew had a
And Klingon
31,
been
9, and
hooping,
7 in
nigga.
his last game. Man, y'all fuck with Klingon so hard, man. Donovan, man, damn, man.
Klingon been hooping, dog, for real. Like
I ain't
that
gonna
three
lie. I
ball
wish
now.
if we had
Yeah, he's
Klinger. Oh
stretching
my
that range.
goodness.
He's stretching that range, man.
Oh, that nigga Dame into this fold. It's gonna be an annoying ass little team,
For
boy. I'm
real,
telling you.
Byron. For real. Add another group of niggas they're gonna have to
Yep.
wrestle
Definitely
with next
starting
year.
to act like OKC fans because you want everybody on your team. You want
Oh,
everybody that's
Wait,
good on
huh?
your team.
What do you mean?
Oh,
I'm about
who you
BJ.
say? Oh, BJ.
BJ, he want
What are
Ant
you
on
talking
his
about?
team. He want this person on his team. He always wants
No, no,
whoever's
no,
good.
no,
One
no,
of my
no,
team.
no, 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 no. Please, please, please. Before you get there, I said when his contract comes up, Minnesota can take their pick back because they're going to be a bad team, and they can take their pick back.
And you want him on the Spurs.
Think about it.
Nigga, at
Both
some
faces.
point,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
nigga. Damn.
You get both faces on the same team. Come on.
You got nigga. If I was a Spurs fan, I don't even that's overkill, nigga. I want a challenge now. I don't need both of them niggas on the same
Curry
team.
teamed up with Durant.
Fair.
And
Right.
Ant not gonna do that.
Okay, and that's why he never gonna win a championship.
Okay, we gonna see.
Like I told y'all before, shit. I know I got a good feeling where Ant might end up. And I know he'll love the H, nigga. He'll love it. He'll love it down in Houston.
Just so you can go there and bash him. No, I ain't getting on that topic. Nope, never mind. You got it.
And you know what I'm gonna tell you? Keep dreaming, nigga. Next.
Oh, and by the way, you ain't welcome when he do come there, nigga. You can't come, nigga, unless you pay. You got to pay to come, nigga. We not letting you on that wagon free,
Well,
nigga.
that's cool because he won't be there, nigga. So I don't give a fuck.
All right, nigga. All right.
Did you have to pay? Did you have to
You
pay?
heard it?
Did you have to pay to go from Dallas to Houston for the Cowboys and Texans?
Look at him. Look.
Did you pay in?
Nigga, I went home, nigga. I went home, nigga.
You left
Nah, I
home.
went home.
You
It's
left
different.
home though.
It's
Hey,
different.
you ever seen a
You
nigga paying
went
to
home
leave
and
come
ended up in the
home?
same spot.
OG.
L love to see me lose. For whatever reason, he love to
I'm
see me
playing
lose,
my nigga.
whatever it is, dog.
Your
Arguments,
mama, your
games,
mama still live
money.
in Houston.
Huh?
Your mama still live in Houston.
Absolutely. The
Damn, that's
whole
it, bro.
family.
Stop talking to these boys,
That's
man.
what I'm trying to tell you.
My
I
dog
got
ain't
the
gotta
whole
pay
family,
shit, bro. Dog ain't
nigga.
gotta pay
I'm
shit.
the only nigga in Dallas. The only one. The only one. The whole family. Cousin, third cousin, fourth cousin, first cousin, mama, daddy, sister, brother. The whole nine, nigga.
We know the
Like,
reason.
nigga,
We know
that's
the
my
reason.
roots,
We
nigga.
know the reason for that.
Well, I wish you would, nigga. What is it? I wish you would. What's the reason? I wish you would say nigga ran me off,
Hey, stop playing with my dog. Hey, watch your back, bro.
Hey, that only makes sense though, Ev. How everybody
You
there and you
feel me,
there?
gang? You feel me,
You know what I'm
gang?
saying?
Hey,
Yeah.
gang. The whole
All
time
right, nigga.
family there, still he been gone for 20 plus years. What that tell you, bruh? What that tell you, Ted?
Okay, nigga.
Only one thing. Only one
That
thing.
nigga's hey, that nigga's scared of somebody over there.
That nigga say I'm in witness protection up here. All right, nigga, let you niggas tell
I
it.
dare you to go. I
got a
dare you to go to Houston and take a picture, nigga, in any hot spot. I dare you, nigga. That's my bet.
I'll be that
I
nigga.
want to
I'll
see
be there
that.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to
I'll
see
be
that.
there tomorrow,
Yeah,
nigga, and I go
FaceTime
straight
me.
to the hood.
Yeah, FaceTime me and say, yeah, nigga, I'm
I go
outside.
straight to the
FaceTime
hood,
me.
nigga.
FaceTime me
I
tomorrow
go
and say,
straight. I
yeah.
put it.
Damn,
I'm
OG,
gonna
you
be.
there on the wrong weekend, bro. I'm there next weekend. Shit.
And we ain't,
Yeah,
and
I'll
we
be.
ain't hold up to clarify. We ain't talking about a FaceTime call and you the only nigga on the street. We talking about
Yeah,
when niggas there.
outside. Like,
All right.
yeah, like,
Nigga, say,
yeah,
look at nigga.
yeah.
Say. You know the MLK I was telling you about, Byron. What dead end at, Byron? What street dead end on? So MLK, nigga, the same
MLK,
Chimichang, the whole nigga. Nigga, that's
yeah,
where I'm
Timmy
from.
Stan.
Nigga, when I grew up there, nigga, it dead end. Now it opened up to the tollway, nigga.
that was 50
Dead
years
in the
ago. We talking about
line.
Nigga, fuck
2026.
wrong with you, nigga? That's why I come out of Esperanza, nigga, Kingsgate, nigga. You, go do your homework on that, nigga. Fat nigga, Albert Thomas, nigga.
That was
Every word, the nigga, that's my high school. That's the high school
Nobody want to
school,
hear about what
nigga.
you did 30 years ago.
Shout
It's
out the
2026,
whole
bro.
crew. Shout out RP, Fat Pat, Big Hawk, all them boys, man.
Man, these niggas don't know
Stop
about
playing,
me.
bro.
I can go on wherever I want to,
All
nigga.
right. We get it.
I'm good on any side on the south, nigga. On any side, south side and the north side, I don't fuck around. Them niggas are different. They different on the north side. I don't fuck around. You won't catch me over there. But south side, nigga, yeah, that's what nigga. Come on, nigga.
So basically, you're opening a middle. You scared?
No. It's just we different, nigga. The north side
Oh,
niggas,
man,
they
bro.
different over there. They
Nah,
different. And
Okay.
I
that
got
was
some
actually
family over there,
crazy
but
beef
yeah, I
back
don't.
in the gap.
Yeah, them niggas, they
That was
different.
barely beef back in the gap.
Yeah, them niggas, y'all don't know nothing about this Dallas, but they like Fort Worth.
Oh
That
yeah,
north side of Fort Worth
yeah,
like the same thing for real.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Them niggas be wild.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I moved from over there. I ain't like living over there.
Please nobody respond to that. Nice job, bro. Listen, happy Friday, somebody that's in here, man. Hopefully y'all have a great weekend. Thank y'all for tapping into the show today, the last 3 days, and also on Monday this week. We are right back in here on Monday, recapping college basketball, and also speaking of college basketball. Hold on, tomorrow. 1 second, so people can know what to look forward to.
It's gonna be a movie.
Yeah, tomorrow, guys.
Are you wrapping up?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Shit
Tomorrow,
crazy, huh?
you have what's the big game?
He gotta rush to his other family.
Houston versus
You hear
Arizona.
that?
Here we go. We have Houston versus
You hear
Arizona.
Why you trying to wrap it up?
Houston versus Arizona, 3 o'clock Eastern time, ABC must watch game. Outside of that, you got Arkansas, Missouri. Arkansas is at home though. That's also another game that's worth tapping into. And working my way down from a big game perspective. UConn and Villanova is going to be a good game. Michigan and Duke is probably the biggest game. 6:30 p.m. ESPN Eastern time. Make sure you all tap into that. And then Iowa State versus BYU. That's a late start, 10:30. And for anybody that cares, Kentucky versus Auburn. Yeah.
You ain't even had to say that, bro. But look though, BJ, what we doing, bro? What we doing?
Y'all have a good day.
Have they
You
messaged
so
you? Tell you
fucking
it's time to come
scary,
home.
bro. Like I don't like you niggas, bro.
Nah, it's
Bruh,
Did they
2:30. I
message
think.
you? Tell you it's time to come home?
No, it's 2:30. It's a
No.
Friday. It's a
Bruh.
reasonable time. 3.5 hours is reasonable. Yeah, 3.5 hours.
All right. I just wanted.
I see if I
So
end the
Ed,
show at 12:30 or 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock today or something like that. Nah, 2:30 is reasonable.
So you was trying to.
Or I was up here solo, which is okay.
Bruh, you do not have to explain yourself to him.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Bro, look though,
BJ
could.
I think he
BJ
does
could
need
take
to
me
explain
North
himself because he
Carolina.
just be leaving us for other people regularly, too regularly at this point. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, bro. Look, Michigan is a well respected ball club, brother.
Bruh, Ed, he could test me North Carolina, Tennessee, and some more shit.
know,
But
he's
when
goofy.
but he finally get a bump game after 30 games, and he don't want it. All right, bruh. All right,
Wait.
wait. Y'all have a good day, bro. He's a weirdo. BJ's a weirdo, bro.
You didn't see our difficult schedule. We've been playing bump all year.
Did you guys talk about the draft changes?
I started the show.
Oh
with that.
no.
I started the show with that, and then we probably circle back to it.
What did you say?
We circled back.
Haven't said OG just as bad as you.
I forgot who brought it up again. Whether it was Twin OG or whoever. But yeah, we had another conversation around it. Z Farm, Z Farm, Kenny, and things like that. My comments was, I mean, and to leave as is and let teams like I agree with this dude. I can't remember what he said word for word, but I agree with him at the end. Hold on, let me go to it again. A lot of his bullet points were responding to what Sham said that the general managers met with, as far as the committee's perspective and their things right here. He responded to that, and I left with the last thing that he said was, I don't know what the solution is, but it's not any of this stuff. I agree. Either get more creative and do something truly out of the box, leave it alone, and let team operate as they see fit. So that's where I'm at with it.
Bro, is that Sam Quinn?
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know that's not the dude to be agreeing with on a regular basis.
I'm well aware who Sam is and his thoughts. Yeah, I'm well aware.
Nah, he's.
But just right here,
Yeah,
I agree with this right here though. Like I'm well aware who Sam is though.
Why do you agree with that?
Well, I gotta go back again. Haven't seen. Okay, so looking at the bullet points, haven't seen flat odds for all the lottery teams. 100% disagree with that. Lottery centers to all playing teams. Disagree with that. Lottery odds allocated based on a 2-year record. That means teams just tank for a 2-year window. Don't agree with that. I get why the WNBA does it though. It's not the same and also the teams is not the same from the pool of teams. It's like 17 WNBA teams compared to like 30 NBA teams. Teams can't pick top 40 after making conference finals. Okay, fair. I'll entertain whatever, but injuries happen. So how can you just stamp that? No longer allowing the team to pick consecutive in the top 4 or consecutive bottom 3 finishes. I think I even referenced that on the show last week. Far as you can't get a top 3 pick or top 4 pick to back years, right? So I was sort of kind of even leaning to that in a sense. But only thing that's going to happen in this one is, okay, teams that know they're behind a team that's within the top 4 from a win-loss perspective. Well, let me just go ahead and try to tank more or even get closer to where they are because I know they can't get in the top 4 again anyway. So if you pick in the top 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that means you're automatically out and you're between 5 through 14. So that means the team that typically will be between 5 to 10, they have a chance to get in the top 4. So that means if you have a chance to get in the top 4, because these teams can't get in the top 4 again, that means you just can tank heavier or tank harder. Tank harder.
Literally, well, you don't necessarily need to tank harder just because your probability goes up because there's
but you can double it.
4 less.
You can help it though, right? You can help your odds.
Yeah, but you can also
if you don't flatten the odds, that's why the two go hand in hand.
Yeah, and you can look at it the other way, whereas if you want to make sure you don't get a top 4 pick this year because next year's draft is going to be amazing, you'll probably try a bit harder. So I don't know.
Okay, no, I
like that one.
Yeah, this is the one that I even said to. Like I said, this is the one I even said to the show last week. So I'm not fully opposed.
And I like
this one.
I like the conference finals one too.
Fair. You don't care about the injuries though. Like if injury happened to a big player,
you're still a good team.
Okay.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is like Indiana, like when Hallie comes back, there's still going to be a better team than, let's say, like if the Wizards didn't make these trades, right? So I don't think it'll be fair for them to get, like it doesn't disperse the talent properly.
So what if Ant get hurt and they just not that they'll probably be a lottery team probably. Do you think so? Or do you think they'll be like out of the
I think it's unfair to teams that are actually bad, which goes to what Jordan was saying and Tween about actual bad teams should get a pick. Like you're not actually bad. Like your best player is just not playing this year because of injury. When he comes back, you're going to be a good team again. I think it's unfair to actually bad teams.
But what if?
I'm not saying, bro. But that shit doesn't. What do you do with the bad teams? The bad teams are still going to be bad, so it doesn't matter.
And then the second,
it doesn't matter. The whole point, though, the spirit, from my understanding, the spirit of the draft is that you want to help bad teams get a good player to become better, right? It's not gonna for a good team.
Can you say that again? Because I think that's very important. Say that one more time, please.
To me, the essence of a draft is to have a bad team get a good player to help them
help, right? Not save, right?
Yeah.
Help, right?
No, you shouldn't. I think it's a part of the process of getting better because you have to manage your assets properly, make trades, and that sort of thing. So it's supposed to help you get better. It's not supposed to be It's not supposed to be drafted that solves all your problems. So, like, I think that it's unfair to actual bad teams that if a good team just so happens to have a player that got hurt or whatever, they take that from an actual bad team that probably needs said player more than a good team. Yep. Right? You agree or disagree?
No, I agree. To the second bullet, lottery freeze at the trade deadline. This is the one where teams will tank earlier. This is probably the worst idea up here, to be honest. To my opinion, lottery odds freezing at the trade deadline or a later date. Now, if it's a later date, cool, I entertain it. But the trade deadline is crazy. Like lottery odds freezing in February. Like, I mean, well, no, actually, that can work in their favor because teams can't put injury shit as early. But you never know what teams can do up their sleeve. To be honest, now we'll be seeing right now in January and February. But yeah, that's the one I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Flying odds and that too, nah, I'm all the way out. First round picks can be protected only top 1 through 4, or top 1 through 14. That's saying. Is that saying that? Like, you can only protect picks top 1 through 4 or top 1 through 14, right?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm fine with that, too. I don't really, that doesn't really bother me. But, yeah. I mean, I'm at the point where we see what they come up with. OG said I like what OG said too. Actually, I agree with him.
So you disagree with Sam because I don't know if you was keeping track, but you agree with like 5 of them things on there.
No, I don't. I agree with two.
He agrees with like two. He
Yeah, it's
agrees
only
with
two.
two.
Yeah, it's only two.
Two?
This is the one that I
Yeah,
mentioned. This is the one that
he
I
agrees
initially
with
mentioned.
he agrees with the two. He agrees with the two that I agree with. The others, I'm like, I don't. Okay,
Yeah, these were the two.
but like, yeah.
Well, this was what having said opened me up to this one right here. Can't no top 4 pick after the conference making the conference finals. Stand out to your point though. Still at the end of the day, Sam said he's out on every single one of them. So that's your main point.
Even
Um,
even with the conference finals, my fault. But
no, you're
like,
good.
even with the conference finals, like pick thing, right? Like, what if the case were like we know, like 2018, like LeBron took them to the finals, and then he left, and that team became ass. We gonna punish them for making the conference finals, but their best player that ever played, like,
That's a good.
So
That's a
leaves.
good point.
that I don't think that happens anymore where those caliber of players just leave in free agency anymore. They do extensions and you trade. So if you have a big player that took you to the conference finals and he does not want to be there, he will probably sign an extension because nobody's leaving money on the table and you trade them for some assets and you can then draft using other people's draft picks.
Or like in
That's
a
a
Nobody,
good
in a
count. That's
nobody,
a
there's
good
no
counter.
free
Also, that
agency.
team also wouldn't
also
wait. That team also.
That's a good
Wait,
counter.
wait,
no,
wait, wait.
you good.
Hold on.
No,
I'm trying to.
I was saying
And
like
also
in a
that
Math on what
team
he said. Go ahead, King.
a team also I was gonna say this too. I think I'm okay
Oh yeah, yeah, no, sorry, no, I don't
with you
care because
missing.
if there was a risk,
I,
go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's okay if you miss that draft pick and be bad for a year. My apology. You just made the conference finals. I think it's okay for you to not have the same chance as somebody who's not made the conference finals like for 5 years now. Yeah,
And
take the year off. You're okay. Like
and
you do the
and,
best
and
you
the thing is,
like,
Good point.
LeBron was a free agent. LeBron was a free agent coming up. They knew that going into that season, and they took the risk of not trying to trade him, whatever, because it's LeBron James. I want him on my team, try to win a championship this year, and he could potentially walk. They knew that. So that asset, they had a chance to potentially manage that asset to get something for them to make that team better and have him not just walk and you get nothing. They took the
okay.
chance.
So
They took the opportunity not to do so. So yeah, you got to
like,
pay that price.
like,
I'm not helping you have your cake and eat it too. You
I'm
work
yep.
for it.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. But like also like all right, so I'm gonna do a hypothetical, right? Let's say like the Wolves, right? They made the conference finals with Cat, right? They traded that nigga,
Mhm,
right? Not
mhm.
saying not saying that like this actually happened. I'm using a hypothetical, right? Let's say
Mhm.
like they trade one there because like he was pretty decent going stuff. He was pretty decent going into the conference finals, and
Mhm.
then they trade the nigga, and then now they're ass. Like
Okay,
Why?
I'm
So
sorry.
wait,
I
hold on,
don't
wait, hold on.
care.
So you're saying that the draft should be able to protect people from doing dumbass shit?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
think so.
care. I really
Like
don't
I
you
mean,
care.
like
made a dumb decision. You lie in that bed, man. Like you just okay. You're not getting this pick because you did a
you're
dumbass
saying
decision. That's the
lie
worst
in
thing.
your own shit basically.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand why we're supposed to feel bad for somebody who just made the conference finals for not making it back to back
And the
years.
other
All
thing about
right.
when you open that box, you open the box for like I'm sure every team has decisions that they made that backfired that they wish they could get a little bit of compensation draft wise for. I don't no you go be a GM, bro. Like
You're getting paid millions to
So like
make those
if
decisions.
so like
have
in the cases
foresight.
where
Have foresight. How about that? Have some
That is
foresight.
part of the job, literally.
I mean, like I said, like that one doesn't bother me like as much as like the other ones. Like so, like I'm hearing y'all, but at the same time, like there's like with all the maybe not all of them, but with most of these new concepts, like there's just so many. I don't know. There's so many ways to. I'm not saying that this should fix everything, but like it's more so on the side of not really fixing it in the long run. Like, but
There's no such thing as fixing tanking. That's not a thing. You can't
I
fix
don't.
tanking.
Well,
But
true. But I'm just
I think the most that you can do is make it so bad teams have a better shot of becoming better. Right? So that therefore, if you have bad teams actually becoming better, they're going to actually try to win. Therefore, they will not tank. That's all you can do. Other than that, people gonna tank.
Yeah, Z Farm said it good earlier. Like in American sports, tanking is always going to be a thing. Like as long as it's one league, it's never not going to be a
Yeah,
thing.
like,
So
the only thing you can do is
And
make
there's
the
things you
teams
can
better
do.
so that they're
There's
not going
things
to
you can
want to
do.
hit.
There's things you can do to open it up even more with. I don't know what it would take to CBA with like revenue and shit for certain thresholds of performance from teams that you could also do to incentivize teams to be competitive. Like there's a lot of creative things that they could levers that they could pull to try to incentivize teams to from a revenue perspective even to want to be competitive and win in the short term. I just don't know that they're even considering stuff like that. But lottery
Yeah,
wise, they're not that far off right now. I don't think from what it needs to be. Um, they should probably. I was in here saying yesterday they should probably take the odds from 10, 11 through 14 and redistribute them amongst the top 10. So give those ones an extra little percentage. Maybe top has 17% and then taper it down, and you're probably there. Um, it's
I,
not that
I
far
high
off.
key, I high key feel like they do the flattening of the odds just to make this shit more entertaining.
bro,
I also don't get why people are outraged at that because flattening the odds 1 through 14 I get not wanting that, that's bad, but flattening the odds, that's an umbrella that can mean so many different things. Like that doesn't
yeah.
just
I don't
mean
know what they mean. Even to like right now, I don't know exactly what they mean by flattening the odds for all lottery teams. Like
They want it to be as more random, and what I'm saying is that shit does make it more entertaining to watch. I'm not gonna hold you.
not for the niggas who are actually ass.
draft and develop,
Well,
brother.
for
Sorry.
like people who into
Like what?
basketball, like it's still
I'm sure. I'm sure.
entertaining.
I'm
Like,
sure.
Draft and develop with the
because
10th pick.
I'm
when
sure.
the
I'm sure.
Mavericks
Okay.
when the
I'm
Mavericks got
sure.
the because when the Mavericks got the #1 pick, like that shit just was just
That's
it
nonsense because we
was
should have
weird.
had the
Yeah,
number
Draft.
one
Okay.
pick.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
it
A
doesn't
team.
matter. Social media. It doesn't matter. There was a lot of the conversation around the social media created something like that's part of this. It's entertainment, people. Like I think
Yeah,
that's
I be
That was
feeling bad.
entertaining for
I be
y'all.
feeling
Get the number
bad.
one overall
That
pick.
fucking sucks.
Bro, I be feeling
Did the
bad at this
Rockets ever get
point,
the
bro,
number one
because
overall pick?
see
That was
so many
entertaining for
people,
y'all. That shit fucking sucked for me.
bro. To see so
Yeah,
many people
sorry. Go get
outraged, bro,
That
I
go
feel
shit
bad
broke
at
me,
this
get
point
nigga.
because I
Draymond.
really don't care.
So yeah,
you said what? You said
I
what?
don't either, bro.
Like
You
I
said
don't
what,
Because
see,
Byron?
I don't see nothing wrong with nothing. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
don't care as much either.
Yeah, to this
Yeah,
point, I
because
don't. To
y'all
this point,
teams
I'm
Yeah,
just
don't.
because
some major.
y'all are winning teams,
Yeah, I'm.
bro. I'm so
No,
sick of
no,
y'all
no,
niggas
That's
doing
not.
brother,
that.
That's really not true,
The
bro. That's
Rockets were
not it.
the Rockets were ass. Drafted Jalen Green. Who else the fuck did they go out and
Jabari, the
get?
twin and Ricky.
Sengun, Amen.
Who ain't who?
Josh
And these
Christopher.
niggas are good. They're not great, but they built themselves up, bro. You can build over
The
years through the
Raptors as
draft
well.
and be
The
solid.
Raptors as
Because they
well.
had
We had a good
because they
Like,
argument
come
had
on,
earlier.
bro.
We had a good
we
argument in here earlier, man. I had to tell
because
you
for
that
four
like
straight
I
Everybody
years
said,
they had
disagree with you,
top four
OG.
Okay,
picks.
like I
okay.
said, like I said,
Guess what, Kenny? Going from bad to good
The
sometimes is
Raptors
a
is a good
process. Sorry.
the
yeah,
the
and that's
Raptors is a good example though,
Yeah,
Jordan. They
but if you
don't
don't
when
get
they
that,
get top
my fault.
picks, they
Oh, the
draft
Raptors, yeah,
the
another
second
one.
round. And they
my
build
like I
pick and
Drafting
roll.
They
Can do
but
y'all?
they
Can do you think
traded.
you
They
got a good
traded for
scout department
guys,
though? Like,
and
Yeah,
they
can
yeah,
you
but
got
think?
that's
guys
what
off.
you're supposed to do. You're
Kenny,
not
guess
supposed
what?
to
That's
Yeah.
what a
solely
GM
depend
job is.
on yeah,
that's
you're
Do you
not
what I
think
supposed
you
to
got
be
like a
dependent
good front office, Kenny?
that's what y'all missed it earlier, but
OG
that was
brought
my
up
whole
the
deal. That was my whole deal earlier. Like y'all keep putting y'all want to live in a bad spot because you keep doing the wrong thing. No, you need to hire right from the top. Just hire the niggas that know how to look identify talent. Go out and get the right talent, and that sets you up for success down the road. But we
Okay,
not you're
but
not gonna you're
exactly.
not gonna make the whole league pay for your
Yeah,
for
that's
your inability to draft
so
well
what?
and do good at the
that's why. No, can, no,
sorry.
can,
That's
Ultimate,
before,
not
no, can you answer
yeah.
that for me before? Because I'm with OG. Can you answer that for me though? Do you feel like y'all actually got a good front office, like outside of the Adam Silver helping this person and that person? Do you think y'all actually do y'all job correctly, or you got competent people in your front office? Can you start there first?
you
Do you
talking to
think
me?
like what? Yeah, yeah, yes or no? Do you feel like y'all have a
Oh,
competent
I
front
don't think
office?
I don't think we necessarily had a chance to probably do that
You,
Wait,
what do
because
you
what?
mean you had a chance?
this is
You either do or
this
you
this
don't.
is this is like the first time where we actually got like a lottery like. Or you're just talking about like in totality like
Yeah, in
just our front
totality,
office.
do you think you have a good front office?
No.
Like top to bottom.
Okay, well then that's the problem.
Well,
That's the problem right
yeah,
there,
you got to
man. You
start
gonna
there
keep
first
drafting
before you
bad.
start going to
But like
conspiracy
I
theory.
want to, but like in like in terms of if you're talking about in terms of like making deals and like in like cutting salary and doing like the
Even
shit like
draft, well, mainly just
All that
drafting.
shit
Just start
matters,
but
drafting.
bro.
I
like
mean,
okay
GM, the
in
GM
the
is part of
drafting
the
sense
drafting standpoint.
I can't get that to you because we never really had a lottery pick before.
You don't need a lottery pick to always draft well, though.
Yeah, for
Okay, but
real.
Yeah, you don't.
if your picks are usually at worst usually like in the late 20s and the late 27s or like
You
27
It
and
need
don't
28.
you
matter.
need
You can nigga
you
Or check
need
Manu
this out.
Or
Ginobili
even
can
in the
nah
draft
second
nah nah.
somebody.
round,
Let me
like
let me ask him this. Let me ask
I
him this.
disagree.
Do you think you should? Do you
To
think?
Kenny point, you need
Okay,
premium
bro.
picks though, bro.
No,
that's
but
what I'm
No,
saying.
but you
you need
can
somebody.
still.
You can have a premium pick. You can be slotted to get a
That's
good
where
pick
it
and
starts
still
though.
make the
You
wrong
can't
Yeah,
pick
No,
if
yeah,
you don't have a
okay,
home
but
run
But
draft.
you
Ted,
have to
Ted,
You
wait,
got
wait,
to
wait,
bet
wait.
the
They didn't
five
have.
dollars
They
on
didn't.
start with
Brooks,
that though.
man.
Ted, not
They didn't have
necessarily
pick. They
because,
didn't have picks. But they had
yeah,
Kevin
because they
Durant,
traded all their
Kyrie
picks.
Irving, and James
Yeah,
Harden. And what did they walk
yeah.
away from that with asset wise?
That's what I'm saying. If you bad at
Yeah,
they
the
got
well,
court,
I
Cano,
mean,
you
the
bad
Green.
all
They
the
actual
way
got Ben
down.
The
But
Kevin
yeah,
Simmons.
Durant.
that go
Oh,
to the
well,
If you
GM
okay,
walk
but
away
part.
here,
from
okay,
that,
but here's the
Yeah,
if
that
you
thing.
go
walk,
to
no,
the
no,
GM
no, Kenny,
part.
I
just
agree
listen
with
to what I'm
that.
There's
saying
no
though.
I
buts
agree.
If
or
you
I
walk
agree
that,
ands,
with that.
man.
And
if you
also, and
walk away
also
They
from
got
that
you,
with an
Cam
ass
Thomas.
team,
Hey, y'all, we
if
can
you
go to
walk away from
open
that with
talk.
an
'Cause I
ass
don't
team,
know if
that's
Ed
on
was trying to
you.
skedaddle.
and
But like,
also like
Yeah,
there's
I ain't gonna lie. I
other
don't think
ways.
my
the
involvement in
There's
this convo. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
Now
don't
go
see it.
ahead, Ev.
we
You
can go. No,
Everything
good?
we go to
asking
open
about
no,
shit
talk.
right
Nah,
but for,
here.
in
we
that
can
Look,
in
let's
that
look
go
at
yeah,
open
sense,
we
that
go
talk.
to
that
open talk.
troll tweet though.
Like
We go to
Nah,
in
yeah,
open
that
I'm about
talk.
to.
sense,
I'm about to.
yeah, get on. Yeah, go to
Ted's
open
gonna
talk. Yeah,
Ted's
yeah,
gonna
for
need to pull
sure.
up a
Yeah.
tweet real quick too. Hold on, let me see what you're talking about.
They trolling, gang. Look at that troll ass shit.
See, it's the type shit that you gotta bring to the show, bro. This the type shit I'm talking about. Get on the TL, nigga. You gotta bring. Well,
Bring this
do
to
what
the
we do.
show.
Ed. Well, no, I'm saying like likely. I don't even know the players. I don't even know what it is. But I fuck with the verses, whatever it is. The idea. I don't know about the actual players though. I don't
Bro,
know.
Okay.
Hold on, wait.
bro, Byron, you don't have to watch college basketball. Look at that. Please look at that. It's troll, bro. It's
Yeah, I
troll.
mean,
Team
yeah,
legend versus you. Wait,
legend
what?
dominates in the paint, easily.
Bro, they are smacking them
Yeah,
kids. What the hell?
that's just saying.
The
Hey,
fuck is we
yeah,
talking about?
they're better everywhere.
Gives Anthony.
Damn near.
This
Like
is this
what?
this is this is coming out though, but they're still smacking them though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Even
they
coming.
still smacking them. Like even coming out, yeah, because we don't know what the top even gonna be in the league. So I assume they were talking about right now. They getting their ass whooped. What the hell?
Oh, all right, yeah, but to the convo y'all having, bro, which is going to be like a similar convo. Like I said, I agree with a lot of things that OG said. He even said y'all missed some things. Pretty sure you about to repeat some of the same things, which is good, which was good talking points. And even Kenny as well. But yeah, I mean that would be that for the show. Evan said we're just trying to get my thoughts for the show to go longer, which I respect and I do appreciate. I'm not mad at that. So I did answer, and now y'all about to take it to the Nets and tanking teams and again and things like that, which is totally fine. But I'm probably not gonna have much to say in that aspect. So everybody's about to go eat some food. Everyone's going to relax. Everyone's going to game. Everyone's going to chill. Just thank y'all for tapping into the show today. Also, make sure you do not forget the college basketball games tomorrow. It's very key games that we're going to be talking about on Monday and maybe even some games on Sunday. And then on top of the NBA games over the weekend. So go Luka and the Lakers tonight. Hopefully, I get a lot of my predictions right.
Appreciate you making time for us, bro.
Appreciate everybody that tapped into the show today. Peace, blessings, and love. And I'll talk to y'all Monday morning.